Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Going Green. I'm here with Lefty, the illustrious Lefty, the second
What
half,
up?
the shadow
Going on,
half
everybody?
of Taking L's. Big ups.
Big ups to you, dude. I'm glad. Thanks for the invite. And happy to be here. I heard this is a don't play has some juice in it. So PSP and sports games is always a great match,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no way that I remember struggling with this game back when I played it. So there's no way that this isn't going to be just pure gold.
I've watched this while sober, and I remember it being hilarious. I had it on in the background while I was doing something, so a lot of this will probably be new to me. But yes, it's a fantastic choice.
Oh
Fantastically
yeah,
say don't play.
I have not seen any of this. This is pure blind. And to celebrate, I'm going to be drinking a ready to disco passion fruit papaya rum cocktail.
Oh, big ups. That's
All right,
cool.
so big ups. Cheers, chat. I don't know if you heard that.
We got it. You heard it a little bit. That's cool, man.
All right.
Yeah, Lefty's been telling me, Bo's been telling me that I had to have you on, and every time I interacted with you, you were the coolest dude. So well, yeah, you got to get in here, and I'm happy that you're here.
I am here. I
Yeah,
am present.
that's cool. That's cool. Um, so we got to do the detractor questionnaire here at the beginning, and I'm going green.
Oh.
And the one is, why the hell is my chat box all stupid? Okay, well I'll ask him while I'm doing this. Um, what's your DSP detractor origin story?
Oh, I think I told this on that being said, but I'll tell it again because it's funny. So I'm a big fan of It's a Gundam. That might make me a Spurg, but
It's whatever.
I think it was like 2018. I'd seen the Frederick Knudsen video. I just thought it was funny and moved on. But Gundam was telling a story about like how like Almighty Tevin needs to get debriefed by the CIA because he's got advanced resistant like interrogation resistance tactics in his brain because he's so crazy after watching so much DSP. And then he started laughing like a lunatic. And like I was just like, what is so funny? But I don't know, understand any of that. And then I like looked it up and I just like stumbled into a Tevin stream in 2018. And I was like, what am I like? I was so confused. It's like, is this guy? And then originally I felt bad for DSP, but honestly, Tevin was so entertaining that I just kept watching and then I just
Mm-hmm.
kept absorbing more of the lore. And then eventually I got into contact with Logan and I knew he was the audio guy. And I was doing I was making the flight 1651 bit for the group. It was just the group thing. I just had the idea. And I was like, how do I make DSP's voice sounds like it's coming through a little shitty, like tiny speaker in the back of an airliner through the PA system?
Yeah.
And Logan, like, he walked me through how to do that. And I was like, dude, you want to do some VA work? Like, can you just like read this script as like a news anchor? He's like, oh yeah, dude, I got you 100%. The DMs we had out with that guy was so much fun. And so that was the origin. That's since been made into a Pixar, excuse me, little short film, which is so funny. It's like my favorite YouTube video ever.
That's cool. That's
Um,
a cool ass origin. I like that.
and then Logan and I were just like, dude, we should just do a restream just to see. And then it was a lot of fun. I haven't done much DSP stuff in the last like year, but it's not like I'm not like retired or anything. It's just I got nothing really more to say. I think I've kind of said it all already. If I was gonna like do a Take an L stream now, I'd just kind of be rehashing the same stuff I've already done. Just kind of like sitting around waiting for it to end.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a lot of detractors. I think a lot of detractors are waiting in the woodwork for, DSP to croak on stream. And then they'll come out and do content about it. Because yeah, until then nothing's really happening. You know. Outside of
um,
things like the Kino shit. That was fun.
dude, okay. I full disclosure, I used to watch Kino Casino almost every time they went live. Um, and like I kind of stopped watching just because I don't know, I moved on to other stuff before like they got really into the Dave is the King nonsense. And then I didn't watch any of the King arc because I just couldn't stand it. And
Mm.
last night, the Kino Casino show was the single funniest show they've ever done. If you haven't seen that show, you really should watch all like the first 3 hours of it, which is the DSP segment. It is some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. And not because like Andy and Ashton are like, not because those guys are funny and they're, ripping jokes and stuff. It's because they're dropping truth bombs and they're angry about it.
Mhm.
And that's what makes it really funny. So anyway, I'd recommend that. That being said, did a show about it earlier today. That was really funny too. But yeah, that's my take on that. Very funny.
It's been thrilling. My loyalty is tested on myself because I was like, man, I'm never gonna like these Andy and Worski dudes. These dudes are lame. And now I'm like, all right, they got one W in their life. Hold on to that, as far as I'm concerned.
No, I get it. I get why people find it obnoxious and they don't like it. And this, I totally understand. I see what you see, but I can apparently like mentally filter that out and still like find it entertaining despite that. So
I'm asking all these questions because I'm hoping one day there's a Detractor Wikipedia. That'd be really cool.
Oh yeah,
A DSP Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's not because we're that important. It's just because we're that, I don't know. There's always like weird stuff out there, like Pig Go, and I don't know if you remember the DSP Institute. It was like all the band names and
oh yeah, I remember that.
How many people have been banned on what day. I don't think it's up anymore just because the guy stopped paying for the server, but that was a lot of, that's just like, there's not enough detractors around to justify something like that existing, and yet it still exists. And there's a lot of stuff just like that.
That's cool. And that's kind of what I feel, because there's a DSP Wikipedia that still exists, and it has been updated in almost a decade. And I think about that. I think about how cool it would be to kind of have all the detractors listed, and then you could just see their origin stories and stuff. Because I am curious about that. Like, why did you start? And I don't know. I love browsing Wikipedia. It's one of my favorite little things to do when I'm at work and I've got maybe 15 minutes. Is just look at something dumb on Wikipedia.
You ever play the game on Wikipedia where you like click on you try and get to a certain page from a random page with as few clicks as possible?
That's a good game.
You get to the Chernobyl incident and you can somehow get there from like a Wikipedia page describing, I don't know, like ferns or something, and how few clicks can you go? I don't know. That's really dumb. It's just no,
that's fun. I like that. That's a cool idea. If DSP was on there, that would be my challenge. Is do a random and then see if I can get to DSP. Someone just make a DSP entry on Wikipedia. It can be anything. Help me get there. Okay, so other question is, what's something that DSP does that specifically angers you? Like, kind of gets you a little tilted.
Oh man, I think the one thing is like the entitlement that DSP has really gets under my skin, because like there's an implicit societal agreement that we have between just like members of a civilization, which is
I like the way you talk. That's good.
If
it's a social contract.
Yeah, well, like let's say you have a job that earns you money to buy food, and like of course, like if you don't produce something or give something back to the civilization through like, I don't know, things like manage the electrical grid, or maybe you're like a truck driver, or you're doing something to give back, like you're not entitled to like exist. And that might seem kind of messed up because like of course there's things like reasonable care for the dispossessed, like, oh, what if we can't work? Okay, well, I'm not saying like that, but we have somebody like DSP who is capable of working, who is capable of producing something, and he just chooses not to, which like that's not the worst thing in the world, but what is the worst thing in the world is actively choosing like, no, I'm not going to produce. I am going to give back nothing to this civilization that gives me everything. Yep. I turn on my faucet, drinkable water comes out. I turn on my light switch, the lights always come on. I can DoorDash food to the point where I can get very, very overweight. And I'm entitled to all of that. I need all of that at the most luxury, highest premium level, despite giving absolutely nothing back to the people that provide that would earn that. And that might be a long way of like telling DSP to get a job and he's a bum, but that's the specific thing that gets really deep under my skin. More so than most. There's a lot of stuff that DSP does. Every time he opens his mouth, I'm just like, man, fuck this guy.
Well, he's awful.
That specifically, like when he's talking about the lunch meat sandwiches,
dude,
that shit is insane. Like, okay, you don't work. Like a lunch meat sandwich is a gift from God, sir. Like you should be happy eating 3-cent packets of ramen. You should be happy for the water that you are given to boil those noodles in that allows you to eat to exist another day. And instead, he is a greedy, entitled little bitch who is like, oh, my DoorDash was late, it's soggy. Man, fuck you.
Holy crap, I'm sorry I angered you so quickly.
No, I'm not angry.
Oh, well,
I love ranting about this shit. That's why I had a channel where that's all I did for like 4 hours at a time.
It's still fun to do it. You know, you're right what you said. You're like, there's not much left to cover about Darkside Phil. But the thing about it is it's still just kind of fun to say it over and over again. Because DSP's saying it over and over again. I like it. 90% of my streams don't need to exist because I just say the same shit. But I have fun saying it over again. You know?
That's true. Definitely.
So about the entitlement thing, though, that's probably DSP's arc, his little miniature arc that pissed me off the most. And I wanted to wring his neck. He was so terrible. And that was when his neck phones weren't delivered properly, and he assumed that the driver stole it. And
yeah,
he slandered the guy. He straight up slandered the delivery driver, saying that he stole my headphones. Dude, that's a serious accusation. Maybe he could get fired for that.
And you got some poor bastard who's working minimum wage. He's barely making ends meet. He's trying to put food in his kid's mouth through an honest day's work. He is working his ass off. He's got no access to a bathroom. His truck doesn't have air conditioning. They piled him on with like 20% more deliveries than he could possibly do in a day. The weather's shit. His legs hurt. He's tired. He's hungry. He's got a stomach ache. And now he's got some gout-riddled asshole accusing him of stealing his little man baby neck phones. Ooh, that got under my skin. And you know what it was? It's like additionally, I'm sorry. I know I'm ranting. However,
I love it. I love it. Please go.
There's something more to that. To this story, because it indicates that DSP has no clue how anything works because he's never held a job. He has no fucking idea. Like the delivery truck, what you do when you're delivering these things, not that this is me or maybe it is me, I don't know. You have like one street and there's like 50 boxes on this street. So what you do is you go beep, 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 all the boxes, and you say they're all delivered. Then you can put your scanner away, and then you got 2 hands free to then go deliver the boxes one at a time. So what this guy was doing is he scanned all the boxes and it notified all the people that their shit was delivered. DSP ran downstairs like the little man baby he is. And then he's like, my package isn't even here, dude. I did nothing wrong. Immediately he went to like, nope, it has to be because the guy was looking for a Christmas present for himself or some dumb nonsense like that.
He's utterly without empathy. I always assume everyone's manager sucks. Every single person's got a shitty manager. So I try not to bother people, you know?
Oh yeah.
Same. Everyone's tired, everyone's pissed. I'll just leave people alone and assume that they're working hard. But DSP he hates humanity. He absolutely hates people. I think DSP is the most is it misanthropic person who hates humanity? I think he's one of the worst cases of that. This drone should have been getting his toy to him faster. The fuck? Unprofessional.
Yeah, man. I mean, we could go on and on. There's so many stories just like this that like it's specific buttons that we all have.
No, I get you.
He just pushes them all at the same time.
He will piss you off. Even if you're the most unpiss-offable person, he will find your button. And it's just because he's so all-encompassingly awful. He'll get it by accident. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, next question. What is a game that you would send back to Prime era DSP to play? And time travel, logistics, none of that's a problem. It's like, you can send a PlayStation 5 to him. It's fine.
So like, we're talking like 2011, like Hello G level.
Well, a lot of people point to that as a golden era. That is a fantastic era. So yeah, anything to him.
I would say, so my 2 answers to this are Escape from Tarkov.
Yes. Oh yeah.
He would get like there would be no success, no winning. But the problem is like the problem with Escape from Tarkov is you could just stop playing. Like there's no real end goal. It's just the end goal is just to survive and then play again. So the like he would just rage quit after like 45 minutes.
Yeah.
But if I had to like Clockwork Orange tape him to a chair and it's like you are playing this game and you are going to commit to it for like 10
like
hours.
3. Okay, 10 hours. Okay, I was gonna say 3. You're far more cruel. I love it.
I'm way more sadistic than that. I would say Escape from Tarkov because I know he'd be hammered and he would rage. That would be like very, very funny and objectively entertaining rage from DSP. Escape from
Definitely.
Tarkov.
It pisses off regular people.
Yeah. And then I got another answer.
Go
I
ahead.
would say Eve Online.
Oh yeah. Eve Online
Because he would
funny.
have no idea. And like seeing him try to like interact with like corporations and try and like negotiate stuff and just like, what, huh? How is he? I'm scrambled. What the fuck?
Huh?
I would love that. So yeah, what's yours now? I want to know.
Oh, I have a different one for every going green I have. I'll never be able to really nail one down. But I suppose for today, I tend to kind of go in your camp where I want him to play a game that he gets pissed off at, and I that would be a very fun one for him to get pissed off at. I don't know. I want to say an old 360 game. I want him to play. I want to play Armored Core for Answer. He would hate that game. And he has to. He can only do one playthrough of the story because you can actually get like 3 different endings for the story. One playthrough. Don't have to do all 3. But the rest of that time is multiplayer. I want to see this dude play multiplayer in that game. He would get so pissed because I was getting pissed. Well, I think it was
the 2011 era, like around then, was when DSP was at his most entertaining because he was like edgy, like he was willing to do the Isaac Himmler thing, which like objectively is one of the funniest things he's ever done.
It's funny as hell.
It was authentic.
But not everyone has that sense of humor. You should be a bit more careful.
Now, nobody finds him funny. So instead of a small group of whoever finds that funny laughing at him, now he's got nobody laughing at his jokes and everybody laughing at how unfunny he is.
This dude's a bum. He's not even pity funny. Not even pity funny. I'll give that. LTG's pity funny.
Yeah. I just hope that DSP doesn't figure out about the top tier packs and how you can pay to win. So as long as he doesn't figure out about that, then we're good. I'm winking really hard right now.
And I think with Eve also, it would kind of be cool if DSP did figure out how to play the game, because then we could see him make financial crisis decisions in real time.
Oh my God. You know, okay, Eve is awesome because Eve Online is like objectively, it's a human game. Like a lot of the game is interacting with other players and like coordinating with them, negotiating.
Dude, that'd be fun.
And of course, like funny shit always happens whenever DSP interacts with other people, even like online and like Call of Duty, when people are like, how's the gout, Phil? And he like doesn't know how to handle that. Like Eve Online is that, except for that is the game. So being able to see a concentrated version, that'd be very, very funny. I would like that very much. It'll never happen though.
Yeah, it'll never happen. Well, that's what I'm going to do when I get my time machine. I'm going to do a couple things to kind of improve my life, stuff like that. You actually will get a flat if you run over that hole. Stuff like that. But after I'm done with that, I'm going back in time and messing with the fill timeline. I'm sorry. I'm doing it. It's going to ruin everything for everyone.
That's why we're here where we are.
We'll never have masturbating on stream. We'll never have masturbating on stream. I wouldn't let it happen. I would be DSP's best friend and just feed him games to have him play. And I'd say, dude, just stay drunk all the time. It's cool, man. You're making so much money on YouTube. It's going to last forever. Now, I would actually kind of help him to keep the show going. Like, I would be kind of like his financial manager. I'd be like, dude, I got you. It's one thing you never have to think about. I got this. And so then we could have DSP playing Eve Online in this timeline.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, man.
Okay. I could see that. That's a nice take.
But then I wouldn't be able to have you guys see it unless my time machine accommodates a seating of 20 or something. I don't know. Okay, last question. Give me three trivia about you. That's my favorite section of the week. I scroll down and I hit trivia first, and then I go back up to the top. 3 trivia about you unrelated to Dark Side Phil.
Jeez. I got 4th place. I'm just kidding.
Awesome. That's prestigious.
I'm not sure what to say without doxing myself here. I've technically written a book, not published though, but it is a full narrative work from beginning to end that's better than Star Wars 8.
Dude, send it to me. And send it to me, man. I love sci-fi.
Good. It's not good. It's better than Star Wars 8, but it's not good.
Dude, I'll trade you. I'll send you my book.
Oh God.
It's shit. It's
Okay.
complete shit. I hate my work. I will send it to you.
All right, we'll trade. I'll read your book, you read mine.
Oh god,
That's
I'm so sorry.
I'm not as sorry as me.
What else you got for
Let's
me?
see. I don't even know, man.
Oh come on, you're more interesting than that. Quit playing with me.
I am. I just don't want to reveal any personal nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I can reveal this. I am I've never told this before, so we're getting some live doxing. I am a black belt in a martial art. That's all I'll say.
Okay, well tell us the hemisphere at least. Tell us if it's Asian or if it's like more of a Western one.
It's Asian. It's
Okay.
East Asian.
Cool. All right.
Let's see.
That's probably my favorite quote from Six Erican. Is he said completely straight faced, "I have a black belt in boxing."
It is not boxing. I'll say that much. It's not that. Man, I was not prepared for this. I apologize.
No, you're cool. I mean, you could think of one later if you want.
I had one, then I forgot it.
Oh damn it! I'm sorry. I messed it up.
It's okay.
Maybe.
Maybe we move on, and I tell you what it is at the end of the stream.
All right, that sounds cool. Let's get cracking. This is how you don't play Mario Tennis Aces Outsider Edition.
Typically, I stick with the ones that I
160.
The game is like really loud. Holy!
Right? I don't necessarily play every single.
Oh my god!
Are you all right over there?
Nintendo games.
Yeah, the game is really loud.
Playing Mario Tennis Aces, but a viewer and fan donated the game to me, and I said, "Hell, I'll definitely give it a go."
And what can I do for you, man?
Now,
How can I help?
How this is gonna go? I've never played Mario Tennis game before. More than likely, I'm going to suck. But
Lefty,
I said,
what do I
you know
do?
what? I got the game for free. I'm definitely
Turn the
gonna
volume
go
down
low,
on YouTube.
especially because my Switch has been
Okay.
sitting around for a while unused. So let's give it a shot. All right.
All right. Hopefully that's better.
Oh wow, amazing.
You good?
That's the stuff. After you serve, you and your opponent will hit the ball back and forth and try to score
Lefty?
points. Just hitting the ball to and fro with
Yeah, it did. The game is just way louder than you. Is the problem?
Okay, how about that? Is that better?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay. So let me fix this on this end. Dude, I can't do intelligent things when I'm stoned, so I used kind of all my intelligence points for the night on that.
You specked into luck.
I don't even have that really. Yeah.
Oh crap.
Oh, I got another. Okay, trivia question. Here's another one. Something else you guys don't know about me. I've only been skydiving once, and the one time I went skydiving, my chute did not open.
Holy shit, that's terrifying. I can't
was
even
wild.
imagine that, man.
I don't think I'm going ever again.
I can't get the audio to get any higher than this. On the stream side, I'm trying to help them out because the audio is pretty low for them.
Mario, I like to smash the balls.
Yeah, that's what I'm working on, dog explaining it.
It's like giga loud for me. I can't even hear you.
Can you adjust the audio on your end?
Ooh, a slice, a different version.
So if I turn Ninja all the way down, I can barely hear you.
A flat.
Is that a little better?
How
about that?
Yeah, I guess.
How about that?
Oh wait, it must be like.
Nice. This goes high.
Help!
Man, sorry. This is
Okay.
tech issues. I don't know if it's anything on mine because it's
So
just
high or
audio
low?
feed from you.
Okay, I think I got it fixed.
And it's like blown me out. It's like I have it turned all the way down, and it is.
Not ready for them, right?
Okay. Well, I can't even hear it now. What do we do here? Logan, help!
Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, well here, let me see if I can boost this up. Can you hear that a little better? No.
So your lips moving, but I can't hear you.
Damn.
Dad, help! Anybody says disaster, Little Shadow EX, ban them.
Yeah, get him out of here. I don't really like these guys. Just being judgmental of my stupidity. Dude, I don't know what to do, man. I don't know how to help this. You had it for a brief moment. You had it here, but now it's back to how it was. Video's quiet for stream. Okay, so I gotta hear it. If it's too quiet, I can't hear it at all.
Different ways and unique ways to get
So I have to have it like here.
Next.
And I don't know where.
Fantastic.
I don't know where.
So I've got Phil
A lob.
peeked out the yin yang.
Nice.
I can't hear
It was
you.
high.
Okay. So let me see if I
Okay,
can drop this
drop
down
shot.
about here. Is that good?
So high or low?
How about here? Is that good?
Yay.
Okay, so that has nothing to do with it. Fantastic.
So the whole point is to do a variety.
Oh no, that's not a good look.
No, I
Shots
mean,
about
I'm kind of at a loss to what to do. What do we do?
I'm sorry, I still can't hear you. I just see you looking stressed.
You can't hear me?
I cannot hear you. Yes, I can see your lips moving, but I cannot hear you.
Well, that's very weird because I'm definitely not muted or anything. Let me,
I have my audio turned down as
Oh,
low as it
okay,
can go
hold up,
without being
hold up.
on, without being off. DSP is giving me tinnitus, and I can't hear you.
Okay, what about?
Sounds like an artillery strike is going off if you unpause. Darziak, help!
Okay, let me see if that works. Can you hear me now better? Dude, this is bullshit. I don't know what to do.
Want to just like stream me the YouTube video in Discord?
I could do that. Yeah, that's fine.
We could use Discord.
All right, because yeah, this is bad. I can't figure this out. I'm sorry, Logan. I failed you. Yeah, because he's the
'Cause
one
I
who
can't
hooked
hear
me
you
up
just
with this,
call-
and
oh boy,
I'm
there
too
it
stupid to figure out how to use it properly,
goes.
despite his numerous patient explanations. I'm too dumb for it. Oh man, poor Logan. He's basically dealing with DSP on his own level. Let's see. I'll call this. Okay, so.
Hey.
All right, cool. Let me turn that off. That has no reason being here. Okay, and then I can hear you all right.
Check. 1 2 1 2. Hello.
All
Hello,
right.
chat. You're hearing me filterless now.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry. I'm glad we kind of recovered there, but I'm
No, it's fine.
embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. It's a
Not-
disaster.
not-
It wouldn't
Right?
wouldn't be a Detractor stream without
The
an
whole
audio
point of a
disaster.
video game,
That's like-
they're
that's
supposed
like
to
a
be able to
tradition at this
find
point.
different ways and unique
Now I can
ways
adjust
to
my
get
own volume
past
on this, so.
challenges.
Okay.
Set it to however you
Next.
want, and I got you
Fantastic!
and
The power of the
Say you
zone
don't
shot will
play.
damage your opponent's
Everything's
racket
working
really.
perfectly now.
An opponent who lost racket
Everyone
last
was
racket
super
breaks from
stoked to
excessive
see
damage
that
will unable to
ended so
continue,
well.
which means they will lose the
we're
match.
humming along.
What is that about?
Everyone
Perfect the
was
zone shot, the way
impressed
you approach
and
the
honestly
corners, tennis will be
kind of
forever changed.
spiritually
There's no
enlightened
exaggeration,
by
but
how
really
well they
fact.
did with that.
You think the zone shot is an attack technique, there's also a
I think
defensive
so.
technique that can counter it, called zone speed. It sharpens your focus to the extreme.
Okay, now we got the echo gone. All right, we should be good now. Sorry, I had to adjust something there, and it was being a little dumb.
Get in the zone, auto zone.
Oh, that's kind of a specific reference. Yes,
Really funny, dude.
At
It's
least
out.
he has diversity now. He doesn't make any references to anything more. It's just poop jokes.
Okay.
That is true, but that also is criminally unfunny.
Oh, it is. That's the weird thing about DSP. Is as you go back in time, you kind of can make excuses for things now because he's just so awful now.
When was this? Like 2017, 2018?
2018.
He has no idea how to play. I can even tell right now. He has no clue.
Yeah, you just hit the ball back.
In
Okay.
the tutorial.
Oh shit! Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! You fool!
Doing?
That was totally unfair.
It telegraphs where it's gonna shoot it.
I mean, it's gonna have to cough up the ball eventually. Where would you put yourself then?
Oh shit!
Like, I miss this era Phil. This era Phil's fantastic. He's just kind of up there, blurry and shitty.
Yep.
I hate high def Phil.
How dare that piranha pig cheat me? Cheating.
Can he see? Okay.
Cheating.
One of my favorite.
Oh my god.
One of my favorite conspiracy theories is that DSP can't see.
I don't even think that's conspiracy theory. I think that's well documented that he has vision problems.
And I think he's just embarrassed about wearing his glasses because glasses are for nerds.
Exactly, 100%. I don't even think that's a conspiracy theory. I think that's a very likely scenario. So, sorry, you gotta have to find a new conspiracy theory. That wouldn't even
There
count.
it is. It's right trigger.
Oh shit, he got Did he hear any of my brilliant witticism, or did I just accidentally drop Discord entirely?
No, I'm here.
Okay, holy shit, you scared the hell out of me. How long you been there?
Oh, that wasn't fair.
You're a funny guy, Lefty.
The whole time. Oh my, right into the net.
God, I hit the
Is there
net.
ever a time period where you would be friends with
Game
DSP?
over.
No.
Huh.
Game over.
I would've been
You
his friend.
Suck. Mario suck.
I think about, like, I don't know. You think about your past, and I was kind of an
You
asshole,
lost.
like in high school,
Mario, you're a
college,
big
whatever.
loser.
You too.
And there's definitely a lot of my past self I see in DSP,
Mhm.
but
Goodness.
I think,
Failed miserably.
like, I'm not looking at the past accurately. Like, realistically, I was never this bad at any of the things that make DSP
Wow,
DSP.
you
I was
super.
never
Was I supposed
to
be
that
there?
level.
You super.
But I don't know. Maybe there's a chance that I was like similar to him enough in my past that maybe I would have, but I don't think so. I think even at my worst, I would have just been fed
I
up
did
with
by
it.
accident. I forgot if you hold
What was
up, you
that?
tap X twice,
I
you
think
tap
that I was as bad as DSP when it came to being a contrarian. I had a tendency to be a very contrarian person. Oh, you like this thing? Yeah, well, let me tell you why it sucks. You know?
Oh!
What?
I did it by accident. I forgot if you hold up and you tap X
I'm told
twice,
you
it
do
does
the
that
best
immediately.
DSP what impression. Let's hear it.
What?
That's a good one. I really like yours. I think Tevin's and yours are pretty much tied. Who else does a really good one? Everyone else does it kind of nasally, and what is the only one you go deep for? What? What? Because what doesn't really work. He doesn't say it like that.
Yeah, well, the funniest DSP impressions don't sound anything like him.
No. Because that's not how impressions are supposed to work. Impressions aren't supposed to be a one-to-one replica. It's supposed to be kind of 98%, which is funny.
You're supposed to capture the essence.
Mm-hmm.
And, well,
How does he sound to your mind? Like he sounds
like a whiny
baby. He's just crying
all day.
That's how I
like
hear
a
him.
little, like a grown
What?
man sitting in a high chair
It wouldn't let me strike. I was like, did I fail?
like
No,
a,
it
like, you know,
finished.
like the high chair that the baby's
What
on,
happened?
with like the little plastic thing that's like rounded,
happened?
like a bunch of SpaghettiOs on there, and he's just like slamming it with his
I
fist.
did it.
He's like, ah, SpaghettiOs. That's how he sounds to me.
Yeah.
Alright, I did it. Level 2.
It does sound very
Level
infantile.
3, actually. Level 3. Yes.
I wish
White
speech
Yeah,
pathologists
level
would.
3.
I want more professions to find out about
Sounds
DSP. I want a speech pathologist to find out about DSP so she can analyze this shit. Why does he talk like this? Why does he talk like a baby? There's no way to know. That's a baby's. That's how babies operate with object permanence. What? Dude, there was a guy here and his hands are obscured. Huh?
That was a good one. I like that.
Thank you.
What? Now you got me paying attention to the quality of the woods.
Habitat.
I mean, there's a couple things that I take pride in. I like doing a good impression. It's kind of something I've always enjoyed doing. And so when people say, dude, you got the best DSP impression, I take a lot of pride in that. I'm like, thanks. I'm one dude's favorite. That's cool. You know. I think my impression has gotten whinier over the time of me watching him, though. Because initially I didn't really have him this whiny, but he just sounds so petulant now. Like, I have to ease up. So, the bottom line is this. Mario Tennis sucks. See, that's how he sounds more like accurately. But he's just whiny to me.
Yeah, for me, the DSP impression has to be inspired. Like, people have tried to like put me on the spot, like, do your impression. I'm like, no, I can't. I can't just like pull it out of thin air because it doesn't work like that. It has to be. There has to be something that makes me mad that inspires the impression, and that's what I've learned from DSP. Very important lesson.
You're a very spiritual man, Lefty. I can see that.
Sunshine? You gotta hit the belly button, right? I think it's Mario Sunshine.
You believe in those primal elements of existence, don't you?
I guess.
I think so.
Damn it.
Pretty good.
I think
chess
if I
character.
was, oh jeez.
Wait, who's this dude?
Too early, damn it.
What's going on?
I don't know. We know as much as DSP
Too
knows. I
early
think.
again?
I remember that dude. That was who was in Mario
Dude, I
Sunshine,
almost
right?
got it.
I like Mario Sunshine. Nice, you missed.
It's bullshit. I have no idea
It's
how to stop
bullshit.
this using too early no matter when I hit it.
Yeah, the game's busted, dude. The game's glitched.
I've noticed that you use DSP-isms in your general
Dude, what the
speech.
fuck? Too early.
Oh, no.
What are some of your
I mean,
favorite
the less possible seconds is
DSP-isms?
too early.
Okay.
What is that bullshit?
There's a lot of stuff that
Too early,
I don't
too early,
say
too early, too
within
early,
a,
too
like
early.
within the DSP
What
voice
the
or
fuck?
whatever.
I hit it with the less
That I'll
possible
say with a
too
straight
early.
face in context that makes perfect sense.
Exceptional.
Like
Speed is a way to
I
catch
say
up to the
sounds
ball.
good to me
You know what we're using it- what was it, the
so
power of
much.
zone
That's like
shot?
probably my
It's
number one
like a
catchphrase
block
now.
timing.
It's like
Direct
somebody asks me
zone
like
shot.
I'll just like say it to
Right,
end my
the shining
sentence
ball
if I
reaches you and then block
if
the
like
button.
okay you're like saying a sentence you think you have something to add but there's actually nothing more to add. So
Mhm.
what I add is sounds good to me. To like agree with myself, you know.
No, that sounds good.
Yes, it sounds good to me.
I should adapt that. I should steal that. I should see. I should say something like "As the lore foretold." Or, you know.
There's a lot more like that like normal people they wouldn't even think it's unusual for somebody to say, but I say it because my brain is so gout rotted from all the DSP I've watched that it just comes out.
Oh,
Like it's just a random wake up sounds good to me on fight.
his use of toxic and negative is probably the most pervasive thing in my lexicon. I describe everything as, oh, that's toxic and negative, you know? And people have thought it's weird, so they've stolen it. And of course, I'm not going to give this dickhead any credit. So,
Too early.
so people have started saying toxic and negative. I'm like, yeah, I made that up.
Yeah, don't worry about where it came from, please.
It actually works better if you believe I made it up. He'll be more pissed that way.
Do I think DSP is going to start doing hard drugs after the recent betrayal? I doubt it.
I hope so. I hope, man. I hope so. I hope DSP. Now this is negative of me. This is toxic and negative. I hope DSP develops substance addiction. I hope he does. He's a piece of shit. He deserves it. If anyone deserves the hell that is substance addiction, it's DSP.
Yeah. I don't know. It wouldn't feel right making fun of him. Like, it wouldn't be as funny, I don't think. Like, there are funnier alternatives to the Dark Side Phil, like, meth, like, story arc, you know?
Well, at least it accelerates it, because realistically, at this pace, he's set to stream until he's 93. Maybe we gotta.
He's not gonna live that long.
We gotta rattle the cage a little at this point.
Awesome, man. Come on.
The alcohol is already doing that. He already has a massive substance abuse with alcohol, and
He
it's like,
does, dude. He's a straight up drunk, man.
Hey, now wait a minute.
He's like a mandatory drunk. He needs to drink to even function.
yeah, that's a scary spot to be in.
Yeah.
When you need it to even exist, like your body might shut down if it doesn't get the alcohol.
Body shot.
What happened there?
Dave, what are you doing?
Oh, well, I was actually a little bit confused there too. I was like, all right, actually, hold on. I'm on DSP side. Please explain, game. Yeah. Do you have a gamer trait that is similar to Phil's in any way?
Oh yeah, dude. I'm like, I'm very aware of the fact that when I play Halo, I'm basically DSP playing Street Fighter. It is almost the same person.
Yeah, I can get that way about some games. Probably back when I was playing Halo 3, because that was the one I spent the most amount of time on. I almost wanted to go competitive until I learned in a tragic story on Tips and Tricks that people who are professional gamers hate it. And I was like, okay, never mind. But yeah, Halo 3, I would turn it into DSP. I turned it into DSP when I was playing Armored Core for Answer, the game I brought up earlier. Dude, that's fucking bullshit. Huh? Dude, those guns are OP. Man, people need to challenge themselves and try different strategies instead of using the Ken and the camis of the game. I was that dude in Armored Core. I was a pissy little shithead.
Okay, I don't think I'm that pissy, but my ego is the ego fragility and the uncontrollable rage is that's where I'm similar. I don't like blame the other people for being better, but I do get mad because my ego gets bruised because it's really big and it's really fragile when I play Halo.
Oh, okay. I wonder what I feel that sort of thing for with ego with games.
It's got to be something, right?
Yeah, it has to be something because I know I've got an ego. But I really can't. I can't think of anything. I did feel pretty bad when I was getting bodied in Neo, because there was one day I got high on stream and I played Neo, and I got knocked into the ground and basically peed on. I thought that doesn't happen to me. I'm not that bad at this game.
Which game?
Neo, Nioh. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. Top 10. My personal favorite top 10.
I have never played it. I'm looking at it right now.
It's cool, man. It's so cool. He heard Morgana that this one was a good one, and he heard correctly. This is a good one. I've watched it while sober, and I can attest that I found many parts amusing.
I can't hit it. I can't hit it.
I also would like to do that. See, I just want things for the Wikipedia that I can just cross-reference. Really, I just want to turn you guys into a cross-reference.
You just a database.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
I'm
You just
a
want a
user, man.
database.
I use you guys. And one of those things is like, what are your top 10 to say you don't play? So I kind of want every Detractor's top 10, because I want to compare stats. I kind of wish we did more of that, just circulate it, you know? Those little newsletters that they do with social media. Like, what do you think of this? But DSP's stupid is what I'm trying to say.
There was... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, I don't know what I'm talking about.
The Elden Ring is that you don't play, that outside of release. I believe it was sometime last year. That's like 12 hours long.
Dude.
Godlike.
Fantastic.
All 12 hours of it.
Fantastic.
There was a super funny, like, I don't know if he's just like making sure the audience is awake or something, but Outsider put in this really funny montage of just a DSP saying the most toxic things, but it's like chopped up to make it even more toxic.
Nice.
And it just catches you off guard because you don't know where it is.
That's a good one. I like that.
And I'd say Need for Speed Payback.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know what to do. How do I do this?
Definitely.
I don't know how to
You
have
ass
forward
cock
charge
fucking
shots.
shit cock ass.
I like how we get different.
Complete a game if I handed it to you. That rant is in there. Godlike.
I like how he was lazily racist in the beginning. That was probably. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't mind when DSP's racist because it's kind of funny.
At least it's genuine. That's the closest to funny he has ever gotten, and I can see why people would find that like not the racism, but the authenticity of it, and like the umph behind the humor. I could see why they would find that funny.
Not gonna do it all over. I do.
Oh my god, this dude is so funny. Please continue.
That specifically the Need for Speed Payback one, he was so unbelievably racist in the first like 30 minutes of that game.
Yeah, it's like this car is powered by burrito farts. Like, dude, that's so funny. It's so lame.
Dumb.
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
It's Beavis and Butthead stuff. That's actually kind of good stuff.
What a pain in the ass. What a major pain in the ass.
Oh,
this
man.
is.
Let's see, off the top of my dome, one of my favorite This How You Don't plays. Need for Speed Payback is fantastic. I like Neo because it's like my personal connection to it. He also actually kind of accidentally did a challenge run on Neo, which was cool. It was cool that he did a challenge run by accident. And he did only center stance with the katana the entire game. Like, this dude cut out 80% of the combat out of the game and got through it. He beat it. Like, except for the
No,
DLC.
because I missed. I aim straight for it. I missed.
I like Metal Gear Solid 3 and 2. They're just too good. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Oh yeah. I never failed the mission.
Fucking bullshit controllers. He pistol whipped his what are some other good ones?
Okay.
I kind of like the ones that get weirdly artistic and do little cutaways and stuff. Well, one of my favorites is mine, and the reason why has to be on my top 10 is because I'm like just proud that I made it. So I'm like, okay, mine's my favorite. You know? And
Why is it continuing? Why is it continuing? What the
that's another
fuck?
good one.
What? Sly Cooper? Sly Cooper.
Sly Cooper was a fun one.
I don't have enough.
Sly Cooper, I felt like I would have enjoyed a lot more if I played Sly Cooper, because I never played that one. So when I was watching, like,
it didn't end, and now I'm out of time.
I didn't either.
This is more shit.
but it's good. It was a good one.
You can just tell. Well, what was funny about Sly Cooper is that the puzzles were, the puzzles were designed for like children, like actual maybe like 8 or 9 year olds, and they're designed to be fun for children. And it like looks like an objectively good game for like a really young person.
Ratchet and Clank is like that too.
Oh, here we go.
I get every gear. Oh, now they changed it, so you didn't win. You gotta do something else.
I want to see that again.
That's it. Oh, come on now. Come on, Bam.
Fuck this. I mean it. Fucking bullshit. I get every gear.
I love
Oh,
that.
now they changed it.
Where's that at, Phil?
Yeah,
Flip off
where
the
is
camera
that?
more. Fuck you, Cannon Brothers. Fuck you.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
God.
I would have liked
Why
Armored
force him
Core
in the game?
6,
Why
except
send
he
him
was
in the
just
game?
so
Seriously.
lame with the game.
Right
He
here
wasn't
is where
fun at
most
all.
people are just gonna say,
Yeah,
fuck
that's
this,
the
stop
problem
playing.
with modern.
Shit,
It's like
moment.
he's
Right
and
here,
PPP
kids,
said
you're
it
like, fuck this, I'm not playing
already.
this game no more. This game's fucking stupid.
He's so afraid of the detractors
That was
making
really
this is
dumb.
how you don't plays that are
that's
fun.
Just someone who just loves to feel sorry for themselves. Just ignore them. They're just gonna be
like,
negative about everything.
Honestly, DSP's legendary because of this how you don't play. That's kind of why this dude's going to be here forever.
And like his ego can't let him just have the fun. So he plays games. He looks up the guides beforehand. He's got his dents hand holding him both in chat and Darziak and all of his little dents in his little Discord behind the scenes.
Okay, I had to hit the stupid clock. I'm a retard. But I suck.
It's
I'm a terrible
way less
gamer.
fun now
Horrible.
because there's just none of
Wow.
this. Because he already
Right.
knows how to do it. He knows how to
Reaction.
beat it. He
Did
knows
a cheer.
what the puzzle is, and he
Wasn't like
pretends
he
like,
was that
oh,
weird
isn't that
challenge
crazy that I
bullshit.
just
Waiting till later
stumbled
on
into
to get
this,
worse.
you know,
Wow.
thing. Like
It's gonna get even
the
worse
Outer
than that.
Wilds playthrough was just
Yes, guys,
like
this game is a
totally
full
defeated
$60.
the
Just
whole
asking, how much is
reason
it?
that
Full
anybody
game.
would play that game is having his
Just
dents
change
hand
this
holding
from
through it.
This is super and use mine to cancel it.
The only time we ever
Oh!
get true DSP
I was near
anymore
the
is
ball, I pressed
fighting
left
games or
and A,
Souls
and he
games.
went all the way to the
Outside of
left
that, we
and said,
never
"Oh."
see
So what you do,
DSP.
you're
He's just this
supposed
husk
to
of a
track the
human.
ball, and he didn't do it.
Yeah, fighting
He did
games
it
are really
again!
it because, well,
I'm near the
like
ball,
he's
but
like
look
me.
at it,
He
he's supposed to
can't
hold and
control
release, he's supposed to track
getting
the ball,
angry when his
he's not doing
ego,
it.
you know,
Left
gets
and right.
shattered.
Yep.
Which happens a lot, and so it just comes out, and that's
Alright,
the
try
most
again.
fun.
Apparently this boo can do a
That
curve
is
ball.
fun.
Oh, people have seen me get pissed at games before. People have seen me get kind of whiny about. Dude,
my God!
I turned pretty whiny when I was playing
I don't have that.
Twisted Metal Black because I actually wasn't having fun. I was getting my ass kicked. I wasn't enjoying that. But yeah, that game kind of triggered me. I turned into a baby there.
How do I restart? I just want to restart.
Oh, Mafia 2. Mafia 2 was a very good This Is How You Don't Play. And what made it good was it had Panda Lee in it. And she was
just
kind of
curveball,
funny.
curveball.
She was shitting on him the whole time. And it kind of made a good dynamic because then it turned into Billy and Mandy. Mandy was, you know, Leanna was there just antagonizing Phil the whole time. And he's just this dopey idiot
Oh my
responding to
God.
it.
It's supposed to be a rally challenge.
It's a good one. It's a good one. Definitely watch Mafia 2. Just for the DSP Leanna interaction.
Oh my God. He like spiked
He
it.
is really struggling to figure out the right-handed racket slice shot. That right there.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God.
He is
dude.
really
Why
struggling to
does he
figure out
curve
that
the ball like
backhand.
that? I don't have that ability. I don't have the ability to curve the ball, but he does.
No, that's
So
the.
broken.
Oh my God.
Oh
I'm
my
like, dude,
God.
it's just a game, bro. Just get into the game. You're trying to take it too
Have you ever
seriously.
seen in a game of tennis someone hits the ball and it curves like you're pitching it in baseball?
Mafia 2.
Yes.
That happens ever in
Yeah.
tennis.
That's
Yes,
It
it's called a
happens in
slice, you moron.
or a curveball in baseball.
Or a
like-
curveball.
Yeah, yeah.
With a ball that's much heavier and much like lower drag
I pressed
and much
left
more
and he
difficult to
jumped
like
back. I pressed left and
move
he jumped
midair.
Uh,
out. What the hell?
He's like, what's like baseball? It's like, well, yeah, they figured out how to do it. It's not that hard.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
What is a thing that you would like to see documented in video that's not been documented with film? Like, I would like to
shit is
see
not fair at all.
videos of his childhood. Because we have that from Chris Chan. We've got childhood videos of him. I wanted to see DSP when he was like 6 and when he didn't get the Wolverine figure. I want to see that.
Dude, dude, this is super hard. It really is.
I'd love to
This is
see
only
that.
the second
Yeah,
word
I
of
would
the
like to
game.
see
It's
that too. Specifically because of that. My theory is that Linda was just like she had no idea how to parent, and she wouldn't let Dave instill any discipline in him. And like, you know, they were definitely the couple that when they had kids, they didn't like decide on how they were gonna like, because you need to make those decisions before you actually have your kid. Is like, how are we gonna discipline them? How are we gonna punish them? How are we going to like encourage them to like grow up to be like worthwhile adults? You know, and I don't think they ever had that conversation. So it's just a lot of like Dave trying to discipline his kid because he's like, that's it, son, like the belt's coming off, and then Linda just like throws herself in front of him like, no, don't hurt him, no.
I almost kind of blame Dave though in a lot of ways because this dude was in the military, and you know there's the common notion that people in the military are rather tough exterior. No, there could be some very gentle people with military experience, and but they all know about discipline. Everyone who's been in the military knows about discipline. How did you not install any sort of discipline into this lad? None?
Well, I actually agree with you. I think it is on Dave because as you know, as the man of the house, it is your like you have the final say. So like it's up to you to say like, no, we are going to discipline this child because, well, if you don't, what you're seeing on screen right now is the result. You know, you've got this man baby who is never disciplined. He's never seen the consequences of any of his bad behavior. No. And, you know, now he's middle-aged and is 40, and he's a complete and abject failure in every way imaginable. And, like, imagine how much fun DSP's having right now. Like, do you think he's enjoying... You think he enjoyed his day off, or do you think he spent the entire time like buried in his phone, seething over Kino Casino snaking him?
Dude, that dude
like,
boils in his
The reason they did that is because he was never parented. Like it really all stems back to that.
Yeah.
So I like your answer a lot. Like seeing childhood videos would be awesome.
Yeah.
I did it.
I want to see DSP getting in trouble, and not necessarily for the act, but I want to see. I have this weird hypothesis that what his method of just justifying his actions, Linda would give up. So it got it in his head that he could just whine out an answer and things will go away. Hey, that's some heavy training.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude's a bomb, man. People were saying, you know, what if your kid's a serial killer? Man, what if your kid's DSP? A public embarrassment to your family line.
Wow, I couldn't.
Oh no!
Well, it's really made me like think about like, okay, what if, like, on the off chance, what if it's not the parents' fault? Like, what if it's not Linda and Dave's fault that DSP ended up like this? Like, what if they actually did everything right, they did nothing wrong, and he still ended up like this? Like, that's a scary thought that you as a parent could do this, like, could do everything right, and this is what you get.
Like, I would think that'd be kind of fascinating because then that becomes a situation where DSP is kind of like this scientific anomaly, you know, and that's kind of cool. That's the most flattering thing I have to say about DSP is that he is a very fascinating specimen. I would love to donate his brain to science. I think that we might learn something from this guy's brain. It's got Swiss cheese holes all over it. It's fascinating, you know.
There's amazing behavior. Just on display, and especially like listening to, I don't know, PvP. I call him PvP.
Yeah, okay.
The last couple of days, like what he's had to say about like what interacting with DSP on a like I don't know what it's called, like a actual we're friends level is like, and it is incredible. Just
I don't know what to do.
Like how he behaves is amazing. It's literally amazing.
It is.
It's almost unbelievable if you didn't know DSP. Like, you'd think he's lying if you weren't some dirty troll that sits here and consumes these Say Don't Plays and watches, like, the restreams and stuff. You'd think he's lying.
Not gonna do it.
Anyway, that's all. That's all I gotta say.
Fascinating thing. DSP is a weird individual.
I would like to, well, maybe not now, but I would like to pre-clum
5 to 10 minute boss fight.
do a nice like video walkthrough of the do a house tour of the Gout Fortress to see what the real state of disrepair is.
Yeah, I'm very curious. Like in a weird way, I'd almost kind of feel bad for him. Because like if he goes outside and it's just a dump in the house, like bro, you are dealing with some shit, aren't you? Dude, turn the game off, man. You need therapy, bro.
He does, but no, he's way past that point. Therapy ain't gonna fix him. It's the therapist is a troll.
Yep. They don't know how life works.
As a mouth.
That's probably one of my favorite DSP-isms. They don't know how life works. Because it's hilarious. Because this guy is saying that. The dude who could not possibly know how life is.
Literally knows nothing about how anything life-related works. And now that's what we're going to say about people.
I think that it was kind of... Okay, I'm going to go out on a limb here. I think that Dave kind of did the right thing trying to get DSP that job. Because if you realize your kid is just a super failure, your last saving grace is put him in a position where he can't do harm. You know? And I think that he tried to get his son a job and get him into middle management where he could fulfill his goal of being a toxic, useless asshole. And then we're good, you know?
I would say he did the right thing, but for different reasons, because like it is your kid and that's really all you have. So you gotta throw your entire weight behind them to try and make them as much of a success as you can.
Absolutely.
Even if it's like gonna cost you your own career and your own integrity.
Yeah.
Like, oh well.
It's true.
I looked out.
But yeah, I kind of blame Dave more than Linda. 'Cause, I mean, it's so easy to just say he has mom problems, but like, dude, where was he? Where was he at in all this?
Yeah, I would blame Linda just because I think Linda is the source of the problem, and like Dave's, like my excuse me, I gotta get my words straight.
It really does.
Cool.
Theoretically, Dave's passivity in his parenting is not like it's not as much to blame as like that wouldn't be an issue if Linda wasn't such a dysfunctional mother to begin with.
Yeah.
When I know how to beat the boss, but they don't
It's
give me
true.
the opportunity to beat the fucking boss. That's a problem of the game.
Man, I would
design.
love to
It's
see
not
their
my
family
fault.
dynamics.
It's
Just
not like,
even
oh, you
for a
beat me in
minute.
tennis match.
Yeah.
No, you didn't give me enough charge.
That's why Chris Chan will always be the most legendary lolcow and the true progenitor of it, is because you have data from all angles with him. You know how his parents were, you know how they interacted with them, in some ways horrifying.
This is only the second fucking boss in the game.
Yeah.
And it's this annoying.
I kind of imagine Dave with the same mindset of Bob, or Chris Chan's dad. This dude, my kid's a functionally incompetent idiot. How do I get him as far away from society as possible? You know?
Yeah.
Man, imagine if DSP was like, I don't know, like a train conductor. Man, those tracks would get jumped every time. Dude, I blocked that.
I was blocking. It was rollback emergency brake mechanics.
He's pointing at the joystick. See? I'm doing them input.
Pointing at the dead man's switch. What the fuck?
Huh?
Yeah, what?
It is possibly the most powerful weapon that existed. I was discussing Sci-fi on Going Green, and DSP is a stupefaction field. Imagine if you had a weapon, like a small metal ball, and then it just activates, and everyone within a 10-kilometer radius just turns into Darkside Field. You got planes falling out of the sky. You got police officers accidentally shooting themselves like that, dude. Because you know, you always go with the idea that DSP would never be in these situations. What if he was? You know?
Yeah, if you press that button, then you have somebody, at least one person, who has a firearm within arm's reach, and that is a horrifying concept.
Yes.
Finally,
It's scarier than zombies, man.
Insanely fast. Don't actually
A
aim
field
them,
of
just shoot
fills.
them.
Imagine you hit a military base with that, man. You got tanks shooting at each other, saying, "What, dude? I blocked that."
The whole point of a video game
Oh, man.
is supposed to be able to find different.
Somebody's like about to land a fighter jet on an aircraft carrier, and then all of a sudden they turn it into DSP on a half-mile final.
Yes.
Yeah, what you need to
It's
do
like,
is
what?
just
Huh? I put the hook down, what?
It was more about speed than accuracy.
I mean, it's kind of the most powerful sci-fi weapon that exists, because you can just shoot at a ship and that ship will blow up. Like, it will die, because it'll accidentally set off the reactor. Dude, I did press that. You see it? You see the button?
I pushed the fire extinguishers to activate. It didn't work.
All right, guys, we need to hit.
So I want to tell you, that's what my sci-fi is. My sci-fi is sci-fi absurdism. I just tell goofy, dumb stories that make no sense. Oh man, and I do plan on having DSP be in one of my stories, and I guess that's when it's going to expose me. That's when people know about it. And I want DSP to be a reoccurring character, but I don't want him to be important. If that makes any sense.
Just the idiot that's just there to shoot himself in the foot for a cheap laugh, and then he exits stage left.
Yeah. He's kind of like Forrest Gump in that he's just always in various points of history. This dumb guy just kind of shows up again. But my original idea is I wanted something like DSP as V'ger from Star Trek, where he's just this satellite that drifts through space antagonizing people. But I thought that kind of sucks, because then he can never return as a character because he's going just straight. Like, no, I don't want
direction. Once he's gone, he's gone.
Yeah, so it's because I think about that kind of dumb shit when I write. So I can't make that happen. I have to have him reoccur.
So I don't know if you know about this, but on Twitter, if you give Grok, you can just send the AI your entire work. It'll read it in like 2 seconds and give you feedback on it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, it would probably say, dude, a lot of this shit's stupid. I'm like, yeah, that's the point.
Well, it'll help you with like character development and stuff, and there's a lot of works that I've sent it and been like, what do you think about this? And then it very obviously read the whole thing, and it's like, well, this character was introduced pretty weakly. This character's really good, you know, keep this. Here's how I would adjust this.
That's fascinating.
Pacing is bad here. Pacing is good here.
That's fascinating. I wonder if you could program it to have a specific aesthetic. Like, okay, this, guide me towards this. Because one of the things that I'm a big fan of is there's a book. And if you go to 1 hour and about 7 minutes into my This Is How I Don't Play I Made, it'll be a code there. There's a code that shows up on screen just for a second. That'll take you to one of the greatest books of all time. That book influenced my understanding of how to tell a story. Like, the way the guy tells the stories are so visceral and real. You feel like a dude sitting on a couch next to you telling you the story. It's got all this weird nuance to it. I'm like, I try and steal that. I try and bite it. I bite his style a little bit.
Of course.
And, yeah, so I throw a little bit of that in there. There are periods, though, where I kind of get pissed when I'm writing, and I just vocalize it. There's one part where I couldn't figure out how to get these characters to be spotted and detected. So I just cut away to another scene and then came back and said, by the way, they got spotted. We're not going to worry about how. And I just got pissed. I just went with that. I think I need to work on my dialogue. I'm really bad with dialogue. My dialogue sucks. Even though I've got this weird way of describing things. Everyone talks very robotic.
Comes back to bite you right in the butt.
I need to spice it up. JoJo. Have you watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
No.
Have you read it?
No.
I would advise you do so immediately. I don't know your stance on anime, but what I'm saying here is I completely understand it because most anime sucks. JoJo is such a damn good anime. It's kind of like it breaks the barrier. It breaks free of that. It's like, damn, this is good. This is good.
Well, I've got it written down. I'll add it to my list.
It's okay. Well, I'm going to do the JoJo plug. JoJo does this fascinating thing where it gives you everything you didn't know you wanted. It's a kind of alternative way of telling stories about superpowered characters. The superpowers don't really affect their body. Like, everyone's pretty mortal. They just have this power that they can use. And it's very weirdly balanced. It's kind of like everyone's a shitty X-Men. Everyone's got a very specific power that doesn't seem like it'd be that useful. But then they put themselves in an environment where it's useful. And then it's kind of cool. It's a calculated chess game these characters play. And you find yourself getting into it because they're like, okay, well, this guy can control water, but only in the form of moisture. Again, this guy, you know, like stuff like that. And there's a really, really cool dynamic with it. And the other thing that's cool about it is it respects your time in a way that most anime does. Most anime insults your time. One Piece insults you with how long it takes to get anything to happen. JoJo fights are over in about 2 episodes. And it's like this. It's this. Introduction to bad guy. Bad guy wins. Next part. Bad guy still winning. JoJo wins. It's a very easy rhythm. And like shows like Dragon Ball Z wastes your time, man.
Oh,
Shit
yeah.
wastes your time. JoJo
And
gets to fight.
Dude, that's why I don't really watch anime, is because of that. Because it's like, I do not have time to sit here for 8 episodes and watch you charge up half of a spell for 8 episodes.
You're gonna love JoJo. JoJo respects you, and it always feels cool. Like, you always feel satisfied with the story. And that's when it gets weird in some episodes. You're like, well, dude, this is a 3-episode fight. What's going on? Oh, God, this dude is super powerful. This is the final boss. Because it's an anthology story. And so you've got multiple final bosses. And, you should watch it. I'll send you the link.
Oh my God!
I got you, man.
As I was about to
Sounds
hit it.
good.
As I was about to hit
So I got to send you 2 things. Write this down.
Meanwhile, DSP is getting absolutely farmed by this shy guy.
Back to Deuce.
The other thing that JoJo does is that it exists here. It exists in contemporary reality. There's no world of My Hero Academia. Like, they mention things like James Bond movies. They talk about music. They talk about Prince. They talk about the psychological studies that existed at the time. Like, these dudes are learned, and that's what I'm talking about when it comes to the capacities of a writer. Araki is a absolute master writer, and you don't know it until you read JoJo. He is he has a very artistic way of having his character speak. Everyone speaks so calculated and coolly. You'll love it. And then at the same time, sometimes I just get raunchy and violent and say, "How about I fucking break my foot off in your ass?" and stuff like that. And then the fight pops.
Did you ever read the Dresden Files?
No, what's Dresden Files?
Really?
What's Dresden?
Somebody in chat will have read the Dresden Files. It's like
Nothing I could do. Nothing I could fucking do.
Never mind. If you didn't read, it's just like mystery, supernatural detective. It seems like it's kind of up your alley, for but it might be a little old for it though. Like, it's meant for like late high school, early college level reading, I guess. But they're still really good.
I like.
There's also a bunch of books that I read when I was like much younger, and I reread through them recently, thinking that they wouldn't hold up or that I would have outgrown them, and I didn't. They still hold up. They're still sick.
So good stuff. Some people just make masterpieces of their time, and they just last forever.
Another great, this is how you don't play.
Dude, there was nothing I could
Crash
do.
Bandicoot.
There was
Sorry,
absolutely nothing I could
excuse me. Crash Team Racing.
Yes, that was a good one.
Oh my God.
Anything with wheels and a road and high speed, guaranteed to be hilarious.
It's true. He's a damn gifted individual. I want DSP to have a stand. The stand is a special ability. It's called a stand because it stands next to you.
Fuck? You wouldn't go
And the
left.
stands are named after
me?
songs, bands,
Fucking
or
bullshit.
musical compositions, whatever.
What? It didn't work. I ran out of
So
super.
DSP stand
Ah,
is
he killed
called
himself. He beat himself.
Science of Selling Yourself Short. And it's the Less Than Jake song. Yes. Because if you really listen to the lyrics, it's just DSP crying to himself. Like, dude, my life sucks. I have nothing wrong.
Nothing I can do. There's no way I can get there in time.
And that's his stand is Pig Roach Luck. And what Pig Roach Luck does, here's the ability. You'll see how it works. It has basically granted DSP plus 10 on all saving rolls. All saving rolls. He is invincible. However, he gets a minus 20 on all other checks. So, like, he can't do anything. He's super useless, but he's invincible.
Fuck.
He can just re-roll again and like maybe save himself.
Exactly. So you kind of just, after a while, you realize, wait, I can't beat this dude, but he actually can't beat me, so I'm moving on. and that happens in JoJo. Sometimes fights, they're just like, all right, we're done.
I'm right near the ball. I press the button. Mario
Perfect
goes the other
example,
direction towards the
bankruptcy.
animation.
He's about to go bankrupt, and he's about to finally be held accountable for making terrible financial decisions. What happens? The world shuts down. We're doing bankruptcy over the phone, baby. I don't have to actually show up.
Nothing I can do.
I just have to
There's no way to
talk to
stop
some
it.
boomer.
Like, I'm waiting for it to be tested to the limits.
It's over.
There's gonna be some day where like, oh my god, DSP's about to get super audited, super sued, and then you're gonna find out, dude, meteors hitting the Earth. I'm like, no way.
What the
Yeah.
fuck?
This dude's
I
gonna get
totally
away with it.
The ball. I'm right next to it. I press the button and he goes the wrong way.
His bankruptcy comes off cooldown in April of 2027, so we are rapidly approaching that.
Oh my god.
And I think he's gonna declare it again. He's gonna rack up those credit cards,
He
and
is.
that's gonna be that.
Dude's crashing, man. He doesn't realize that what he's witnessing
He did it
is the
again!
end.
He did it again.
Because he
I'm
thinks
right
he
next
still
to the
has
ball.
control. He
Both
thinks he
buttons
still
are
has a say.
supposed
Dude,
tap
it's
the ball
about to
and hit it.
collapse.
He goes the
Something's
wrong
about to
fucking
break
way.
here.
Dude, I hope
Oh,
so.
this is my fault.
I'm so ready for this to be over, and there's
it.
like he
I
just
won
needs
the
to go
set. Now
away.
it's 1-1.
Like
I think
this
so.
is so exhausting.
Yeah, now we
it's
go to the third and
miserable.
final set. Oh
I
my
mean, it
God.
is funny for us
Why
in
are
like a
these Mario
sadistic
versus
way,
random
but
Shy Guy such
like
an epic fucking
I really
series
just want
here?
DSP to be either
Still
like
continues.
the good ending is he's forced to get a job working in retail. That is the good ending.
Nothing I could do. I tried.
That's it, man. Like, the only thing, the defeat of DSP is so simple as get employed.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Oh my
forcing
god.
forcing him to like humble himself and be forced to do something that he believes is beneath him to continue existing. And like,
Oh, come
nice
on!
shot, idiot.
I was in.
It's kind of
Suck my
like, dude,
balls.
that's kind of
I
my
was in.
pledge about a
Suck my
DSP.
tennis balls.
Dude, if you get a
Fuck,
job, I will leave you
five-year-old,
alone. I
comedy.
will leave you alone. That's what I've been telling you to do for years. Get a
Yeah.
job.
Well,
done.
I can't
I
really
do?
because there's
Can you get
so
up
much
there?
interesting
I
lore.
haven't
So I don't
even
want to say I
slowed
could
down or
leave him
nothing.
alone. I don't think people would. Even if he
I did it.
I
Wow,
forget what I was.
won.
Fuck, I lost my train of
You
shot.
gotta be
Train of
kidding
thought. That
me.
was too funny.
I won.
If you would leave him
No
alone.
freaking way. I beat
Yeah,
Shy Guy.
people wouldn't leave him
Wow.
alone because
After
there's
that
so
crazy
much
amount
lore
of
already.
losing
Even
right
if
at
he
the beginning, I
croaked
came
on
back and
stream,
won.
or he, like he,
God
let's say he
damn,
dies
dude.
off stream,
Like,
and
25 shots past
like
me.
he just never shows up to stream, and then we learn like 2 weeks later in the obituaries, like we see his name in the written obituaries.
Metal Gear Rex.
Like you could still start a troll channel and go through the lore because there is so much there, most of which is still unexamined, which is wild because we have so many people that like have actual lore channels.
Yeah.
So anyway, the trolls will never go away. There's plenty of like content to make if that's
Wow.
what people want to do. It's just
What the fuck?
like there's
Yeah,
just
that's
so
what I
much
did.
lore. He doesn't need to be here for us to exist.
His lore is very fascinating. He's essentially a
this is gonna be
modern
tough.
Greek tragedy. Really,
God,
that's
hurt.
about as beautiful as I can say. Like, dude's life
It's-
absolutely sucks.
I'm gonna steal a line from Kino Casino. DSP is not Sisyphus. DSP is the
fast
boulder,
fail.
and the dents and the Kino Casino are the people that are trying to push the boulder up the hill. But the difference in this analogy is that the boulder is silent.
Yep.
Not like, all right, guys, now guys need to push a little bit harder, okay?
That's what I wanted, but instead it gives me the other move I
Yeah.
don't ever want.
Anyway.
DSP is a curse upon himself.
I don't know how to get it past.
I mean,
it. It's
I'm
ridiculous.
content to watch his old shit forever. I kind of like it. Like I could rewatch DSP like I rewatch American Dad. You know?
Yeah, and this kind of stuff that we're watching now is
Nothing to do. I can
actually
knock
quite a
you
bit more
back
fun
and
than what's
get it
going on
over
now.
from
I have a feeling that like the DMs are going to get leaked from Kino Casino. I think there's going to be some like pretty dark stuff in there that's going to like ruin the fun for a lot of people. Maybe me.
Oh my god, stupid.
Like I knew it was
move,
always
I
going to end in
don't
this.
want.
I knew it was
They should
always
never
going to end
made
in
the
a
trigger
dark
have
place.
two inputs.
It's inevitable.
Yeah.
It's either
There's
free
no
or
other
double
direction it
tap,
could go.
or hold up
And
double
the
tap on
it's
X.
gonna get to a
Instead, I
point where the
click the
lore
lock,
is
and I
objectively
double tap
way
to
more
save
fun
it
than
when
what's
I
going
click
on
it,
right
I
now.
double
Like
tap
if
to make sure I
we're
answer it
watching
now.
a guy
I
like
get the wrong
slowly
every
drink himself to
time.
death. Like what happens when we're watching him every day very rapidly drink himself to death, or something like
Yeah.
like Ethan Ralph, where he's just pilled out on stream every single day.
Yeah.
Like that's not nearly
I
as
didn't do
fun
that!
as like
Oh my God,
I
I
don't know
was lucky. I
flipping
took
off
the
the
power
camera
shot.
because Shy Guy did a
did it.
slicing
I
shot and he
almost
doesn't
failed
know
to
how
take
that's
you a power shot
possible.
by charging and give me a regular shot, but I
Yeah,
got it.
DSP was kind of
Fuck.
DSP here is unaware of the end. He thinks he can still go a couple more years of this.
Oh wow, what a combo that was.
This is the DSP of the pre-10-year plan.
I think we're gonna start seeing Psychosis side Phil here shortly.
What do you mean?
What? I got
Like
robbed.
This is we're approaching a weird place where this guy has been mentally and socially isolated for basically 20 years.
Another
This dude's kind of
no!
he's gonna have
Oh
weird
my God,
issues for a
only 30
while.
seconds. I'm so close too.
And
Well,
I
he
can
already
see-
does.
Yeah.
He already has massive issues.
See, it sounds dark. Like I think DSP would find this insulting, but I got to point at you and say, man, dude, it's not looking good for you, man. Do you feel you ever advocate for Phil? You feel you ever do?
I probably did at one point. I felt sympathy when I first like started paying attention.
I barely got any points for that combo.
I just felt bad, and
so
at one
close.
point maybe, but no, not anymore. Like I would like to see him.
Real close.
Not, I don't want to say I want to see him suffer,
No,
but I want to
oh, no,
see
Andrew,
him
I'm not
suffer
playing
in a
Final
way
Fantasy
that like
Stop
he would
that.
define
What an
suffering.
awful,
Like suffering
terrible,
as in I have to eat lunch meat
horrible
sandwiches every
thing to
day.
say.
Suffering as in
What
I
is
have
that?
to
It's a skull
you know,
full of
put on
what you're
the
talking about.
Fred
Sounds
Meyer
like-
uniform and
sounds like I'm
go
making
to a
no
job
Friday.
that I hate in order to,
By
you
the
know,
way, there's idiots in
afford
the chat
food.
telling me that they don't
Like
know
that's what I want. And ultimately that would have been the best thing for him. I don't know, in like 2017, 2018 around this time, but
Reached the
like
summit.
now, no.
What will we
Like I just
find?
want to see him go away. Like I just want him gone.
Same.
All right.
But I do look down at him sometimes. I say, dude, you could have salvaged this. There were multiple times in your life where you could have turned this ship around.
Oh,
and you couldn't
dude,
do it.
imagine.
Whoa.
Imagine. I'm
God,
not
it's
40
the
yet,
hands.
but
It's the freaking
by
hands,
age
boss.
40,
Ice
getting
hands.
$2.5 million,
I already missed.
getting
Are you
drunk
kidding
and
me?
playing video games by age 40. Think about that. Think about what a normal person could have done with that and what people have done with it. Like people that were doing like COD videos and stuff. Back
You
in
gotta
the
be kidding
same.
me. Oh my God.
They did extremely well for
Yeah, I
themselves.
remember
If you
that
invest,
much.
you
I can't do it
save,
now.
you, I don't know, spend
Like,
normally,
way the fuck out
you
there.
behave normally, that can go a long way and that can set you up for a great life. DSP didn't do any of that though. So there are many points in which he could have saved it. The most recent one being with
What?
Kino
I couldn't get
Casino
to the star in time to do it.
and being like the king or whatever and just going back to like Isaac Heimler and doing that stuff.
Great, my bracket,
Yep.
bro.
They kind of offered him freedom.
Dude, this is impossible.
They offered him freedom, and he
100%
turned it down.
cheating.
DSP chose chains instead of freedom.
Yep.
What a sad man. Like I'm saying, he's a Roman tragedy. The man who chose his chains. What a loser. What a phenomenal loser.
Dave,
Now I
you
don't
missed
have
it.
time.
Yeah, man, you suck at this, dude.
This
I do
sucks.
like these little puzzle
They're gonna
things.
waste so much- yeah, they're gonna waste so much time with this phase.
And you have to know, Phil, that
Oh my
WWE
God,
Champions
this is
thing,
like
man.
40, 50 seconds.
Dude, that fucked you, man. You wasted so much money on
Oh my
nothing.
God, you're kidding me.
Yeah. Well, if it's not even WWE Champions, because if it wasn't that, it would have been something else.
Yeah,
Like WWE Champions just happened to be the thing that
yeah.
soaked up all the money, you know.
No. He had it pretty good, pretty damn well apparently. He could have
Yeah,
just been way
9 seconds
nicer.
left.
She
Yeah, he
liked
just-
him. She liked
Dude,
him.
if he just wasn't an asshole
Oh
to
my
every
God.
single person that he came in contact
And
with.
by the way, it's
Yeah.
not a snow ogre at all. It's the freaking hands boss.
Things
I
would have
don't
been
know.
different. We
Looking
wouldn't
back, I
even
kind of
be
liked Pam DeLee. She was kind of feisty. She was all right, you know. She was a
Oh,
bit of a
yeah,
brat.
Right.
But, like,
Okay, it's easy to say that now, but
oh yeah, definitely at the time I can understand. But like, it's almost kind of, I don't know, maybe it's some sort of weird
How am I
lore
supposed
of
to die
Lenny,
when you're flapping
but
me?
of old Lenny the deranged here. But like, I like my wife because she's kind of a brat. I like that. I think it's hot, you know. But it's like, and I think like Pam DeLee wasn't bad, realistically. It was way better than this dude deserved, for real. Let's be
And they
real.
counted the ball got past me. It's horse shit.
yep, and apparently she's doing very well for herself.
And I'm
I
happy
hope-
for her. That's
I'm
awesome.
very happy for her.
I'd like to talk to her. I'd like to talk to her to congratulate her, not even shit on her. Because I think that's what she's afraid of. I think she's afraid that if she comes back, everyone's going to shit on her. A lot of people probably will. Like, nah, you know what? Pull up a chair.
6 power shots in
I
a
would
row.
love to hear the stories. I know that's not fair, and I know like it's not fair to expect that. I still want to hear them.
Yeah, dude, she could tell them me, and I could never tell you guys. I want to know.
I couldn't see because the hand was in the way.
Damn, right in the
So
face.
cheap 'cause you can't see.
Yeah, I offer Panda complete immunity
Although
on all
that was
charges.
easier than the last boss
All
I did.
toxicity.
Actually,
What toxicity? That shit was hilarious.
With the high seas have to offer
I used to follow her on Instagram, but then she
She
I was
circled the
one of
wagons.
Feature
the
presentation.
geez, I think it was because of side scrollers. Like she ended up
All right, guys.
like blocking a bunch of people. I think I was one of them because I just looked after that and I was no longer following her. I was like, God damn it.
That's a
She
bummer.
found me.
It's a bummer. We shouldn't have been talking about her that much. We should have just chilled and let her live and just check in on her. Because yeah, I bet she'd also just feel really embarrassed to talk about DSP. And again, I can understand that. People have bad relationships. They do. They have relationships that they look back on and say, that was a bad relationship. That sucked. I bet that's how she looks at it. She outgrew him.
Already, dude.
She was a child, essentially, when Phil found her. She outgrew him. That's fascinating.
Yeah. Well, it's the classic, like, isolate from family and, you know.
Dude, that's so unfair. How does he do that? I can't aim it like that.
She just saw
Wow,
how
he gets it every
incompetent he
time.
was. He was too
That's not right at
incompetent.
all.
I'd like
I
to
don't
talk
know
to
what-
Rainbow too.
Oh, come on.
I don't know what triggered it, but I think the anxiety attack in the hospital was probably. I don't know. Do you think they were broken up at that point?
I kind
Or
of
no?
think that they had discussed it at that point. Like, we should consider it. And then that pushed it to, no, we're getting broken up. We're breaking up.
What? Oh my god.
It's like, dude, that is probably one of the worst things he's ever done. Of all of his sins, that might be the worst one. It's like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you that you would ever think to do that? Why?
What the hell is wrong with you that you'd ever think to say that on a live stream?
Dude, that is nobody's business. This guy's never known how to respect people. I blame Dave. I blame Dave. My dad taught me respect. He said, respect these people. They earned it. You know, stuff like that.
I don't fucking want that.
Just imagine you bring Panda Lee home and then, or like your Panda Lee, and your ex-boyfriend or soon-to-be ex, whatever, just got home from the, you guys just got home from the hospital or whatever.
He's like, well, honey, I need to stream because I lost my revenue for the day. I missed the stream.
And then,
Did you see that?
so you like go in the bedroom to lay down or whatever. So he waddles out, goes into his streaming room, fires up his stream, and you hear him just like yelling at his camera about how like all your medical problems.
She
What
said,
an asshole.
in his story, he says, I think the most damning detail is he says in his story, he said, and she asked me, you're probably going to talk about this on the stream. And I said, yeah. And she said, and she didn't say anything. She actually was testing you right there, Phil. She was testing
Maybe
you and
you
you
shouldn't
failed.
talk about people's medical problems on stream.
You should have said, no, you know what? It's not appropriate. I shouldn't do it. And you failed. And he's like, what? I don't understand why a grown man, if that happened, would just come back and say,
God.
something went down, it's resolved, we're good, back on stream. And if anyone asks a question, you don't have to answer. Just ignore it. It'll go away. He has never been able to do that.
Oh, I think it was either Rambo or Howard said he has problems with damage control.
Yes.
That is the understatement of the century.
It's probably what should be his epitaph. Honestly, if we get to pick a DSP epitaph, that's it. He had a real problem with damage control.
God, dude. This is impossible.
I would say the
I can't score at all against him.
epitaph
I seriously
for
can't
DSP should be Here Lies Philip Burnell, 1982 to 2026 or whatever. And then in quotes it says, there was nothing I could do.
Yep. That's a good one too. There's nothing I can do. I mean, that's true. DSP was kind of always helpless.
I don't know. I'm right next
I don't know. I offer DSP artistic immunity. I will take back all my criticisms. I can just say, well, dude, you've lived a
Dude, there
very
was no way to
shitty
stop
first
that server. It was
life.
impossible. He threw it right off the map. What the fuck?
But it was his own fault, man.
So
Yeah, that's really what sets that right there is what sets DSP apart from like, I don't know, Wings of Redemption, Low Tier God, Boogie, whatever, like all these other lolcows. Just with all these other people, you can point to a spot in their life where something wronged them that wasn't entirely their fault. Like with Wings of Redemption,
what on earth?
like it doesn't really interest me that much because His problem is that he's just not that smart. And, you know, I'm pretty sure, like, his mom and dad really weren't present in his
Oh, he's
life,
just
like,
very
at all.
uneducated, dude. He's just dumb.
Like, he's born dumb, and, like, there was nobody to, you know, show him how not to be. And that's not his fault. So, like, you could say, like, I'm not trying to excuse his behavior, but it's not like he was given a silver platter and he chose to whack it out of, you know, somebody's hand. He was dealt a bad hand, and he played the bad hand poorly.
Now I'm at fault.
But with DSP, and for all these lolcows, there's always something I can point to where it's like, there's a sliver of doubt that it's really like all 100% on them. But with DSP, it is 100% on him. Every single thing has been on him. He's been given every opportunity. I mean, literally, think about it. In the grand scheme of things, even if you're only looking at modern human history, if you just took 100 people randomly from around the world, and you offered them, say, okay, you will be given all the opportunities DSP will be given. You can get drunk and play video games, and you will be given millions and millions of dollars to do so, and you will never have to work ever again in your life if you don't want to. And all you have to do, here's a knife, shank and kill the next person you see. How many do you think? How many people out of 100 do you think would take that deal?
Ooh, I don't know. What were the state?
Like, think about it in the world. So we're talking about very dirt poor countries. Like, if you've ever been to, like, India or any of these, like, I mean, where real, true object poverty exists en masse.
Okay.
Like, those people are also in the mix.
If they
I think a lot of people take it.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
I think a lot of people would be like, yeah, sure, just point them out. I'll do it. Like, you got to think, like, there are people who
how is that fair?
Like North Africans who have held on to, like, okay, container ships going from, like, Italy to North Africa and back. When they deliver, like, the cargo to Africa, when they come back, they're light, so the rudder of this huge container ship sticks out of the water. Well, there have been times where they've gotten to Italy and found people clinging to the rudder of these big container ships, and they clung to the rudder for however long that voyage takes, and they sat there in the surf, and they like, that's how desperate these people are for just a little bit of opportunity to get into, like, a Western country where they can have some sort of life for themselves that's not in this, like, complete dirt poor poverty. And like that, I think about that a lot with DSPs. It's like, how much opportunity have you had, and look at where you are. Like, what a waste it is to have all this opportunity wasted on this gout-faced fuck. It is 100% his fault. He's been given the keys to the kingdom time and time again, and he fucks it up. And it's just so, it's like fascinating to watch, but it's so frustrating to watch every single opportunity that people would literally kill for just vanish into thin air because he's lazy. I don't really want to. And, like, it's fine. I'm not saying you have to take advantage of every single opportunity you get. I'm not trying to say, like, oh, you have to, like, you know, seize the day, because I certainly don't do that. I've played video games way too much for that. But, like, wanting to then LARP as, like, oh, I'm some poor guy that's, like, down on his luck. It's like, dude, you're one of the luckiest bastards ever to live, literally. Like, you already won the lottery. Like, he talks about winning the lottery. It's like, dude, you grew up in an English-speaking country. You've already won the lottery right there. And then on top of that, you're given all of this opportunity that you just...
motherfucker.
that you just, like, pissed away. I don't remember what sparked that rant, but there you go.
No, I agree. DSP has had way too many second chances. This dude always cries, I never get a second chance. Bro, you're on your 19th, man. You got banned from Blip, but you kind of bounced back. That's a pretty good opportunity. You should have started to behave after that, man. Be a little bit less over the top. Didn't learn that lesson.
I can't see.
Dude's got a learning disability, man.
I can't see.
I think he does, actually.
I think so. I think that you can realistically paint a profile of DSP. I think he is mentally ill. I think he does have vision problems.
You've obviously heard the glasses driving story.
Mm-hmm.
So funny.
Dude, so much of his stories of his incompetence are
What was I
wild
supposed to do?
It's just so
Change
wild.
direction again.
It's like, okay, why would you lie? Like, why would you lie about that? Why would somebody be so committed to lying about needing glasses? Like, who cares? Who cares? Like, if you're like 5, I could see you being like, I don't want to be a nerd.
Yeah.
But even like a high school kid, I'd be like, okay, bro, you gotta grow up at some point.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
it's
great.
glasses. Who
That's
cares? This is
actually
not
terrible now.
1980, and you're not 5.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Like, you need to
Look,
grow
cheating
up and
again.
just put on your glasses.
100%
But no.
cheating. It's first thing, boop, cheats. Goes right off the fucking stupid mask.
I'm kind of happy to have good vision. I do feel like my eyes are starting to get a little blurry. I'm like, I'm afraid to get glasses because here's the reality of it. I just love not having to deal with them. I see you guys have to keep them in your little case and when I'm like, I'm so glad I don't have to deal with any of that shit. But I'm like, oh crap, my eyes are probably gonna get bad here soon. That means I gotta find some kick-ass glasses. I'm not doing any of these nerd glasses. I'm having like steampunk glasses. I'm gonna get some cool ones. I ain't gonna look like no dweeb. You know,
Of course not.
no, man. What are those things? Those wraparounds that Bob Burnquist wore and Tony Hawk? Some of those. I'm just gonna wear some of those.
Yeah, I would get like thick-rimmed hipster glasses if I had the choice. Honestly, they would look more or less identical to the Gunner glasses.
I just want
wore on
want
stream
glasses
all the time.
versions of this frame. Yeah.
What I can do.
Yeah.
That'd be hype.
Completely, utterly broken, unfair, unbalanced.
Ramen Brahmin says, I'm not mad that he's gotten the opportunities. I'm frustrated how casually he brushes them off and upset when he doesn't get more. That's a great way to
What can I
put
do?
it.
I'm
Such
doing-
an entitled pig.
That's basically my rant, but better. So, well done. Thank you for
out
that.
again.
Dude, these dudes were so willing to work with this guy, and he demanded so much of them. Like, PPP was legitimately pissed at this point. Like, we bent our asses over backwards for you, Phil, and you fucked us.
Yeah.
And-
I'm like, dude, how
Oh, that's a
wild.
hit.
The kick verification thing.
Dude, that was...
How narcissistic do you have to be to behave like that? Like, what? I've done 3 streams and you won't verify me? What the fuck? It's like, dude, people stream for
Fucking terrible.
years and still don't get verification.
There was no,
And
there
his
was
streams are
insane
ass, and they're not
difficulty
even
where
exclusive.
he gets to just bounce
So,
off
like,
the middle
he's
constantly.
dual
You can't
streaming
do
on
anything about it,
YouTube.
You can't change direction. But he
It's like, well,
psychically goes for the ball
I'm
so he's
a
always there.
professional content creator,
It's a blatant
actually.
case
So
of
I'm a
no
professional, so
cheating.
I should get
He doesn't
priority.
have to see
I
something
get to be in
react,
front of
he
the
knows where
line.
the ball's gonna
And then
be.
he ordered them to go contact Kick. Like, what the fuck? Are they your servants?
Talk, and the trash comes with you.
Dude, you got problems, Phil.
Well, thank you, Ruby, for the
Phil
cheat.
is a
Yeah,
little
this is-
tyrant.
this
He is a little
beat everything up
king.
to now, and now all of a sudden, insane difficulty spikes
He should
out
just
of nowhere.
he should just wear the
Balance
crown
game.
and wear this
Dumb
have the crown
fucking
and
idiots
scepter.
who made this game. Stupid. Idiots.
You're a poetic guy, Lefty.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
it's
very
not a
learned.
game.
I can tell that about you. You read a lot of books, don't you?
A lot of
Change
fiction,
direction.
not
I was preparing for
not
the
not
swing,
anything
change
useful.
direction.
I
What
read
can do about it?
chewing gum for the brain.
That's good. That's a good way to put it. I like that.
Double fault. What? You got to put it in the.
Come on, man. I need to do more writing. I've been thinking about taking a backseat on DSP stuff and going back to writing. So that would mean like a significant decrease in streams. But I kind of want to. I've got a lot of fun ideas, and I've been pretty damn motivated lately. I should kind of ride on that energy for a bit.
That's the problem with DSP is it's fun, but like I guess chewing gum for the brain is good,
Unbelievable. All that
good
work,
like
he
a
wins
good
the
word
game.
for it. Because
He wins the
I don't know,
fucking game.
it just could soak up all of your time, and you really don't get anything out of it. Like gout clout is actually so worthless. It's funny hearing like
I was
the
charging to swing the ball
larger
right there, and he
creators
goes,
talk about like, yeah, I got like
Fair.
I have all these subs
Nothing,
and
I
it's
can't even do that. Why-
completely
he gets
worthless
to curve the ball.
because
Look.
it's gout. It's connected to
He gets to curve
Dave.
the ball. I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't curve the ball. So
I mean,
that's
'cause you
the
kinda
ability
see
he
that
has, I
with,
don't
like,
have. There's no way that I can stay
You
with
kind
no
of see that
problem.
with
He's gonna curve
your
it
side
anytime, and I
projects.
can't.
Like whenever I do something like a gameplay stream, a lot of people show up. That's cool. And I'm always kind of like a little bummed out because like, it's kind of nice to have a bunch of people to talk to. And it's not like DSP looks at numbers in a very toxic way. He looks at numbers like those are potential wallets. I'm like, this guy's got jokes. All of you guys got jokes. And you miss out on a couple of jokes because they're not there. And but yeah, a lot of that's attached to the DSP, DSP stream viewership. Like, people want to watch my thoughts on Phil. They don't want to watch my thoughts on Portal
What?
Commander or whatever
My
jank I
rat
found.
the ball.
Got
There's
it.
the shoulder bracket right there. Goes right
Yeah.
That's cool.
Great game.
It's cool.
Some people might though. You don't know.
Yeah. Oh, and dude, everyone who shows up is the coolest. Every single person who shows up is the coolest. But yeah, it's just a little thought I have. I feel like I see myself in Phil's shadow in a lot of ways, because DSP and I grapple with a lot of the same questions. But he comes to I'm goofus to hit. No, he's goofus to my
It's
galleon.
my fault. When I bounce
Like,
the ball off the pole, it's always out.
I feel
He
like
doesn't
DSP and I
force
often have the
freaking
same
hit
thought
possible
process, but I
track.
just come
Fuck
to a
this
different
game.
conclusion. I'm like, I should suck it up and not be a shithead. DSP's like, well, time to be a shithead.
Oh, it did it again 3 times in a row. Ow. When I'm not doing that. Like, that's the game.
That's one of them. It's like
itself.
DSP and I kind of have like a similar narcissism. We all like kind of want to be cool, but you kind of can't be cool if you're seeking cool, you know? But,
I
think so.
It
I
fucking
think so.
sucks. It fucking sucks.
it's like JoJo, coolest
Maybe
dude
just
ever.
try hard.
Terrible gamer. I'm horrible.
You're trying way too fucking hard to be cool. Put the
You wanna
spoiler on your Honda Civic. Come on,
Do
brother.
you want to see cool? I'm gonna show you cool. I'm gonna
Let's
show
see
you.
cool.
All right, and this is about time because it's been a while since my last copyright claim, so this will be fun.
Mods, please time hate ZP, please. He's being negative. Troll in the chat. Thank you.
Oh, kick talk reminds me. There must be why Lefty quick kick, then instantly partner. That makes sense.
I tried to dual stream the kick with the OBS extension. It was a complete disaster. I had
How'd that
2
happen?
disaster streams and then I gave up.
Oh, okay. Well, dang. Well, like, what were you hoping to do in kick that you weren't going to do on YouTube? Were you planning on letting some color fly? What were you going to do?
Yeah, dude, slurs, nonstop. I just wanted okay, the YouTube streaming is great. However, the Kick UI is as Twitch UI is the same. It's just a reskin. It's just so much more fun, and I want people to be able to post People Riot in chat. I want that. It's so much more cozy. The YouTube UI is way more. It's like fluorescent lighting, like in the office, like the really hard white but evenly distributed fluorescent lights. That's what the YouTube UI is. But the the Kick UI is a much more soft yellow chandelier.
Okay.
There's a lot of dumb bullshit in the Kick UI that's objectively worthless, but it's just more fun. All the dumb bullshit adds up so that it's a more fun experience for the viewer, in my opinion. So I wanted to the reason I wanted to dual stream is I wanted to give people the option to have that if they wanted, but I was dealing with bitrate limits and YouTube encoders, and it was all right, well I could multi-box or split it up and I could split the load, and it was just too much work, and I'm like, screw it, I'll figure it out later.
Okay.
Sterile.
Yes.
There you go, Dogsplain. Thank you.
You stepped into the unknown and realized, I might need a moment on that. That's a good. I wish to have that kind of wisdom. So this is from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 3.
Of course.
And this is probably one of the coolest scenes to exist, period. This is cooler than Han Solo shooting Greedo. Or Han Solo shooting that Arab dude in Indiana Jones. So this guy's stand is that whatever injuries he takes, someone else takes tenfold. So basically you can't kill him, because otherwise you kill someone else. And Jotaro's stand is as you're about to see, is just death. Jotaro's the coolest dude ever. Look at this dude, just cold as a cucumber. Guy behind me has a knife, whatever. And you got this song back. That's Ninja, having rock as your backing audio. And if your stand is affected by something, you're affected by something. So his stand is paralyzed. Why is his stand paralyzed? Someone wrapped his ass up.
Oh my god.
Hierophant Green, he's cool. I like Hierophant Green. Good stand. Like, I want this painted on my van, but it has to move. What you're about to witness.
許しはてめえが殺したエンヤバーに来いな。俺たちは初めっからてめえを許す気はないのさ。ディオから前金をもらっている。それをやれよ。やれやれ。てめえ正真正銘の史上最低な男だぜ。
Alright.
てめえのつけば金では払えねえぜ。
With money. Amazing. This is a little over. You want that painted on your car?
Yeah, man, that's the coolest, man. Possibly one of the coolest scenes that exists, period. And that's what I'm talking about with JoJo. JoJo is cool. That's what makes it cool. You know, because everything's cool, but this is the black motorcycle of anime. That's cool.
I think he was wearing a leather jacket though. So
Yes.
that qualifies.
He's rad, man. And what's cool about it with JoJo is that you realize that rad is truly tied to attitude more than anything. Because JoJo looks cool already because he's like big and muscular. Well, later on the art style kind of changes and the characters become a little bit more feminine. And even then I was like, dude, this guy is cool. He knows how to beat the shit out of people and then look cool.
And then he does a fucking curveball you can't do anything about. This is completely broken.
ESP is still on the
The
stage.
game is completely unbalanced.
But that's what I'm saying, man.
Meanwhile,
Watch JoJo, guys. Watch JoJo. You're gonna. And I kind of mean that to people who don't watch anime. If you don't watch anime, give this one a shot. This one's pretty good.
I pressed right and you jumped back instead.
I pressed try pushing block.
What?
I pressed circle.
I want him to hold up the controller and point at the button. That's my favorite part.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Okay, Elden Ring, this is how you don't play.
What?
There is a have you seen it?
Ow!
Yeah, I've seen it. Hell yeah.
Okay,
Every
the segment
fucking time.
where he is convinced that his controller has delay.
Oh, yes.
And he's like pushing the button and like holding up the controller to the camera.
Yeah.
And like pushing the attack button. He's like, see? It's delayed.
It's so good. It's so good.
godlike.
It's
I
so
love
good.
that segment.
I didn't fucking
The Souls games are also some of the most S-tier games of all time. Because Dark Souls kind of has this weird formula to it that's perfect anti-film.
What is going
It
on?
preys
Oh, yeah.
on all of his weird mental problems.
Why did they put this in the game like this?
I think my favorite one is that Dark Souls kind of shows DSP's impatience. Because there's tons of times where he gets impatient with the game and just starts sprinting past enemies, only to get jumped by 30 dudes.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm 71
I
up to now.
never
The
played.
fucking- the
I've
game
actually
decides
not
to
tried.
change.
Not never played. I've tried to get into like Souls games, maybe 4 or 5 times, and they never stuck. I just not interested. I don't know what it is. I should be interested.
Well, it didn't
Dave.
work. It didn't
Yeah, I would
work.
think you would
I
really
start
like the
for some
Souls
reason, it
games
was
because of
fire,
how
and
they
then all
tell
of a
their
sudden I
stories.
fucking lose.
Dark Souls, the games, the
Yeah.
Dark Souls games, I'm not being kind of like a fanboy and saying this, but like they have a fascinating way they tell their story.
Nothing I can do. I have
And
no sugar.
yeah, if you just don't vibe
I
with the
have no
game, it
sugar. I
sucks
keep
because you miss out on
about
that.
it.
They have the best take on H.P. Lovecraft. It's better than Lovecraft, actually.
I
It's
was
something
holding
that
right. I was
transcended the
holding right.
creator.
Well,
And
I'm gonna have to try again then. I guess that's what's gonna have to happen.
Do it. We're
dude, I
back.
remember just being blown away by the story. And then what's great about it is that I didn't actually understand the story. I thought I understood it, and then I was like, oh, that's such a cool game. I want to see what people's thoughts were on the ending. And they're like, did you notice all these millions of things? I was like, actually, no. I have to replay it. And, well, luckily I just rewatched it all. I was like, this game is very very flavorful. Very flavorful.
Broken and unfair.
Because it's all about, it starts off with, I'll give a little bit of a spoiler. It starts off with a beast plague. You come to the city and people are turning into werewolves and shit. And then eventually you realize, wait a minute, shit's kind of behind this. What's going on? And then the rabbit hole begins.
Interesting.
It's good. And only in the story, it's one of those stories that can't be adapted. There could never be a Dark Souls movie. It couldn't exist. What are you going to do? Hand out item descriptions to your audience?
How is this my fault that it goes that far out of the way?
How is this my fault?
You don't want to do this? I agree. You should turn the game off. Assert dominance.
I go to aim the fire and I'm already out of super for some reason. I can't fire my ball.
Where's my super? It's like Street Fighter.
Yeah. I've noticed I've said drop my input one time. I was at work and I was pressed. I was doing something. I was like, oh, wait a minute, drop my input. No. Oh, crap. I can't let people hear that. That sounds actually bad. Toxic and negative is the best one. But I noticed that you're very coy with your way of doing DSP references. You'll be like,
insanely broken.
Bunch of nudnicks.
It's like, I don't know. You wouldn't suspect anything's weird. You might suspect him a goofball, but no more than that. You'd be like, that's a little like. It's like, oh, that's a little weird. I guess that's just the way he talks. Yep.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there was something I was gonna said. Oh, I like dark fantasy. I'm a big fan of it. Which is weird that I don't like Dark Souls. Since you're into literature and gaming.
Ladies
What's
and
up?
gentlemen, welcome back to Mario Tennis Aces. I don't know.
I'm about to open my notes. What's up?
Today. Like, being realistic, this fight against Blooper is so tough. I don't know how we're gonna do. I'm gonna try.
Where'd Lefty go? Oh no, I'm scared. Lefty, I cannot hear you.
Oh my god.
Well, I'm going to continue onward and hope that this situation remains.
Wow, what a
I will be
start.
looking at chat. Somebody Photoshop DSP and PPP's face on that because that's what's about to happen. Oh, we're talking about something else. I forgot. Barry Scott the Lost said the game was Mario Tennis game. I like every Souls game
How
except
is
for
that fair?
Elden Ring. Something about
He
open
always
world
hits it
games
off the
I can't
ball and I
stand.
can't do it. When I hit off the
I
ball,
did.
it always goes out. It's completely broken.
I have weird feelings towards Elden Ring. On one hand, I found that the gameplay and combat loop was the best, but I felt like the story wasn't too high.
Absolutely nothing I can do about it.
I don't know why.
Playing on
Just
this
didn't
plan,
Can you hear me?
quite
we have
like
to
it.
always-
Yeah, now I can hear you.
This is
Okay,
actually
yeah,
something
my internet
unrelated, but
went
why
out.
do we have to do this?
Oh,
If
dang.
something goes wrong, there's always got
So
to be
yeah,
a pivotal
candles.
point,
Thank you,
and someone
ZP.
who has to
Glad
be
you guys were
responsible for it.
remembering my legacy in chat.
Yeah, they were mourning your death prematurely.
Anyway, have you ever played Spec Ops: The Line?
No, it's a game I know I need to play. I knew it since it first
I'm trying
came
to pull
out.
up my super to try to break his racket, but
I would recommend
it's
it.
not working.
I
Like,
played
the
through it
super's running
maybe
slow.
a week ago, and I've been 100%ing it on stream. It's not exactly the most exciting
At least I'm
stream
scoring
content,
now.
but
Last time I couldn't even score once.
I would highly recommend that. It is see, just listen to the way you talk and like how you like stuff. It's very much like an
What's it supposed to do there?
expectation subverting
Okay.
thing,
Yeah, it's
and
completely
it
unfair.
goes a lot further down the, or I guess up the flowchart or down the flowchart of like subverting your
Yeah, you can do it without wasting
expectations
super,
than
but
any
super
other
I
game
can't.
that I've ever played.
Okay, I'm gonna make sure this is on the other tab because I don't want to dox myself. I'm just gonna order it right now because I can't trust myself to remember this. So I have I have a website that I refuse to tell people about, but I want you guys to know that I am rubbing it in your face on purpose because I have a website that I found that sells vintage games pretty cheap, and so I don't need people to compete with here.
Well, it's
Sorry.
$20 on CD Keys if anybody in chat is
No.
interested. So.
We're going for the Xbox 360 version.
Oh yeah, you're different for sure. Wait, did I
Dude, I hit you up on. I already told you about that. Actually,
Yeah.
I hit you up on Discord about that. I totally forgot.
No, that's cool, dude. $40. That's a little bit. How much did you say it was on Steam?
$20, and I would say it is worth. It is worth that.
All right. Let's go back over to that. We're doing live purchasing.
If you play through it and you're like, that was really stupid, I wasn't worth $20, let me know and I'll Venmo you the cost. I'll eat the cost.
You're that confident, huh?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Spec Ops: The Line, and it's you said it's on CD keys. Why am I over here? I have no reason to be over here. CD keys. Wait, I think you just sent it to me in the DM. That's right. You just finished telling me this. There it is.
I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct.
I felt like you did everything correct. I will vouch for people if they say that you were being toxic and negative. I want to do DSP law. I want to do a DSP
What?
like DSP law is you were found guilty of toxicity and negativity in the first degree. Like, what are the different charges?
Like the Kingdom of Gout Kangaroo Court.
Yes, like give me a legal system. Like, what's objection? Is it no? You know, it's like, what do you want? Yeah, I will haul your case. You know,
I'm going. Yeah, bailiff. I demand you lean in, manual ban the defendant.
Fuck you, idiot.
Fuck you, I dropped my input. What?
Dude, I haven't reached the public
two
goal.
people yelling at each other, and their lawyers also yelling at the other lawyer.
There it is. Yeah, let's throw that on there.
Yeah, Hayed ZP brings up a good point. You could scam me and just tell me you hated it, and then it's free $20. Easy.
That's
Easiest
true.
$20 of your life. Actually,
But he'll start suspecting something when I praise it too many times.
He's like on streaming, you're like,
Yeah,
"This is the
that
greatest
kind of reminds
story
me of
ever."
Spec Ops Line. They did something similar. It's kind of cool like that. All right, this guy sounds like a fan. All right, thank you for your order. Hey, you know what? No problem. I'm happy to help. Well,
You're very
okay,
welcome.
cool. Now it's going to confirmation me, and it'll remind me when I get back. All right, now everyone, I'm glad you're all super cool about seeing my docs all over screen. Let's go.
My super move in order to bring you
Yeah,
back
I'm a
in.
kind of a weird artsy fartsy dude. If you ever listen to one of my streams where I'm high and I'm playing that game, that what's it called? I want to say Sci-fi,
Can't
but that's
see
not correct.
shit.
Retrowave World.
Wasn't it?
That
Wasn't
game
that
pulls
worth
out
it?
an artistic
Ow.
side of me.
Even though I shot it straight
Yeah,
towards
it's pretty
it.
fun.
Ow.
If you get high, if anyone gets high, I highly recommend playing that game. You'll feel something. I'm the time cop. I like that little skit I did. I was kind of proud of myself for
yeah.
that skit. With the, I fought in the Time
This is so
Wars.
much fun.
They had nothing to do with time travel. It was named after Nathan Time.
That's terrible.
You know.
I'm right near it. I pressed the button. You
I liked how I
missed it.
made my
How is that
wife kind of
fault?
look like Sarah Connor.
Supposed to
She's
strap
got this
on,
very
doesn't it?
blown out hair. She got the tank top on. She's got her leg up smoking. Oh man! And so that's what I'm talking about. Like I have this
didn't want
weird
that.
fixation
I
on
didn't
art
want
and
that.
aesthetics, which is again a thing that I'm a polar
don't
opposite
understand
on
why I
Phil
did a
on.
double
Phil can't
high shot. I
appreciate
didn't do a
shit.
double
He
high
sees
shot.
no
Yeah, I
art
only
in
wanted one.
anything, no poetry in
By
life at
itself, I
all.
wasn't holding
Like I
the
see it
trigger anymore.
everywhere.
Yeah, same. Likewise, there's so much that, like, just going through life that I see that, like you said, you just appreciate the aesthetic and the poetry on just, like, not necessarily smelling the roses, but appreciating that, like, there is a, like, the roses existing is a, like, there's a larger story there to appreciate.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, they arrange them. Okay, well, stuff's being done here.
What in the hell was that? I was holding.
and,
I
like,
held
oh man,
forward and Y, and the game did that instead.
saying
I didn't
aesthetic,
even do
that can get you so far.
The game did something I did not do.
Like Halo as a franchise
Okay then.
exists
I
on.
leveled up.
I didn't realize it until 343 took over. I'm not gonna turn this into 343 Rant, I promise.
I didn't do
However,
this at all.
Air your feelings.
Oh, try again.
no, you don't want that, I promise. Where there is absolutely zero aesthetic, and it completely ruined the games because there's no aesthetic
Nothing I can do.
No,
in the
man.
343 games.
Absolutely
Bungie nailed
nothing
it.
I can do. Mario's
Absolutely
too
nailed
slow.
it.
Bungie was godlike, man. Halo 3 is best Halo.
Agreed.
Halo 3 is best one. Then it tried to be something it wasn't. It tried to
don't
be.
want that.
It tried to be Call of Duty.
don't want it.
Don't be Call of Duty.
I always do the
Halo.
when I don't want
I'll
it.
play
Yeah.
Call of Duty. I'll play Call of Duty. A lot of people like Reach, but that's when I noticed it. I noticed it when I had selectable kits. I thought, that's not Halo.
Well, it's not entirely fair because those were like that was just a custom game that you could make, and there are a lot of custom games that are really fun that are that it makes the sandbox better to have like customizable loadouts, and like in competitive play, like the loadouts didn't really exist. There's plenty of criticisms of Reach, but I Reach, in my opinion, campaign-wise, is the best beginning to end. Like, and it's not necessarily like the best in context of the larger Halo games, but like it's what I recommend to everybody play through first because it is canonically the first game, but it's also like a good story with a good conclusion that kind of ties into the larger universe. But it's not like, okay, well after the first one, then you have to play the second one, then you have to play the third.
Of course it's out. I didn't even want that. I was just trying to hit it left. I wasn't trying to hit it off the fucking the stupid mass. Yeah, the game this is fucking terrible. It really is.
I like that Reach game mode. I've always been a fan of the Rush style of game mode with first-person shooters. I call it Rush after Gold Rush from Bad Company 1.
Okay.
And you've got 2 points that you have to protect, and then you've got the attacker side. They move up and they detonate it, blow it up, and then the front line changes. I've always thought that was very cool. So I did like that you had that in Halo Reach with the invasion mode. Yes. Invasion kick ass. Probably my favorite game type. Like oddball. I'm like, all right, whatever. You know, I was more team big team battle. I like jumping around using the lasers and shit. You know. I could kind of lock into a competitive one. Like, all right, we can do lockout. We can do BRs and lockout. I can do that. I can hold my own on that. But I always wanted to be a professional. I was never that good. I was too whiny. I couldn't get good.
How is that fair? You fucking bounced it perfectly again off the mask. There's nothing I can do. It's completely broken.
Complete broken, man.
Dude, he's still on. I feel like we've been watching them play on the ship, and it just bouncing off the center post, like the main. I don't know what that's called. I'm not a. Maybe I am American, but
it's a mast. It's not a correct tennis arrangement.
Nothing I can do.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Who made this? The designers lost their way.
It's like it's kind of cool that they added environmental hazards to tennis, to tennis. Only DSP would have a problem with that.
And he didn't follow the ball like he's supposed to.
Oh my god, he's so bad at this.
Maybe that's why DSP has no aesthetic. Is because he doesn't see anything as cool.
I broke another racket.
Because even his wrestling gimmicks that he does is so half-assed. Why doesn't he dress like Macho Man Randy Savage? I mean, why not? He thinks wrestling's cool, right? He doesn't think anything's cool. He did think video games, dude, was cool with all his gamer shirts. I think he feels kind of liberated to not have to wear those dumb shirts anymore.
What the hell? I'm following the ball. I tried to
shot. That's LTG's doing. He doesn't know any better. It's just any criticism. If you criticize anything, you're a troll. Period. So if you don't like my shirts, all right, get banned, troll. But LTG just mentally touched him so hard that, well, got him to change his shirt.
Yeah.
I'm holding right.
I think he did realize he looked like a clown. Finally, he realized, oh shit, I do actually look kind of dumb.
Fucking right.
Which, I mean, I don't really fully blame him for transitioning to these clothes. People are always talking about how fat he is and all his moves and whatnot, but like at the same time, look, it took him this long to finally put on something else besides Cole's gamer wear, you know. The dude finally grew up a little bit by accident.
Agreed, Brahmin. I didn't think about it like that, but yeah, definitely.
No, being canonical. Master Chief was cool, but I like being a more character in the universe.
So I remember. Explain. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I remember. I'm sorry. I'm just getting a quick opinion piece. I remember I dipped out at Halo 4. I did not like Halo 4. I thought Halo 4 straight up sucked.
I cannot control
Dude, it is terrible.
That's the piece of shit game.
Great series. Andy Bunker Dweller is a YouTuber. He's got like 5 videos on his channel. He ranted for 2 straight hours about Halo 4 and how bad it is, how irreparably horrible it is, and we should not be looking at it as some like nostalgia bait. And oh my god, he even found things that like I hadn't even considered. Just an amazing series on his Halo 4 critique. Yeah, I mean he just gets all over it, and rightfully so, because it's just a cheap money grab. They thought that like They literally, oh my god, okay. I really don't want to turn this into a 343 rant.
Go for
I
it,
did
man.
it. I
Literally
broke his
got
racket.
people.
Did I win?
Literally,
I think I
to make
won.
that game, they looked for people that
I
didn't like
won.
Halo to make
I
Halo.
broke all his rackets.
What a tragedy, man. What a complete self-destruction.
That's it. I win.
What a
I
waste.
passed.
I don't think I've
They
experienced
have
anything
fucking
quite like that
brackets.
since Assassin's
Wow.
Creed. Assassin's
So
Creed
that's why you
wasted
beat
its
him. You don't
potential.
actually outplay him at all. You just break his fucking racket.
And like, we want to talk about aesthetic. Like, Halo, Bungie Halo is like military sci-fi. Like, no matter
Wow,
what,
dude.
and this is, I got this from this
Okay,
video.
then.
Like,
Well,
no matter
I guess
what,
I guess
like,
the
humanity's getting its
campaign
ass
continues.
kicked. They're losing
Alright, so shout out
every
to
single
Dooley with
battle.
100
They
cheers.
don't win
Phil,
at
I
all.
finished the story.
But
It's not even
despite
worth
that,
it.
they are
Online is where the fun
razor
is.
sharp. I mean, they always keep their
Some people
cool.
asked me this cheers,
They're
said,
always
"Jack,
like in
IRL
control and
IRL
command,
stream was fun,
and
happy for you.
they
Thank you,
act
Scott,
professional till the very
Now I
last
expect
second.
it.
But in Halo 4, it's like, all right, something went minorly wrong. Let's just start yelling at each other for no reason. And it's just like, oh my god, it reads like
How is that my fault?
teenage fanfic, except for bad.
Oh,
Like
what the-
Sonic High School
See?
level fanfic, but Halo, and it's actually
How am I
canon.
supposed to tell where
Not to
go?
mention the extremely important retconning that they did, where they retconned a very core part of the story that's extremely important.
That's the with the
Oh.
midichlorians, right?
I'm not gonna have enough time. I only got
The
40 seconds left.
midichlorians,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna-
pretty
Yeah, whatever it
much. Might
was.
as
It's
well
the
be
the
midichlorians.
forerunners or whatever they're called.
Yeah, because it's hinted throughout Halo 1. Like, there are scenes in Halo 1 where they hint at it. And then Halo 2, they more or less come out and say it. Then in Halo 3, 343 Guilty Spark literally says, you are Forerunner. As in, like,
Man, this sucks.
Anyway.
Stupid time limit is so bad.
Humans and forerunners are the same species.
yes. And all the books and stuff, it's a very
It's not even hard,
interesting,
it's just the time
nice
limit
little
always runs out
bow,
'cause it's fucking
ties up the
idiots.
whole
They know how to
series,
design
and
something
it's
that was
like
challenging instead of
brilliant.
just,
A
oh,
lot of
time
stuff
limit
that didn't
here.
make sense the
Instead of
first time
fucking
through makes a
runs out
lot
and
more
it
sense when
gets
in
really
context with that.
frustrating.
And 343 was like, no, no,
Everybody
we're gonna
player
make a
sucks.
race that's
Player
actually
sucks.
even more ancienter and even more
even
super
tough. That is
badasser
easy. It's
and
fucking
even
time
more
limit now.
bigger. It's like, oh
Stupid.
my god, this is like
Yeah, that's Dragon
fucking
Ball Z
fanfic.
pacing. That's. Thank you for bringing me
Why
to
does
my
Mario-
Toxified
why does
thesis.
that happen?
Let's
That
hear it.
Dragon Ball Z is probably one of the
Why
worst
does he
animes
knock
of all
all the
time.
way back?
And it's kind of weird because
With a normal
it,
shot,
it,
you gotta
how
knock
can you
back
levy
my
such a
normal
charge?
shots.
How can you
You wanna
levy
charge
such a
the
charge
bullet.
against,
Yeah, see? Now I'm
how can you level such a charge against DBZ? And it's because if you really take a step back from it, it's propped up on nostalgia and hype. The actual story writing is ass. And it's because that's part of it is that it kept on escalating the situation with Halo. We found this ancient race. Well, here's an ancienter, more powerful race. And then it keeps going down the line because you've already created this cascade. And something to do with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z kind of does that, and it's just you just power up and power up and power up and power up. And it sucks because it's just an infinite. Oh well, this was God of Earth. Well, this was God of Universe. Well, this is God of Universe 7. There's other universes.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, that's so lame after a while. Because then everything's just too powerful. In JoJo, everyone's just kind of cool. We're still down here on level 1, Phil.
Why would I use the trick shots?
Well, in defense
You're
of
not trying
Dragon
to
Ball
swear,
Z,
you're
I
trying
never
to
watched it, but I think
shots
it was
with
made for like
order here.
kids.
It was. And also, the
And-
writer admits that he's not good at writing. That's something that's lost on a lot of people.
Oh, that's
especially-
funny.
Yeah, dude, it straight up admits that I'm not good at this. And
Not working. Don't play the blame game.
I think that's kind of beautiful, but at the same time, but if it had been in a JoJo formula instead, and I'll tell you why that would be cool. So what you deal with is
What the fuck? Oh
what you
my
do is
God,
you
yes, what I
leave
wanted.
Master Chief and you leave
told you
Master
I
Chief
want
and
the normal
Cortana on that
shot. I
ship
want that
path,
shit
and
to
then
flip.
forget about them. Just pretend like they're just myths after a while. And I think that I thought that was going to be the next setup, because when they did
Somehow that's
Halo
my fault.
ODST, I
I slowed down
thought,
time
oh,
completely
the
over
main
there,
character of
just noticed
this,
anyway.
he's
It's
going to
not
be
my
the
fault.
next playable character.
It's not my fault. The game fucking sucks.
He's going to be the next generation of
I mean, at least I'm
Spartan.
getting tons of
And I
experience.
thought that
but
was it.
then-
And then that next generation fights this
Frustrating,
new
you sound
alien
nothing
race,
wrong.
and it's kind of like just as good as the Covenant. And so then you have that fight. Instead, you
Yeah,
just
she
go
like
to
the coolest
ancient
thing,
super
mid-range,
mecha
mid-range,
gods.
she
Like, what the
doesn't do a lot
fuck?
of the trick shots. He doesn't try to really
Yeah,
get, screw
the
over too much.
my enjoyment of
Gotta
Dragon Ball
stay
Z was as a
mid-range.
kid watching with my cousin and watching another little kid when I was like, I don't know, 7 or 8, beat up a bunch of grown-ups. I thought that was cool. That's all I remember from Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
had some
definitely
cool
got
moments.
this
Dragon Ball, like it's undeniable. Dragon Ball Z did have cool moments. It just had bad writing. It had no stakes in the fights.
Perfect. Flawless.
And
Flawless.
there's a video.
Flawless
It's kind of like it's a
victory.
self-destruct
Stop every
switch for
shot,
Dragon Ball Z,
baby.
and
That's
it's
how it's
from
done.
Plague of Gripes. If you go to Plague Gripes videos and watch his videos about Dragon Ball Z,
It's official.
dude basically
You
pulls it
suck.
piece by piece. And then
Look
how
who
he
it
kind of
is.
proves it
Look
is he
who it is.
rewrites one of the sagas
Just
of
one
DBZ,
bounce island, boom, boom.
and his
Just
telling
go
of his
outside,
story
boom, boom.
is
The guy
infinitely
in
more
Super Mario
interesting.
3
Like,
punches the
ooh,
ground and
okay. And then, oh, all right, that's a pretty good dynamic. That's an interesting angle. We didn't get any of that. We don't get anything with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is very creative devoid, weirdly enough. But yeah, that's just my toxic thought about Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, what? I wanted to shoot at his feet. I didn't want to aim that high. That's
But
bullshit.
I think that is
That's
a
not my
failing
fault. The
of
controls are
Halo.
so
Halo should have been able to
I
just
couldn't
let go.
aim where I wanted.
Oh well, okay. If you're not gonna let go, like ODST and Reach are great
Broke his
because
randy.
they
Nice, I scored.
it's like it's a proof of concept that you don't need to tell a Master Chief story in the universe. Like there's so much
Oh, what?
in the universe
I got distracted.
that's outside of what's the Master Chief does. Because if you know anything about the extended lore, the Master Chief is only like a tiny speck of what's going on. He ends up being very important near the end, and of course, like he's what the games are made on, and like he's the reason why like humanity's
Oh,
able to
come on,
survive.
do it again. I didn't want to do that.
But
I'm
there's a
trying to
lot
aim
of
low, and
really,
it's so-
really
it's so
good
touchy
stories
with
in the
with fucking
universe
thumbstick
that have
goes
nothing
high.
to do
I
with
wanted to
Master
aim
Chief.
low.
And I would say like
That's
if you're
lame.
so creatively bankrupt that you read like
Wow.
the extended lore
What a great fucking
and you can't
control
think of anything on your
scheme
own, why not
Yeah,
just make a
track the
game
ball
about the
my
books? Like
Yep.
Bungie proved that they could kind of do that too, even though the Fall of Reach is like as a book is nowhere near like canonic, or I guess like it's really not even relevant
Nothing I can
to
do.
Halo
There's
Reach
nothing
as
I
the
can do
game.
there.
Like the game and the book are two completely separate things. But if you're that creatively bankrupt, you can't think of your own stories. Just make a game about one of the
Nothing
books,
I can do. This is
like
complete
Contact
bullshit.
Harvest. There's a Contact
was
Harvest game.
godlike book. I remember being on the edge of my seat reading that book.
I read it recently. Oh, there was an audiobook on YouTube, I guess, and it was an
Why does
AI
the
reading it,
Mario
and I was
track
like,
the
yeah,
ball?
this
What the
book's
fuck?
this is still a really good book.
Yeah, it's
The basic game
fantastic.
mechanic he's supposed to do. He doesn't track the ball.
I think it was the Halo books that inspired me to be a writer. Because I always felt like you just kind of had to be like Star Wars in order to do sci-fi. But then I realized, no, wait, actually with Halo's a pretty...
I don't
Like,
want
I'm
to
invested in this
There's
universe.
nothing I can do. There's too many magic mecha Coopers
Gundam.
going up.
What are your feelings on Gundam?
I know absolutely nothing about it. Only, honestly, the most what I know is what you exposed me to indirectly.
You are a man who would like Gundam. And I know this for a fact because Gundam does something, especially older Gundam. Older Gundam does
I
this,
don't know what happened.
where it's
I couldn't
kind of
see
like
the
a
ball.
sci-fi
There's too
war
much going
drama.
on with the mecha
You know, you
Coopers.
got these
I couldn't see
mechs,
what's happening.
and they're kind of like they're extremely advanced technology, but they're still machines. So they break down, parts fall off, shit's not working right. And
I can't see
it's
anything.
cool
Mecha
to
Coopers
have
all around me
mechs
blowing up.
be
There's nothing I can do
made
about it.
kind of like a mundane thing. Like, yeah, we got this one over here. This
Do
is the
anything wrong.
Gundam.
Sitting
It's
right next to the ball, I
the
press
arm
the
fell
button,
off.
I
We'll
press
probably
it.
put
It's
that
not my
back
fault.
on.
That's
It's so
me.
cool like that.
Being poorly made.
And
Look, did it again. That's
it's
not
something
me.
that gets
The ball's
lost in
right next
later
to me.
Gundam
I
because it
run
just
towards
turns
it,
into
press the
Super
button,
Robo, and I'm
it
not
misses.
interested in
That's
that.
the game. That's the
But
game
a lot of the
game.
manga is
Shit.
pretty good. There's
at
one
that,
called
what the
War
fuck?
Federation Hooligans, super good. But
Why
it does
can't
the
I
thing that
serve
you're
like this?
describing
When I
with
play the
Halo
game.
books, is
When
it
I serve,
all
I
has a
don't serve
giant
straight
meta
ahead no matter
narrative.
what.
They all interlock with each other. And then they kind of just threw that all away, which is a tragedy. But if you
Awful.
liked Halo, you'd
Nothing I
like
can
it.
do.
No, yeah, I probably would. I
Complete horseshit.
I'll tell you where to
Just,
start with that.
yeah. Tell me where to
Horseshit,
start
the
with
game
that,
just doesn't
and then
fucking
I'll
work.
have a place to start when I'm ready.
Idiot.
And it's kind of weird because with Gundam, you can choose a starting point. Do you want to start at the very beginning of the franchise? Because that is an option, and it's damn good. Or do you want to start with something that's a little bit more recent, that can kind of ease you into it? Do you want
I was
that?
holding left.
You know?
Yeah, probably that.
Okay. And the reason why I asked that is there's one called Gundam,
Out
and there's
my
another one
ass,
called
go
Gundam
fuck
the
yourself. I
Origin.
shot
And it's
straight
kind of
across the
complicated,
leg.
but basically
It's
Gundam the
somehow-
Origin was a manga rewrite of the first series. And so there's some key chronological differences and embellished details and what have you. Well, they did this thing in Gundam the Origin where they
Nothing I can do.
told a
I'm stunned by a
prequel within
fucking
the
mecha
story.
exploding.
And so
How am
you
I
like
supposed
cut back to the
ball?
past and you see this extended segment where all these things happen. And then you snap back to the current. Well, that past segment had always been in background lore. It'd be like in dev notes and stuff. So you never really saw it manifested. And what the problem is that gives away a humongous twist in the first series. So if you watch the original one, the twist is preserved. However, if you watch the kind of remake, the twist is immediately spoken to you. So it's like,
I can't make Mario's
which one
arm
do you want?
stretch out.
Let me tell you my main problem with media is that I have issues giving myself over to media in a way that like Death Stranding, for example, is a good example. Like I just refuse to give myself over to Death Stranding in a way that's necessary to enjoy it. And so like if like Monster Hunter is another one, like I bought a Monster Hunter game, so my buddy was like, "Oh, dude, Monster Hunter is the greatest thing ever," and then I just played it for a little bit, and I'm like, "All right, well." After like 40 minutes, it just didn't give me what I was expecting or what I wanted, I guess. Didn't hold my attention, so I guess I'm just going to close it and never open it again.
Okay.
So,
all right, I'm gonna give you my best shot at that then. I'm gonna recommend Gundam: The Origin, and it's very good. It's got some fantastic animation, gorgeous animation. It makes you realize just, dude, how much we've fallen behind when it comes to our animation technology. Man.
I'm down. I would definitely enjoy it because I like. I play War Thunder all the time. So.
And that's the original series. The original series is World War II in space. It has a ton of little parallels with World War II. You have your own Stalingrad. You have your own Battle of Berlin. And it's, if you know your World War II, you're like, oh, okay, so it's basically that battle, And it's cool because the technology keeps track with the history. So by the time you get to Battle of Berlin, like, you've got some pretty fancy weapons, and you got your STG-44s and shit. What?
Fuck you.
And so likewise, if you go to the Battle of Stalingrad one,
fuck you.
You're like, oh, it's gonna be rough.
Ow. What? Nothing I can do there.
But it's fantastic. It's cool how it basically mecha-fied World War II.
That's cool. I also like to note that in this, as I don't play, I don't think DSP understands the basic rules of tennis.
No, he doesn't know tennis.
And by basic rules, I mean, like, you have to serve like cross court. I don't know if that's the technical term for it, but like you start on one side, you have to serve to their other side. I don't think he knows that that's what happens, because what I've seen him at least 3 times go into the middle, receiving the serve, and then he just gets aced because he just like Baby Bowser, whoever this is, like serves it like at a hard angle.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you not know that like that's where it's gonna go?
Yeah, he doesn't know how to pick up on the rhythm of games. He's not perceptive like that.
Well, like he knows he has to do. He knows he has to know that's a rule because every time he serves, it has to be cross court. But it's like he doesn't know that they have to follow that rule too. The game has to follow its own rules, Dave.
Games kind of have to cheat to stay relevant. They stay a little bit ahead.
Infinite super.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, why did
Can I elaborate on my meaning on giving myself over to media?
Yes, I would like to hear more.
It's like, okay.
Blocks it perfectly.
I'm trying to think of like an example of like before I even begin consuming it, I've already given myself over to it. Like Halo Reach, for example, when that came out, I had already completely given myself over to it because Bungie had earned all my trust and I loved the franchise. So it's like I am in 100% of the way. Like it doesn't matter, even if the beginning is slow, even if it's not exactly what I wanted, it doesn't matter. I'm in it all the way. But like Death Stranding is the opposite of that, where like it starts so slow and the gameplay is so weird, and like I don't know. I just I didn't give myself over to it. Like, okay, I'm gonna put my trust in the game that this is actually a good game and spend a bunch of time like getting to the quote unquote good part,
Yeah.
And so I never gave myself over to it, like emotionally, mentally, whatever, to get to a point where I could enjoy it. And that's like Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter was the same thing. I've never had to really define that. That's a Logan K. Logan came up with that term, and I've since hijacked it.
Go fuck yourself. No, really.
So maybe he can explain it better, but it just intuitively made perfect sense to me when he explained it, and
What did
now
he
I'm
say?
having to define it, and I don't know.
Yeah, Logan's a very intelligent man. I have all these beautiful. I kind of want to make like a tarot card of you guys, tarot deck of you guys, because you all just represent these archetypes. Like I kind of see, Bo as the hermit. He's a source of wisdom, but at the same time, kind of like confusing, and also very humble. While at the same time having some weird sagacity to him. And you guys all represent like things to me like that. And I feel like he represents like the magician. And you kind of what do you represent? Because I think like Emperor is a good one. So I would like to think that one.
Okay.
What, are we like cards from Persona 3? Like which
tarot
Persona?
cards. Yeah, they all have their own little. Because tarot cards are a real thing. They have all these.
Can't stop
they're
it.
basically archetypes. That's
Can't
what they
stop
are.
it.
They're Carl Jung's
People
archetypes.
always
That's
have
it.
super.
You got the hero. You got the wise man. You
always
have
has
the
super.
fool. You know. That's
He
it.
serves it right to me. I hold the button and release.
And
it.
it's not
Get
supposed
the
to be
ball.
like they're
he's
mutually
fucking up.
exclusive, but it's like it
Shit, stop
exemplifies
me.
this. You know.
I don't know. I've never been tarot carded before, so.
Yeah, it's fascinating. I do kind of like
Can't do
tarot cards.
anything
I
about
think
this.
they're
He has
kind
infinite super.
of cool. It's just that
Infinite super.
hippie witches suck, man. Hippie witches used to be pretty cool. Like, they used to be kind of cool stoners who were rather aloof. Now they all
But have to beat him
suck.
just like Blooper. Break all his
But
rackets.
tarot is cool. DSP is the tower. He is the tower.
Broke another racket. Dude,
Why
I'm
is he at the tower?
destroying him.
The tower represents
Destroying his
ultimate
rackets.
calamity. The tower represents
one more, I
disaster.
win. One
People
more
think
racket.
death is
I
bad.
win.
Death is not bad. Death means renewal or change. What means bad is the tower. And that's the dude.
I would have guessed
Ouch!
fool.
Ow! It
Which
wasn't
one?
out. It was at his feet. It was at his feet. Ow. Okay. Well,
Okay.
I doesn't break his racket.
Wait,
Dude, I
how
don't know
far-
if you've been watching this, but this is some rough gameplay going
It doesn't
on in
matter
the
because I'm not trying to
background.
win. I'm just
Dude,
trying
there's
to
still
break
an hour
his
left.
racket.
I thought for sure this dude was near the end. He has this weird effect on me when I'm high where I think, oh, this guy's probably near the end by now.
I win. No more rackets.
Nice. Well done,
Fuck you,
Phil.
boom boom.
I'm proud of you.
Good shit.
What are your thoughts on Assassin's Creed?
I played the first two.
Good night.
I thought they were really cool, but I don't know.
That's how it's done.
I played the third one. I just like I think I'm kind of
That's
outgrown
how
this.
it's done.
I don't know. I just felt like it was made for
All right, here we go, guys.
like
Castle
a younger
practice
audience, I
course.
guess. I was just into
Yeah.
other stuff. I mean, maybe I just lost interest. Maybe I outgrew it. I don't know.
Borderlands, is it
I tried to
cheater
get
now?
into
I can't
Black
tell
Flag
what
because I
label
heard that one is
cheater.
amazing, and I
Because you use the
didn't
gold command and it doesn't
really
show up in
get
Mumsy,
into
so
it.
I can't
No.
give you a shout out.
And that was going to be a criticism. Hey, big ups, WPIG. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for the money, dummy.
Thank you so much.
What was the
Yeah,
Yeah,
welcome.
Black
Oh my
Flag.
God,
I know what you're
was it-
talking
dude,
about,
was
though.
it 5,000
Um,
bits? Now I
And
expect that people will
well,
show
there's a
up.
new
Let
Assassin's
me
Creed
throw
coming
my
out in
fucking-
like
I
5
know,
days.
I'm tired of talking
Which
about
bums
it.
me out, man.
I'm
I would be
tired-
excited to play that because I'm a huge Ninja fan, but I just know it's going
hold
to
on a
suck.
second, everybody.
I know
I
it's
think
going to
we're
be
living a
trash.
5,000-bit cheer.
Yeah, I have that feeling too. I think Ubisoft is in some serious trouble. I don't think it's going to
Holy
sell well
crap.
enough to. I don't think this game is going to sell well enough
Okay,
to
Lord Lamb
keep them
did
out
a
of bankruptcy or
5,100
insolvency
bit
or
cheer, so I
whatever.
gotta update the leaderboard for sure.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell
All
you
right,
guys,
so
but
anyway, Lord Lamb, thank you
I'm
for
going to
100
pick it
cheers.
off your
What's going
corpse.
on?
I'm going to wait till your
Somehow I'm
company
progressing
collapses
in
and
the
then
campaign.
buy
It
it for
goes
dirt
broken
cheap.
as hell. I'm literally
All
gonna
right.
waste the cheese through the campaign.
Uh,
and I'm
Same. I
still,
probably won't even buy it,
progressing
actually.
here. So thank you for the cheer.
But yeah, dude, it's okay. So Assassin's Creed is a series I highly vouch for. That you play the original trilogy plus 2, and it's called trilogy plus 2 because, well, you'll understand it when you get there. There's
It's all
3
about
numbered
showing
entries
you
and then
max
2
shard shots
adhesive
you can
ones.
shoot from all the way. So
And
with the star panels, you can do the
it's a
crazy
very good
Diablo
condensed
shots.
story that should have
That's what
been
it
the
is.
end. It should have been the end right there,
Ugh.
and then they should have done like
Plata-
anthologies of
Plata-
different time
Platano
periods.
Duro says, if I'm having a
They
hard
should have
time
not
with
even
this,
tried
I
to
try
advance
make
the
it
story.
cracky too.
And
How dare you.
or maybe not, I don't know. But the first 5 are fantastic. I remember being blown away by the ending of the first one because the first one caught me completely off guard. Going
Yeah,
back
same.
and replaying
What?
it,
I was not too
I
early.
saw
whatever.
same.
I hit it
Same?
right on time.
Say, dude, it was cool, man. I was like, dude, what is that? That is a globe. That should not exist, friend. I know my history.
Oh boy.
I don't remember that. I just remember at the end, like
Oh, when
he's
I'll-
got the true sight or whatever, and he
Yes.
looks over the living room or the bed or whatever, and he sees like all the assassin signs or whatever, and then the game just ends. I was like, oh,
Not going
that
too
was like
well.
blew my little like 14-year-old mind or whatever.
It was a good one, man. It was a good one.
Not going
And
too
I
well.
feel like Assassin's
Oh
Creed
my
had a good
God,
rhythm to
here
it
we go.
because you got a little bit more of the mystery unraveled with each installment. And then by the 4th one, you get the entire picture. And then the 5th one's about like, okay, we must resolve it. And it resolves it. It's a very good loop, and but they didn't resolve it completely. They left it open for stuff to happen. That ruined it. Yeah, Assassin's Creed 2 was good. They're all very good. It was such a novel story. Novel story.
Yeah, and it tied in so well with like what they wanted the gameplay to be.
Yeah. Altair was the best. Altair was the best assassin in Assassin's Creed. Because that dude was a ghost, man.
Agreed. I liked Ezio because I liked the origin story. I remember how blown away I was because like they introduced like 5 characters, his family.
Yeah.
And then they just instantly kill off half of his family in like a public execution.
I wanted to charge my shot and hit it right, and it didn't charge it. Instead, it just did a normal shot. Fuck.
I liked Connor. Connor was the Native American dude. He was cool. I kind of wish that he had a little bit more change throughout the story. He was always too stoic, and I kind of wanted him to have a little bit more of a tumble there.
Oh, I'm gonna lose again. I'm gonna get a ton, and I'm gonna lose at like 20.
By the way, an interesting artistic parallel
Annoying as hell.
is that if anyone who's an anime dude, Yu-Gi-Oh! And JoJo's Bizarre Adventure
Oh,
had the same first 3 main characters. It stops after that. They don't have any parallels after that. But the first one is this very stoic, very traditionally heroic macho man character. And not even really like macho man. Like he's King Arthur. He's a very knightly character. The second one is kind of the spastic goofball who's dorking around. You don't really know if he's taking it seriously, and then he's, kicks you in the head. And then the third one, Jotaro, as we saw, is just this cold individual. Cold individual. I was like, that's kind of cool that those 3 main characters lined up exactly as is. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Was good.
What the fuck? I tapped the button!
What?
Dude!
New by it? What?
He is really struggling. This is really rough.
What's he doing now?
I'm tapping X and it held it down.
Just failing.
What the hell?
What exactly is he
Failing
even trying to do here?
He's trying to get
totally fucked up.
a number of balls
ready
past
for a
the
lob. I
chain
did
chomp,
open X
and
and
so
then,
wherever
it
the
never
chain
released.
chomp
That was
is, he
amazing.
has to put the ball somewhere else.
Okay. Yeah, it seems
What the
simple enough.
fuck?
Well, it's a little bit more difficult than that, and I'm guessing it's like you have to kind of manipulate the AI. So like now you gotta like get close to the net or hit it hard the other way, but now you guys kind of gotta get close to the net and go like.
I'm standing right next to it.
I love those
I'm just
big ol'
assuming.
hoes.
What the fuck?
I
Like, that wasn't even clown mode. That was just a weird visceral reaction.
Oh, okay. Frustrating, man. Holy crap, I beat it on the first try.
What are some other
I beat this
series?
boss on the first try.
What are some of your obscure series that not a lot of people bring up?
Here you go. I did
that's a
it.
good question.
Can you believe that? I did not expect to beat that on
Like,
the
I
first
like
try.
old Yu-Gi-Oh! I like old
Going home.
Assassin's Creed. Just
Back to
old
the
something or
island
other
where
that
it started.
people may have probably forgotten by now.
Oh. Nothing too obscure, I don't think. I really like. Oh, where was it? I'm looking through my Steam library right now. I really like Borderlands. You know what I call the Borderlands games? Don't get me started on the writing of 3. Actually, you probably could. We could probably have a great conversation about that because
I would love to discuss Borderlands 3 with you.
well,
Can I? Do we
you go
want to do it
first.
now?
Then. You tell me. You rant first, and then I'll rant. We'll trade off.
Tell you what, let's go square our thoughts away. I'm gonna go use the restroom and get some fruit. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, it's just me and you, chat. I will say that Borderlands.
We're coming to you live from Arena Stadium. It's
Like, because
fucking
I'm playing through
shit
the
coming
Borderlands
in.
games with
tournament came out
one
of
of my
nowhere with
coworkers
the
right now
stadium
who's never
jam-packed
played
with
through them,
tennis
and he
fans.
just like loves
That's
co-op
right,
shooters, and so he's really loving it. We're on
Detractor
Borderlands 2 right now. Then we're gonna play the pre-sequel, and then we're gonna play Borderlands 3. But I'm gonna try and maybe talk him out of 3. 'Cause the problem with 3 is that the gunplay in 3 is the best in the series. Maybe that's a hot take, but in my opinion, the gunplay, the best in the series. The writing in 3
Holy shit.
is
It's pure fill. You're getting the
So
real deal. You're
like
not getting
catastrophically
the fake
bad.
acting
It
fill. You're
ruined the
not
whole
getting a
game for
Muppet.
me.
Like I recall
And the
smoking
fact that they
creamers.
lock you in the
They
room,
overact for the
because
camera,
like
they have to
okay,
dye
the
hair,
the,
they have
the
to
writing
face
in Borderlands 1 and 2, you may
stereotypes
say the
of
writing is not that
kids.
good, but they
I'm
let
not
you
like
like
that, and you guys
go
know
along
that.
with the
For 10
mission as
years,
they
I've
feed
prided
you these
myself on being
lines.
the real me,
Borderlands 3, they
not some
lock you
bullshit
in the room
character
and
to
they
make
force
money.
you to listen to all of their terrible writing until they're done talking. It's like
Whoa!
narcissistic writers are like, no, you're gonna pay attention. I worked hard on these lines, and now you're gonna have to pay attention to it. And it's these millennial writers that have these Funko Pop collections, and they're just not that. It's just I don't know how to explain it. It's millennial writing. It's the quintessential. It's the poster child for millennial writing, and it's so bad that I played through all the Borderlands games multiple times. Almost every single character I played through more than once because I want to like level them up, get the good guns, get to the high level DLC, whatever. Borderlands 3, I finished it, and I was like hovering over the like New Game Plus button, and I was like, no, it just ain't worth it. Like I'm not sitting through all of these unskippable cutscenes again. I'm just not doing it. I'm sorry.
Nothing I can do. Nothing I could do. Nothing I could do. I couldn't get to it in time. Yeah! Yeah! Again! Beautiful. Broke his racket! Broke his racket! Yeah, baby! Winner! Too good. It's pure fill. You're getting the real deal. You're not getting the fake acting fill. You're not getting a Muppet. I'm not like that, and you guys know that. For 10 years, I've prided myself on being the real me, not some bullshit character.
Lefty, you here?
Woo!
Where is he?
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Lefty, where'd you go?
That is what I'm
Lefty
talking
died.
about right there. Very nice.
Holy shit, that is a watery ass pear. Oh, are you?
Done.
But
it's not over.
Can you hear me?
Now it's time for the singles.
I can hear you now.
Cup. First we have.
Monosky particles.
Look at all the
Okay.
Koopas and Toads.
There's nothing I could do, guys. Comcast fucked up. There's a troll. He's messing with my internet. Anyway,
Of course, the man who needs
the
to
writing
know
in
what
Borderlands
you're
3
watching.
is bad. It's really bad. So bad that I don't even want to play the game again. But the gunplay is extremely good.
There he is. Generic Goomba.
Anyway, that's my take.
Generic Goomba has come out to save the day. Oh,
Whoa.
it's Mario. Well, we should have.
Cite your sources. What's bad?
I thought Generic Goomba would save the day, but
Honestly,
no.
I've like repressed
Mario
those
yet
memories
again, as
already
usual.
of the story.
The
The
same
story
tired
was
crap
so
over and over.
forgettable
This is
that
the last
I
Resident
don't
Evil,
even
let's be
remember what
honest,
was so
Mario
bad
should
about it.
have
I
been
know
played.
they killed off Lilith for no reason,
Alright.
and like the villains were not like the idea could work, but it just didn't work because they were just obnoxious. And it's less that the story was bad, because I can handle a bad story, that's fine. It's the fact that they locked me in the room and made me listen to their bad story that made it so much worse. It's like I don't care if you can write a bad story. Let me get in the car and you can tell me your bad story over the radio. And like, fine, that's fine. And that's what they did with 1 and 2, even though the stories were objectively better in both of those games. So.
I can't get close enough.
Oh, they killed off Maya, not Lilith? Well, there you go. I don't even remember. I just remember it was terrible, and I didn't want to experience it again. I only played through it once, because, like, I'm not playing through that garbage
What?
again.
It didn't work. I got robbed.
Man.
Yeah, I got robbed.
Okay,
It
my
didn't
thoughts
work.
on the matter
I went for my zone shot, and it did not work.
is that
Glitched out, it didn't work.
Borderlands 3
Next thing I know, I'm fucked. It's not my
started off
fault.
pissing me off.
Fucking stupid
Because the
fucking-
trailer was a lie. The trailer lies to you. There's a sequence in the trailer where it shows all the characters on your ship. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. It's like, dude, you get to hang out with, like, Brick and all these dudes all over again. You, like, do missions with them, have conversations with them. I was thinking Knights of the Old Republic. That's what I was thinking you were going to be able to do. Just chat with them all the time. Nope. They're not there. They don't have really anything to do with you. They have sometimes little quests that they have. And then the villains were so bland, man. They had no personality at all.
That's not freaking right, dude.
Yeah.
And their whole gimmick was that they were supposed to parody live streaming. But I was like, well, live streaming sucks because it's the same 9 lines over and over again. You got to go to the unhinged
What the fuck?
dark sector of streaming.
I was charging and should have been able to hit him, and instead
No.
he just stood there like an idiot and didn't follow the ball.
But instead, we just got these two idiots who are like, "Hello, subscribers! Welcome to the annihilation." Whatever. It's stupid.
It's like, again, it could work, but it just like so poorly done and so thoughtless, and like you can tell people that wrote it, or like you can just like see into their ego, like, oh yeah, you guys think you're hot shit, don't you? Like everyone that wrote this game, you guys think you're the best writers ever to live. Like you can just tell, but it's like, no, it's just nothing. It's so forgettable, and like you don't need to ruin a series like Borderlands with the writing. Like who comes to Borderlands for the writing?
It's complete bullshit.
I don't know, man. But you're right. It should have been like KOTOR, where you can just like have conversations with them like in universe to get to know them. But instead, it's like, nope. Here's some shitty cutscene where we just blab on for 20 minutes. Like it got so, maybe the fact that I don't remember it is because it got so bad that like if you pause, like you press escape or you pull up the menu, it would pause the cutscene. So you couldn't just like rummage through your inventory, you know, mark as junk or whatever, like because Borderlands is a lot of that. You couldn't do that during the cutscene. It would pause, like, oh no, wait, I'm gonna wait till I have your full and undivided attention before we give you our god tier writing that you definitely want to hear.
With our very funny quips that are charming and
and it was like these are
Shut
trying
up!
so hard to be funny, but you're not funny.
Why,
You're
Ryan
not
Reynolds?
funny, bro.
That's Ryan Reynolds in it. That's how I perceive Ryan Reynolds. Was Borderlands 3. That's the audio. Like, okay, I get you're trying to make jokes, but they're not funny.
So at one point, what I did, playing through near the end of Borderlands 3, is I'd be like, oh, we're in Sanctuary 3 again in the frickin' bridge, and I can just tell this is going to be some massive cutscene. It's going to take 15 minutes for them to cry about whatever bullshit they're talking about. I just got up and walked away from my computer. I'm like, I'm going to go get a snack. I'm going to go use the restroom or something and just wait till they're done. And I come back and I'm like, hey, look, I can play the game now. Really fun game, Gearbox. You guys nailed it.
Oh, it sucks, man.
And, well, Gearbox itself, like, I have no faith that Borderlands 4 is going to be good.
Of course not.
It's going to be probably worse than 3. And based on, like, Gearbox's handling of Risk of Rain 2, I don't know if you know about that.
No.
Oh, you don't?
Nothing I can do about this. I can't stop it.
Do you know about Risk of Rain 2? You ever played it?
I never heard of it.
Oh!
Nothing I can do.
Really? I thought... Chat,
Already lost.
anybody know of Risk of Rain 2? I want to... No, I want to know. I thought everybody, like, knew about Risk of Rain 2 and played it all the time. I thought it was, like, well, really popular. Anyway, it's like a... roguelike, third-person, like, dungeon crawler, I guess.
Okay.
It's hard to explain. Like you kill enemies to get money. You open chests with the money that you earn, and the chests give you random items that give you passive stat bonuses.
Okay.
So like you just watch the number go up, and you just do more damage. And some of it's like more damage, more crit, more move speed, more whatever. Sometimes you attach bombs to enemies.
Oh my God, this match is 20 minutes long.
Anyway, so it's like it's really fun. I love Risk of Rain 2. Gearbox bought the IP last year, I think, and I don't know what happened, but all they had to do was nothing. They just had to sit there and leave it. But they made a bunch of changes that totally like dicked it up, introduced a whole bunch of bugs, and I don't even remember specifically what the complaints were, but I remember it was really bad. Now it's thankfully playable, but the way that they handled that was just like, God, I have no faith that Gearbox is capable of doing anything at any point that is worthy of spending your money on.
Gearbox got high on its own farts.
They must have.
I can't believe I have to waste another 20 minutes.
They really did convince themselves that they were hot shit.
God, I love Risk of Rain 2. Okay. Ramen, Hate ZP, Demander, at least has heard of it.
What's a game?
Jordan.
What's a game you want? Give me a game genie shows up, kind of like the product. Game genie shows up, says you can have any game made. What game are you making?
That's a lot of pressure.
Well, think on it. I'll explain mine. Mine is I would love to have the dudes from Hitman do a Tenchu game. I promise you that game would be a masterpiece because you could have the social camouflage as you grab different Ronin or samurai outfits, you dress like a cook or something, and then you get back in your ninja ropes and take out the dude with your sword and disappear. I promise you it would be a masterful formula. Give me that game, Genie.
I would say that's a good one. I would say
That's it.
well, this is cliche for me. Seal. That was my knee-jerk reaction because it would break the world. But no, I'm too selfish for that. I'm gonna say the guys that made, I believe it was Doom 2016. I think that's id Software. I want them to buy the rights to Halo from Microsoft. I want Halo to be so trash and so devalued that Microsoft sells their IP for a sack of peanuts. And I want id Software, or at least wherever they're working now, I'm just gonna call it id of 2016, to be in charge of the Halo IP, and I want them to decanonize every single piece of garbage that has been released by 343. So I believe that's since 2012. Decanonize everything, and I want them to make Halo 4.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything.
Yeah, they could do it. Oh, definitely. Damn, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Who cares about you, boy?
Yeah, that's a good one.
And like, we don't need a huge studio full of a bunch of contractors with flashy graphics and this huge CGI budget. You need a team of like 10 dudes, and you need to just give it to them, and they'll come up with some real good stuff. And like, if since we've been talking about Halo so much, Halo Master Chief Collection, if you own it on Steam, I would highly recommend going to the workshop page and downloading Halo New Covenant. It's an original campaign mod. I played it on my channel.
I watched you play it.
Dude, it is the sequel that we should have gotten to Halo 3. It is so freaking good. And it's just one dude. Just one dude made it. And that was it. And it was, I was like so, I don't even know. I was like so angry after I got done playing it, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? 343, one dude made this, and this is better than anything that you've ever made. One dude who's just like, he's probably like a insurance salesman or something who just likes messing around with video games.
I have no super.
Like, this is what was taken from us.
This game sucks. This game fucking sucks.
That's my answer. I would love a Halo game from a studio that's competent after they decanonize all the crap that 343 is giving us.
I think that's a fantastic answer. It's a great answer. See, that's the power of the wish, because it reveals your character. Yeah. You want to right wrongs. That's cool. Me, I want to create weird Frankenstein monsters with it. All right, give me that developer and that IP. Let's see what you two dudes can do together. The other one would be I would like a Souls game set in the Ravnica setting of Magic the Gathering. Magic the Gathering's Ravnica setting is probably the most extremely slept upon potential fantasy world. Like, that world kicks ass. Those dudes are assholes. It's these 10 guilds that run the entire city, and they're all stupid as hell, and they all have various monsters. So if you made a Dark Souls of that, you're going through the city and it's night. It's always after an apocalypse. All Souls games are after an apocalypse. It's going through it and the city is quiet. There's no life in there at all. And then you're fighting like the monsters from these different guilds. That'd be cool.
You hit my body anyway.
You just gotta hold the controller up to the camera and press the button. Like, look, I was pushing it.
Wait, did you do that? I want to see that again.
Yeah, you did. Go back maybe 15 seconds.
Okay. Let's see.
What button am I holding? What button did I push? R2 doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
It hit my body anyway.
Yes. I love it. We need more of that. We definitely need more of that.
Yeah, I want more weird. That's what I always liked. I always liked weirdness of Phil. I don't like all. I liked this. I don't like his weird clown mode that he does now. His clown mode that he does now is so inorganic and soulless. This is just legitimate buffoon holding up his controller and clicking it. That's good. That's good clown mode. This is Curly Howard here. Look, Mo, I'm holding the button. Perfect. Are you okay, man?
Yeah.
You're very quiet. I was scared.
Wait, what? I am? Am I muted?
I
Hello?
guess so. All right, I want to show you some.
Yeah, let's hear it. So I'm looking up a timestamp for if we have a moment after this is over. I want it, since you're a fan of the hold the controller up to the camera segments. I want to do a live audit of the when he does that in Elden Ring, because it is so fucking funny.
I remember what you're talking about. He also did that a lot in what's it called? Sekiro. He did a lot of the hold the controller up and shit. That was dumb. Did you like the Sekiro?
Dude, I never played it. I could never get into Souls games. I don't know why. It just doesn't hook me. I don't know why.
That's weird, man.
It is weird because I love dark fantasy and I love those like I don't know. I love those kind of games, but I guess I just don't.
So here's some of the monsters from Ravnica. And like I could imagine fighting these as soul bosses or something, or souls of enemies. Like I could see fighting this giant lizard thing, or this dragon imp, or this skeleton ninja man, or this mushroom beetle.
Mhm.
And it's cool because that would be a fun ass anthology, or fun ass collection of enemies to fight. There's a lot of enemy diversity on this setting. And that's a bummer. I feel like the Souls game set in this setting would be cool.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Yeah, Souls games are a very weird game. I can understand. I completely get why people don't like them. I think that it's mean to say if you don't like them, you're not good at the game. It's not about being good. Sometimes you just don't enjoy it. Like, I'm sure those Persona games are good. I cannot get into them.
Couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah.
I'm already done.
Yeah.
I'm already done. It's already
You like them?
over.
Like Persona?
No, I don't want to say I like him. I don't know
I
if
don't-
Mono's here,
Look
but
at that!
he's
I'm sitting right next
the
to the
Persona
book. He's the
guy.
jacket.
I play it because it's funny on stream, but I don't want to say I like them, but I'm like JRPGs are just a lot. It's just a lot of time.
It is.
Like it's just a lot of time standing around talking, which that's
It's a little
cool.
too immersive.
I have no super. I might as well just hands off
I appreciate the there's no time to talk, just start shooting.
Completely
I
broken.
appreciate that a lot more than like
The game's
standing
fucking
around
terrible,
talking.
Dude. It's so terrible. And he has half super. There's nothing I can do about it. He wins. I can't do anything.
And dead. Nice.
There's nothing I can do. It cheats over and over and over. How am I supposed to win? And it's
The only Souls type game I like is Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the
fucking
Ronin was good.
health bars.
Rise of the
I
Ronin
hit
kind of almost
2 or 3
wasn't even
times
Souls
before
like.
just
It was
one of
closer
them
to
jumps.
Sekiro.
So it's a waste
And
of time.
Sekiro
I
isn't
gotta
even
do a
technically
whole
a Souls
daisy
like.
match. Again,
It's
this is what the game's
it's a
made
rhythm
terrible.
game.
This is how you don't make a campaign in a fucking game. You
Oh,
replay a whole
nice. Nice
fucking
call
match
out
for
for
no
it.
reason
Dave, come on.
twice to get to the actually cheating hard match. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, dude, he's
PSP
so
here and
toxic.
welcome. This is how you don't play Mario Tennis Aces. Now I don't know how this is gonna go. I've never played Mario Tennis game before. More than likely,
Well, I
everyone
feel
can
like I
suck.
just got hit by something.
But I
Why are we
said,
back
you
at
know
the
what?
beginning?
For free, I'm definitely gonna give it a look.
Oh, you want to
Especially
link
'cause
to that
my game's
Halo
been
mod?
sitting
Sure
around
thing,
for a
dude.
while unused, so let's give it a shot. All right. This
Ooh, you think
sucks.
it's time for men? My favorite sound clip of all time.
It's time for men.
Dude, have you seen that clip
I don't know what
from
else to say.
LTG?
It's so poorly made.
I've seen
So
so
one of
much
the worst
LTG.
fucking
It all
things
exists
ever.
in like a blob. Every time, it's awesome because I don't watch enough LTG. That every time I see a funny LTG clip, it's like I'm seeing it for the first time all over again.
Okay, so let me see if I can find it.
Yes.
This is probably my favorite LTG meme moment ever. And what makes it funny is his little story at the beginning. He was feeling so cool about himself, telling a good story. He was a good orator. And then this guy just kind of ruined
This
everything.
girl told me, dead ass, she looked at me in my face and told me, I don't think you have the capability of being in love with any woman. I just kicked back a little bit
Let's kick back.
and I stared at her and I was thinking, like, man, this bitch is so right. Ooh, you think it's time for men? No, you fake, wannabe gay fuck. It's not time for men, dumb fuck. How about you bend over and spread your black, burnt ass cheeks with your pink anus and let a nigga protrude his dick up your ass?
It's
Very.
Told me, Dead ass. She looked at me in my
LTG
face.
is so fucking funny.
He is.
Like it's kind of a tragedy because it comes from a place of like abuse and like it's not like the reasons behind why he's so funny are tragic, but
Yeah.
like he makes me laugh so hard, especially when he gets mad. Shit is genuinely entertaining for me.
Like I would. He has this weird ability to make these bizarre gay fanfics, and when I really sit back and think about it, I think actually, Dale, you're pretty talented with this. You should make books that are just gay porn novels. There's a market for that. You know, how wild would that be? You know, you're swinging by the book section like, oh, it's Matrix Juice. I've heard of this author. You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would buy it. I'd read it off stream, but then he would copyright claim it. Damn it.
Yeah, all the animations of all of his like definitely not real stories that he tells are very disturbing but very funny.
Definitely. He's pretty artistic, and he has this weird sort of sexual medievalism to his stories. Like I mean, I'm going to go ahead and use the word. It's very rapey, but at the same time, it's like everything exists as a form of almost medieval power balance. You've got mages and shit. You know,
yeah.
I'm in my gold cloak. It's like, what the hell? What is this weird fusion? And there is a story like that. There is a story similar to what I'm describing with Dale, and it's called Gore. It's these weird sci-fi novels. And there's like Outlaw of Gore, Prisoner of Gore. And it's bizarre if you read them. From what I understand, they're kind of really sexual and not a good sexual. Not a one where I was like, oh, I don't know about all this.
I mean, that's just brainless.
But yeah, it's fascinating that someone would, I guess it was Dale of the Past.
They have to extend the length of the game by making you replay repetitive shit you already beat.
Dale of the Past was
That's why
another
video
kind
games
of
have
stuff.
checkpoints. But apparently,
But it also comes from his... LTG is an extremely homophobic man. He is terrified of the idea of sexual violence from a man. So he's just... It manifests.
Yeah, he's terrified of a lot of things that manifest themselves in very like shocking ways that are are very funny.
His daughter thing. Like, this dude's been evil forever, but that's probably the most evil you could be, is to just have a daughter and openly talk shit about her.
Yeah, that poor girl, man. She's gonna have all sorts of problems. You know, talk about daddy issues. Imagine having LTG as a father.
Dude, it's not even funny. That's not even remotely funny. That's what makes it so serious. Because, yeah, eventually, and her mom has done a couple of videos discussing it. Because, you know, she wants to have her saying things, you know, as the mother of the child. And she says that, you know, I really appreciate that everyone is respecting our privacy so much, which is beautiful. I'm so glad that she hasn't been doxxed yet.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah, she's cool. And she talks about this. She says it is going to be a challenge I have pretty much forever, is that, you know, what if my daughter finds these videos? You know?
Oh, dude, she definitely will. Like, come on, you can't hide that.
Nothing I can do. It's completely broken.
Eventually, she'll have to tell her about it.
Yeah, what age? Like, is that appropriate? Like, you can't just like,
yeah.
Like, I don't know if I would ever tell her. Like, she'd have to be like married and like, all right.
Like, yeah, maybe when she's in her late 60s and say, hey, well, then I'm dead by the way. Never mind. Okay, so I'd have to be in her 40s. Okay, so there's this dude. All right, now you're gonna hear a lot of goofy phrases like Saturn stick, Matrix juice, bustin' and robustin', booty bustin'. You're gonna hear a lot of strange statements here.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
If you could have any kind of search engine, what could it be? And it's like omniscience, but only within the search engine parameters. What's your search engine?
I pressed R2 and nothing happened.
Like, I want one for LTG. I want to be able to search any memory I have of him and pull a clip. Kind of like Pick Go. Like, what would you want to have infinite access to?
I would like. Okay, maybe this isn't right, and you're gonna love this depending on how high you are. I want to hear every. Like I have a fantasy that when I die, I get to hear every single story ever told in the afterlife.
That'd be cool. That would be high.
Like I just get to like be in the background as like a bunch of people in like 10,000 BC are like telling a story around a campfire like before a hunt or something.
Yeah.
That to me, I don't know why that's such like a persistent fantasy, but maybe it's just like coping with death or whatever. But I've always dreamed that like that will be something that becomes available to me, like after life. So if I had access to that now, it'd be freaking awesome. There's not enough time in life to like go through all the stories, but in death, you're dead forever. So
yeah, I got all the time. I can talk to every person I want to. I'd find very specific stuff. I'd be like, dude, I would find way more
than me. What is going on?
What am I thinking of? The dude, John Wilkes Booth. I would find him. Like, all right, let's talk. What happened over there? Were you perhaps working with someone?
Out, of course.
Have you ever watched JoJo?
This game sucks. I don't know what to do. There's no way to beat him.
JoJo.
I'm gonna ask people in the past, have you watched JoJo?
Excuse me, Chieftain.
There's no way to
Have you
win.
ever seen JoJo? Have you seen this map?
Look at this. Here, I'm gonna show you a video. Steely Dan is getting his ass.
Yeah, well, hang on. Let's go see the.
Oh, keep going.
Oh man.
That would be cool though. Some sort of ability to get inside every story would be high. I would like to talk to people who were there for crucial moments. I want to talk to people who were there for wars. I want to know, like, what did you think about when you were about to die? And it's not even like a grim thing, but like, what was important to you? You know, I wanted to go home and see my mom. Like, damn, dude, that sucks.
I pressed
bro.
R2, nothing happened at all. Not my fault.
Like if you think about it, like you have some like war is a great place, but it's also really tragic because. You know, and I find it very difficult to watch war footage from the Ukraine for this reason.
Ow! That's out. Okay.
He doesn't know the
When I was
rules of
playing
tennis.
doubles, that's exactly where Daisy was aiming all the time.
Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked. Anyway, you see like a, I don't know, you see like a T-72's ammo rack like blow and the turret blows off and stuff, and there's a bunch of like really tone deaf commentary of like, look at these Russian dogs dying or whatever. It's like, oh, of course that's super tasteless, but I think about like there's 3 dudes in there. Like what kind of stories did they have that would have been interesting to hear like around a campfire?
Full shot,
like
it's full super the whole time.
Those were like 18, 19-year-old dudes. They had to have gotten into like some trouble where like they got drunk one night and you know they ran into their grade school teacher or something, and then they like got drunk with the grade school teacher or something. I don't know, something like that. Like it's just little dumb stuff like that that a lot of people would just find disinteresting or not that interesting. That I would be very fascinated to hear, just like those little mundane pedestrian stories. That's why I find war footage so disgusting to watch, because like every time an artillery strike happens, like we lose that.
There's nothing I can do. He still has super.
Anyway.
He never lost it.
Sorry, that was depressing.
No.
Subject.
It's cool. It's kind of something that I'm kind of tied to Gundam a little bit. And that is that there's this thing that eventually happens in the franchise where people can kind of talk to each other for a second after they die. And it's a very weird phenomenon. It'll explain it when it happens. But yeah, it'll be, you know, dude dies, and then these people who were not able to communicate before can suddenly have a quick conversation before parting. And it'll be something like, I thought I could have done something. I could have done some sort of change. I'm sorry that it had to come to this, or something like that. I feel like that would be kind of beautiful in that same vein. It's a temporary heaven, just for a second. Yeah.
I have no super. If I can never earn super, I can never stop.
Yeah, I would like to talk to people. I'd be very curious about stupid shit, though, I'll admit. You'd be looking for noble people. I'd be like, hey, what do you know? Guy who fixed DSP's cable box.
Yeah.
Mike Clume, what do you know, sir?
About it. I never have enough. I never have enough super. It's a waste of my time.
So yeah, well, you're talking to Hannibal and Patton. I'm over here, so like, all right. So Panda Lee, what's the story with all this?
Like I would, of course, those are the people you go to first. You go to like I don't know, like Jack the Ripper, and just like see what they have to say. Like I'm not trying to go to serial killers, but just like prominent figures in history, Alexander the Great.
Oh yeah.
You know, Leonidas. Right.
the Greek 300. Like those people go to first, but eventually, like you run out of those people. But you have infinite time, so you're gonna start asking like the peasants. Hey, what do you got to say?
What do you have to say about Dark
What's your
Souls?
take on this?
Is this guy toxic? My lord, the man is raving mad. He's very toxic.
Out of nowhere. What the fuck?
All right, thank you. What's your name? I don't have one. That sucks.
Yeah, that does. Suck.
Yup. Nothing I can do.
Well, you should have thought about that
I know,
before you
seriously,
decided
why
to
am
be
I
a
playing
peasant,
this? Why am I
bitch.
bothering?
Next.
It's
Yeah, come on, man. You got all the time in the world to think of your name. You're out that field all day.
Super no matter what, so you can never be in a fair match with him. He
Oh,
always
man.
wins through the trap, and he's gonna get 2, 3, 4 extra points.
Yeah, that's
every
cool.
fucking game because he always has.
I
no
would
matter
just
what.
go right to the stupid shit
And you have
though.
to
I
replay
think
all
it'd be
easy matches
how you
with
use
the
your
infinite
infinity.
stuff.
I'm gonna ask all the dumb questions and then
It
circle
really
back
does.
to
It's fucking
profound
really
ones.
poorly made, man.
I want to ask the
The
dude, like,
game
okay,
is
you
a
got
piece
maced
of
by
fucking
Christian.
shit.
What was that about?
You're a moron.
Oh, dude, this guy came in. He was so
Alright,
stupid and
sucks.
smelly. All right, yeah, continue.
And I know people are gonna say I have a bad attitude.
I'm going to
but
Leanna
I
first.
just
Leanna's the
wasted
first person.
literally
Well, I'm
an
gonna
hour
go with my
on this
wife.
fucking
Bring her
map
with me,
because they
and then
didn't even play the first half
I'm
of
going
it.
to Leanna.
I have a right
Leanna,
to play.
hold up.
I'm sorry, this campaign sucks.
Let's
It's
tell me how big he was. Oh my god. Okay, that was very funny. You know it has to be the first
They should be
question.
fucking ashamed of themselves
You
for
start,
making it,
you bring like a
really
cell
good.
phone back with a bunch of DSP clips on it. You go to like Alexander the Great. You're like, all right, I know about the Persians.
Wow,
Sure,
right,
yeah,
that's
whatever.
nice.
Well, let me tell you about somebody named Darkside Phil. All right. What's your take on this?
It would be interesting
Like,
to.
What on earth? They just stood
I
still.
think if you told
They stood
ancient Greek
still.
poets about Phil, they would absolutely love him.
Destroyed
Oh, yeah.
them. But look at the
In a way,
wasted
he is a
time. Almost
poet.
5 minutes already wasted of my life.
If you
Hello,
showed
Jews,
this dude to
poetry.
Shakespeare, he would love this guy. Hello,
Winner.
Jew was poetry. It was toxic poetry. It was one of a kind poetry. It never got repeated.
Seriously.
That's negative and
The
toxic
paradox
poetry,
is the
but
game more challenging than you thought. No, it's not even
Imagine-
challenging.
so
it's
is Robert
cheating.
Frost.
Blatant
So
cheating.
I mean,
100%
depends on who
cheating.
you're asking.
100% cheating.
Robert Frost.
100% cheating. 100%
Have you heard
cheating.
about
When you
this
fight Luigi,
king?
he always
What
has
is he the
to
king
no matter
of?
what you do.
He's the
You
king of
gotta find
hate.
a way to
Hate.
weasel around
What's
him
that
and
at?
play him legit.
It's more like a concept. Concept. Yeah. I just have this knave pictured, just
That's
chewing on
horseshit.
something, leaning on a sword. Alright.
Nothing I can do. I stop time. I go try to get to it. I can't get to it. It's blatant cheating.
I want to see Al Capone watch Phil. Yeah, this guy's Italian. I don't know about all that. That was a terrible Italian accent. I don't even think he sounded
No,
like
how
that.
like you can't break Luigi's racket because his racket has 6 pieces of health and it doesn't break right away.
Yeah, that's a
Give it
cool.
the
That's a
time.
cool.
I don't even know what happened there.
That's a
Give
cool
it- give it
database to
2
have.
times,
That's
give
much
one
better than my
health bar
shitty
down.
LTG one. Then you get more access to more stories. You can ask LTG's baby mama anything. You're like, all right, well, inform me as to everything.
Go out, I'm out. I didn't mean to do that. But it's so hard to control. It's seriously super hard to
I
control.
guess the
Fucking
goal
sick, it
becomes to be
is.
such an interesting person that people would seek out your story. My story's not too interesting. What's your story, Lefty? Well, that's like doxing. I can't do that.
What's going on, Joe? Joe just reached over the 7th
JoJo.
month in a row. It's cool, dude.
It's
You
a
don't have to
fantastic show.
apologize for not being around.
Where'd Lefty
I know
go?
we all got our own stuff to do, man.
And I believe in
Just,
alternate
you know,
universe, like
thanks
in
for
another time, DSP is a good person. It is interesting to think of that. I imagine with the infinity of the cosmos, yes, you would inevitably
happened?
have
What
multiple
happened?
universes.
What happened?
I wanna
I'm
see
sitting
DSP.
right next to the ball. I swing, it goes through the ball. Fucking sucks.
I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Vintage Yu-Gi-Oh! Canon Yu-Gi-Oh!
I've done nothing wrong yet. I haven't done,
You've done nothing wrong.
But look how much super Luigi has.
Lefty, you
There's nothing I
there?
can do here.
Oh,
It's not
no,
fair.
Phil,
Luigi
we
always has
lost
more super.
Lefty.
It's,
Oh,
it's
come on, man. Quit
unfair
losing
and
Lefty.
broken.
I ain't got time for this.
I'm sorry. Okay, if you can hear me, I'm here. I
Oh, there he
used
is.
that opportunity to get another beverage. So cheers, chat.
Okay. I was confused and horrified.
Bullshit again. Racket goes.
Yeah,
right
I'm being
through it.
snaked by my
Racket
internet,
goes right through the
definitely.
shot like I'm not there.
He took the left-hand path and studied black magic. Black magic's
Right,
pretty
that-
cool.
Oh my god. I scored.
That's
I
my
can't
origin
believe it.
story actually.
Well, der Fusilador.
Am I the only dude who wants to have a lair? Do you want a lair?
Dude, fuck yeah, I want a layer. I rented a house one time that had like a basement, but the basement was completely unutilized. And I was looking at it like, dude, if I own this house, this would be Like there's so much good potential for a man cave here, and it would be like a lair.
Yeah.
Like you said, but it would be like a, I don't know, I don't want to say a man baby lair, but like it would be like a gaming space. There'd be like a drum kit down there, so like my buddies could come over and we could jam. There'd be like a projector with like a L-shaped couch, so I could watch sports ball.
I mean, because it is a hobby. Just imagine Patrick Bateman being a gamer. How does he game? What's his aesthetic space like? Yeah, I get you.
What happened? Mario wouldn't follow the ball.
Dude,
I was
he's
over there, I pressed left
so
on the button,
bad
he
at
followed the ball.
this.
It's not my fault.
You can't see it, man.
It's the fucking broken game, dude.
It's not my fault. Okay, we have been talking over DSP saying it's not my fault. I did nothing wrong. I did everything correct. But those lines have come out literally verbatim. It's amazing. And he'll sit there and he'll charge up a shot halfway across the court and then it won't connect. And he'll be like, what?
I never did that.
I didn't do that.
Nothing I could do.
Nothing I can do.
Ball, broken. Completely broken garbage. The game sucks. The game
Go
is so
broken
unfun.
garbage.
He has a super already.
Nice. Beautiful.
Oh, he's just getting absolutely cooked. Just rage quit the game.
Yeah, what the fuck? He went
This-
left. Now he gets a shot.
Damn.
Because you know he's just spamming the shoot button, which like charges it up, which means you can't move, and that's all he's doing. So whenever he presses the button, it just like stops moving, and he can't do anything about it.
Nothing I can do.
It's a focus attack.
Yep. It's a free shot. Why does super carry over from game to game? It shouldn't. It's completely unfair.
Man, my lair would be badass. I dream about that all the time. I dream about
Yeah, let's hear it.
how I get out there.
What's your layer look like in your head? Your
Okay.
infinite money.
Okay, so it's gonna be a pretty big island, and it's it needs to
Wow.
have-
Okay.
yeah.
Infinite money, not
To the right. I
literally.
was holding right.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
started
gonna.
to
I'm
go.
using it
He
all,
stands there
man.
like an idiot.
I want an
Game
island
sucks.
base, but I want it to have like 3 biomes. I want it to have the underground volcano section, but I also want to have kind of like a pimp pad.
I can do. I'm holding left. I can't make Mario
And then I
grab
also
the
want like
ball
a
and
mecha
smash.
base, so I could
Okay.
just, depending on my mood, go to whichever part of my lair and hang out. Have
yeah.
a stream
You have a-
set up and be like, "Hey, I'm in the hangar. What's going? I got my mech here."
You have a sub base in your layer since you're on an island?
Yes, sub base, and we also have a collapsible helipad, so that's pretty high.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like it looks like a mountain until you push a button on your underground layer's main console, and
Yeah.
it opens up the
Yeah, we go into attack mode.
and then a helipad comes out. So you
Global
land.
menace mode activated. We've got the nuke. Surrender, Bond.
Yeah, you've definitely watched a lot of 70s Bond, which is respectable.
Yeah. I even have the internal aesthetic mapped out. It would be kind of a weird Aztec plus ninja Japanese castle fusion. I think that'd be badass.
Style, guys.
Yeah, fusion style, you know?
Yeah, mine is way more man baby than that. It's definitely a man cave for gaming
Nothing I can
and
do. Completely
watching
unfair.
sports ball and hanging out with the boys, playing ping pong and that kind of stuff.
Completely
Not
unfair,
taking over the
broken.
world
He
and
always has super, the game
having a
is so
mecha
fucking
base.
shit.
Although I
It
would like a
sucks.
mecha base.
Yeah,
That
mecha
sounds
base.
awesome.
Completely
Awesome,
destroyed
man.
the match before it.
And I wouldn't even really do anything with my mecha. I would just get high and pilot around my island. I'm not gonna fly this over Washington D.C. and threaten the populace. Like, Bond, we're very concerned about this Linda Drage. What was he doing? He's got a mecha and he's flying around like a weirdo all over his island.
Currently at 10,000 feet over the Pacific Ocean.
That reminds me, why don't I have a mecha? I would also like to get blackout drunk and fly my mecha around.
Here we go. You dummy!
Because that's how you can do drunk driving. It's just build a mech that can't be destroyed. You know, you're not in danger.
Yes.
And then
Of course.
just fly around an ocean. You're good. What are you gonna hit?
Well, if you hit the ocean, then you drown. But
Yeah,
you're
well-
saying that mecha is also a submarine, so
It
get
could. You
debunked?
could get one of those amphibious ones like the Cappool. Cappool's cool.
Okay.
But also a sub layer would be pretty cool. But I don't know, just full blown layer mode. And also I would have like the gaming rooms and stuff, but it would be so weirdly posh and so so weirdly aesthetic.
Waste my fucking time, yeah.
Like snap my fingers and my chill A giant
Now that's
beanbag sofa
Mario.
lounge comes up. Excellent.
Man, you really thought this through.
I do. I want to find a game that can truly let me build a base how I want to, so I could just make my pimp lair and just run around in there.
You could probably do it in Minecraft.
Probably, but I'm not about Minecraft
Finally
aesthetics.
scored once. Fuck.
It could map
Yeah,
it
you-
out though that way.
You're not gonna get the dignified aesthetic out of Minecraft, but yeah, you could use it as like a proof of concept.
Yeah,
He has
that'd
more
be
super
cool.
for the next serve, so you're fucked.
That's why. That's really one of the reasons why I just hate rich people. I hate rich people because I hate wasted potential. You guys have so much
No way I
money
was
and
getting
you
over
guys just
there.
buy a
So
fourth
it was a
yacht.
guaranteed
You
score
suck.
because, like, he had more
You
levels.
suck.
Super.
I would easily trade 4 yachts for a volcano lair.
I think it's gonna cost more than 4 yachts for a volcano.
Well, I mean, it could definitely be a far
Oh.
simplified version of mine
Couldn't
that I
get to
had.
it,
Just
even
buy
though
a
I'm sitting
little
right next to it,
island
the
and
ball
just
goes past me.
Oh yeah,
plug a
just buy an
mansion into
island, no big deal, you know.
yeah, apply.
Just go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, just buy an island and plug a mansion in there. You're good.
What the fuck?
I mean, they have enough money to
The
buy all the
trigger
shit they
doesn't
can do. They
work.
got millions
Dude,
and
I'm
millions of
tired of it.
dollars.
Every time
Tell
I
me you
have
can't
to
find an
do it,
island
here
for
we
less
go,
than
I'm
$1
gonna do
million,
it now.
or at least
I'm
$1
gonna hit it.
million.
Right trigger doesn't work.
It's probably
I
got,
hit it,
what,
and it stops
nothing
up,
there?
doesn't do the fucking power shot.
Well, how are you
How
gonna
is that
get
my fault?
drinking water and
Fucking
food
sucks,
and
man.
electricity?
It really
Well,
does.
Run,
that's
run your very demanding hydraulic
Fucking horse
system.
shit.
okay. Well, I didn't think that far
Comes
into
with
it.
layer.
I'm thinking something about solar panels and wind turbines, but that doesn't answer the water part.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't have any
Geothermal.
fun.
I pressed
Geothermal
R2 to do
heating.
the power shot,
Ah,
and the
there
ball
it
hits
is.
my
Yeah,
body.
you just gotta
yeah.
drill all the way down to through the crust,
It's complete bullshit.
Yeah.
and then that will power all the electric hydraulic pumps required to run your retractable helipad.
And then some.
Dude, I pressed. I
Oh
did
my
it
god, that was
again.
funny as hell. I want to see that again.
Dude, I
Dude,
pressed.
he's
I
so
did it
bad at
again.
this.
I pressed.
And we're getting the controller segment.
Hold on. I'm getting him right at the start of it. This is perfect.
Dude, I pressed. I did it again.
Amazing.
I pressed R2. It doesn't work. That's 3 straight
doesn't
times in a row I
work.
went for my zone shot and it didn't.
I
do my
sent you
shot.
a link and a bunch of
That's not my
timestamps in
fault.
Discord after this
That's
is
the game
over.
not working.
Okay.
We should do an audit of those timestamps in the order I sent them to you.
Okay. What kind of age do mechs require?
He didn't.
Techno
Oh,
age.
again, that's the 4th time in a row.
Yeah, that's
Do
true,
the
Brahman.
fucking
There'd be a
move.
bunch of
I pressed
every.
R2
I would
instead of
hire
staring at his
ninjas
phone. Now
just
you
to
can get
lurk
another
about the
fucking
lair. I'm looking for a ninja to lurk, and trust me, dude, you got to sell the ninja. In fact, you have to be a ninja. Go train as a ninja and get back to me. Yeah, that's it. I wanna be basically like a ninja kingpin.
That's respectable.
Okay, so you want to tell me that these losers, that's why Elon Musk is a loser. You have enough money to be cool and you choose not to be. Like, where's Elon Musk's ninja lair? You know?
Well, you would never know about it even if you had one. So.
Well, no, that's not technically
Okay,
true
now
because
you can
you have to,
left.
like,
There's nothing I
you
can
have
do.
to report to the media that you exist to then threaten
All right,
them.
well, I got anonymous.
Ah,
say-
yeah, no,
yeah.
I get it.
Consistently
Yeah, of
nailing
course.
trick shots and charge shots, whereas you are not. You're starting your charges
Ninjas
too late
love
and not doing
hippos,
any
it's
trick
true.
shots. He gains meter faster than you. Also, keep hitting.
But
right
yeah, you
trigger
would tell
before
me
you're
you would
gonna
rather
shoot
have
star.
a you would
I
rather
am
have a
the right
yacht
trigger
or
before
however
I'm
many
gonna
yachts
star.
to
The trick
equal
shot is just flicking the
ninjas.
thumbstick, right? And I am doing it
Imagine,
right.
because you know you got
do it when you're not close enough to
Elon
the ball,
Musk has his
though.
bodyguards and whatnot.
So,
So what if he
the
just
problem is
he
the
took it that
computer
far and said,
always
"All right,
knows
all
the
you
ball
guys
just
dress
now.
like
So he could
ninjas.
do
Who
the
cares?"
trick
You know.
shots. It's just as bad.
So have your guns, but we'll dress like
Back in the
ninjas.
day, it knows when
Tell you what,
Badass.
instantly
Therefore,
cool.
you can do the right move. It knows how
So-
much to charge every time. Versus, I
You've
don't
got
know
your
what to
ninja
do
lair,
with the fucking
right?
ball.
Yeah, I got my ninja
You
lair.
are the ninja kingpin.
It's
Yeah,
totally-
basically,
it's
yes.
completely
How
unfair.
will
It
you
is
deploy
one-sided
your
and completely
ninjas,
fucking
and
broken
to
up.
what end? Like,
This
what's
is
the
what all
purpose of the
gaming is
ninjas?
about, brother.
I just want to have them is a perfectly acceptable
Paradox says
answer.
developers didn't even test this level
It
out.
definitely
They
seems
didn't
like
even
once
test it.
people realize the
They knew
potential
what the fuck
ninjas,
to
it's a
do,
good thing I started my
you know?
my arms
They
race
knew
first.
the craziest fucking strategy.
But I really just want to send them around to put the fear of death back into everyone. And you don't even, ninjas don't even have to
See?
kill
I
them.
wasn't
Just
trick
I
shot.
want people to wake up and there just be a
Oh my
ninja standing
God.
above them. Like, just keep this in mind. Keep this in mind.
Specifically, is it just choose them at random or?
Yeah, it can be completely random. Like again, aforementioned Musk, ninja just shows up over his bed, sword in his face.
Okay. So are you talking about like powerful people, like people of influence?
No, what I'm saying is that it's so randomized
God
that you
into
don't
them,
even get
or-
that. No. It's more like, I guess it's more like, I just feel like people forgot about death. I think so. They're so excited for living. They're like, dude, hold up a second, man.
Bullshit!
You know, and
as soon as the ball came over the net, I pressed
shit
R2
could
and it
always
came out.
explode
Do I
in
fuck-
weird
fuck
ways
with
because
special
you know
shot?
it is a country
It's
on an
bullshit.
edge right now.
Completely
You know,
broken.
I don't know, shit
So-
can blow up.
What's coming to mind right now is the scene from Fight Club, where they like they like
he wins again.
go into the
He can
convenience
earn.
store
He
and they're
can
like,
earn
"What
the
did you
game.
want to do
He
with
can
your
earn
life?"
it.
And he's like, "I
Completely
wanted to be a writer or something." And he's like, "All right, well, we're gonna let you live this time, but we're gonna keep our eye on you. If you don't start writing tomorrow,
Nothing I can
we're gonna
do
come
here.
back and finish the job or something."
Oh,
And then
yeah.
they ask like, "Why'd you do that?" And he's like, "Well, that guy's gonna wake up tomorrow and the sky's gonna be the bluest it's ever been, and the like he's gonna appreciate life way more now that we did that to him."
Yeah,
Is that what you're going for?
kinda. And I do want it to be so randomized that like he is an option, or even just a straight up homeless dude. Just ninja stands above him. I mean, granted, dude's already dealing with enough, but you know, doesn't matter. Your name came up.
I don't make the rules. I just pulled the name out of the hat.
And then sometimes, when I really want to trick up my ninjas, I have them attack each other to remind each other the same thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
you are not immune, sir. And DSP still does not understand the rules of tennis.
But also, I would just have them stand around menacingly. That's it. I would, okay, you're walking through Walmart, right? You're going through the aisles, and you're looking left and right. You're like, is this mile, this mile? You just look, and there's a ninja standing there, glaring right at you. And you kind of look away for a second, and he's gone. That's what I want to do. I'm going to send my
I
ninjas
have
to
no
do that.
super. I have no super. I can't get anywhere near the ball. It's fucking ridiculous.
You're in an elevator
Yeah.
with 3 other dudes, maybe a couple more, maybe 5 people. There's a slight power surge, right?
I
It's
did
just
that
a little bit,
before he
little
ever
light
released the
flicker.
ball. I tapped right.
Light comes
Fluorescence
back on.
flicker.
Ninjas
It's like
in
they-
the elevator.
3 ninjas show up and they're all just like crouched, and then they flicker again and
Yeah.
they're gone.
Yeah, exactly. And show them how absurd this can get. So you can remix situations because the world's a big place. We have another elevator. Lights flicker. Ninja's standing there, but he is completely 90 degrees angled with his feet against the wall, standing on the wall,
They completely broke it. It's not
staring
fair.
them down from the wall.
He still
And
has
then
super-
light flicker
look,
is
he's
gone.
still- he's
Like,
hit
they're stronger than you
4
think.
zone shots in a row. He still has half a super bar. He never lost any.
Limousine driver driving along, looks in the rear view, ninja,
Ninjas there.
looking back at him.
You'd be a terrifying supervillain because your motives would be very questionable.
They wouldn't see a pattern in anything. Bond would be like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
If it's truly random, you would get away with it because
Oh, definitely.
I was holding left and
They're not gonna know
Y.
about my
He didn't
ninja
even
clan.
Activate Y, and then he gets hit in the
like,
foot.
why is he doing this? I don't know.
He's
Why
not
does anyone
actually
do
hurting
anything?
anybody.
Wow,
Sometimes
look at that.
it's kind of confusing because ninjas don't do a lot of talking when they're in combat mode or in stalk mode. And you would have your situation with Flight 1651. The PA would come on and you would hear nothing.
Mario Tennis Aces.
And somehow you
Donated the
understood.
game to me, and I said, hell.
Oh, wait, that's the silence of dread. Okay. Yeah. Dang, stalking ninjas. Yeah. And I mean, I would send a couple for DSP. Maybe 1 or 2.
Unbalanced, unfair.
Yeah, this
garbage.
motherfucker
Made by a
needs
terrible
that more than
fucking
about
developer
just about anybody else.
Doesn't even understand how the fuck to make a
But
campaign.
I don't know if it's even salvageable. Even if you put the fear of God into his heart,
What a bunch of
he's
dumb
just like,
fuck
okay, it
ass.
looks like I just need to beg even harder.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. This is gonna be fun to read this thing again. I can't wait.
Yeah,
Mr.
pretty
G.
much, Mr. G.
I can't wait.
Well, it could even work on the level of intentionally messing with them. For example, they're all at the UN, they're all talking to each other, and then someone says, "And what does Ghana think?" And they pan over Ninja,
Rogers, there's nothing
sitting right there.
Luigi. It's just fucking the
And there's an
game.
initial freak out. People look away, gone, Ghana dude back.
Somehow he doesn't magically have super at all times. It's not like Googling is gonna help.
It's kind of real. I mean, this is the stream that's going to get me banned. It's like ultimate terrorism. You don't even know what you're scared of. What should I do to make sure that doesn't happen? He didn't really even threaten me, so I don't know what to work with here.
It's just the implicit threat of extreme violence.
Yeah, at any moment.
It could, but And he never has. That doesn't mean he's not going to right now.
It's kind of how it was with Phil. As a ninja, I'm assigned to take out Phil, but I'm not going to do it. Not for a while. Phil, you got nothing to worry about me. This is not a death threat. It's more like, you're cool. Oh man, I'm getting too deranged. But
Fine. It's in the name, guys.
I'm just thinking of different scenarios.
And they win yet again. What
We go to a Lefty stream and it's just a ninja there, and he's flying through the air in his tank.
I'm trying to do.
Then you go to the VOD and it's not there.
Yeah,
This is why you can't do it against Luigi.
You could have sworn you saw it. And you know what? You could even scare people who could traditionally not be scared. For example, you've got Michael Myers. He's sharpening his knife, grumbling to himself. Lights flicker, ninja, dude stumbles back. He knows better.
It's the fucking computer. You have no idea, so you never know if
and you can even get really silly with it. Like, for example, Jason Voorhees, what they do with him is when the lights flicker, they pull his mask forward a little bit and put their head in and just are looking at him in the eye inside his mask.
Fuck this fucking game.
Ninjas can do that,
Why am I
man.
playing it? Fuck this,
Oh, it's
fuck
really
this,
funny.
fuck,
Yeah. Oh god,
this fucking.
I want to hear this again. Start it over.
Look at what he does. He aims out because he doesn't understand that those lines are the difference between the singles court and the doubles court.
Fuck this fuck, fuck this fuck, fuck.
He still doesn't know. He's done that like 10 times. You'd think he would figure it out.
He doesn't. He doesn't have pattern
I
recognition.
think, oh, trick shot, it's gonna go right, so I go right.
I think
oh,
he
no,
has a
it's
learning
right.
disability.
I do think so. I think so. He has a very specific way that he can't deal with information well. He doesn't process things correctly.
It's out.
Out.
It was out very clearly.
Anonymous $5.01 tip saying more rage. You're gonna get it because I don't think I'm ever gonna beat this. I really don't.
So bad. Look at this.
I have full charge shots that are giving me this much super, but he does a regular.
Oh,
shot
he's
with this
so
much super.
bad at this game after all this time. He had learned nothing. He has learned nothing.
This game is terrible.
Yeah, he doesn't internalize that information. There's a bunch of games like that where he's played it for so long that still doesn't even understand the rules. I think the Need for Speed Payback was very much like that.
This two comes out so
Oh
late,
my
you can't
god,
get it to
that was
work.
so
Yup,
good.
great.
Where there was that
game's
one
so good.
rival duel or whatever, and he tried it so many times, then finally cheesed it by like pit maneuvering them at the very beginning.
Oh yeah,
he just
cheating.
drove through the course.
I gotta take it fucking
You
dude.
cheated.
This piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well,
his-
there's nothing wrong with that.
Wow,
if you
that's
if you
fair.
want to do that on
I'm standing
stream,
right next to the
nothing
ball.
wrong
I
with
hit
that.
right
However,
plus A, and
it's
instead Mario
DSP.
just stands
Yeah.
still and swings.
He does everything
He's
wrong.
tracking the ball.
He's
And
done
he has
it
super.
wrong.
I'm done. He has super.
It's like save scumming the lockpicks on stream. Like I'm sure I've done that. I've done stuff like that on stream. Actually, I know I have. But I'm not gonna do that and then pretend like I'm the best gamer ever and I'm really good at the game. I can pick up a controller and play any game at a professional level.
It's also people's complaints about you will be completely with merit. If they say you turned on cheats, so you didn't really win, they're completely correct. I didn't. Oh well.
Wow! I pressed that trick shot.
What are you
after
talking about, huh?
result
Get banned,
came
idiot.
Yeah, this dude's so weak. I can't believe you like this dude.
I was running
Yeah.
towards the star,
My
holding
bad,
R2,
bro.
and it didn't
It's
activate.
cool. I'll look past it for now.
I kind of understand why people don't like him though. People want him dead and homeless. I kind of get it though.
I don't even necessarily want DSP dead. I don't even necessarily want him homeless.
Now it randomly breaks my
I want him to just take shit seriously, but he'll never do that, so it's just gonna turn into homelessness.
He'll take his cardboard box seriously. He's getting farmed.
I didn't do
What
that.
Dang.
Yep. It screwed up my shot. I went to go for my shot and it
Oh
timed
my
out and didn't
God.
go for my shot, and then he has more super now.
good too.
Yeah, I feel like we've been. We were on the blooper, on the pirate ship for forever.
Yeah.
And we've been on the final boss. I'm pretty sure this is the final boss. We've been on this for like, Jesus, like 45 minutes. And this is this is how you don't play at it. So this is probably like 3 days of just brute forcing this with still not understanding the basic rules of tennis.
He also, that's why he doesn't know the court is the size it is. That's why he keeps overextending himself.
Yeah, he doesn't know what the lines mean. He has no idea.
Okay.
Do you ever play tennis?
No, I've never played. I'm not really an athletic dude, but my dad made sure I knew, even though he knew I wasn't going to be a very sportsy guy, that I understood what sports were. So he taught me what baseball was, football, and tennis, and all that.
I can do about it, 'cause now look, he has full super.
Good. I really like. I don't play tennis, but I really like ping pong. I am a giga sweat lord at ping pong.
Oh yeah, there's another trivia we got. Did you turn to LTG when you ping pong?
No, I don't LTG when I play ping pong, but it's very much a like.
I make the controls of the fucking game.
It's very much like I don't know how to explain it, but there's not a lot of like. I had a girlfriend at college that got really mad because I would never let her win, type of deal. So it's like, no, you told me how good you were at ping pong, and so now we're gonna play, and you're gonna sit there and you're gonna appreciate that you were talking all that good, and now you're gonna get smacked around a little bit, figuratively, by the way, in the game, not in real life.
Look how late my trick shot came out. Look how late it came out.
And then she didn't want to play with me anymore.
And he has full super. I'm done.
It's kind of hard to draw back power level when I'm doing things with my wife, because I mean, there's just some things I gotta blow her out of the water at, but I don't want to discourage her from playing, and that's the worst thing. Because I've been discouraged by defeat.
Nothing I can do. Completely broken.
So you know, I throw a game here and there. You got me. One game that she totally kicked my ass, and I did not throw anything, was she played against. We were at an anime convention, and they had JoJo. The one for this PlayStation, Inheritance of Fate or something, and she kicked my ass. I could not touch her.
It's my fault somehow.
You stomped my guts. Heritage of the Future, I think that's what it is. Yeah.
So I'm being corrected. It's table tennis. Oh, thank you, Tino. I didn't know that.
Wait, why is it table tennis? Ping pong
is a brand. Ping pong is a brand. Table tennis is the name of the game.
Okay.
Fine. You're technically correct, which is my favorite
nerd.
kind of correct.
What a nerd. Throwing facts.
Yeah,
at me.
nerd. What are you doing being right? Nobody does that.
What? The game sucks.
So there's a game.
Still has meter.
It's like a mini game. I think it's originated in tennis. It's called King of the Court. Are you familiar with this game?
No.
So if there's more than one person that wants to play, and it works with table tennis, excuse me, as well. So one person is the king, and then everybody else lines up as like a peasant, and the peasant serves to the king, and if the peasant beats the king 2 points in a row, they become the new king. If the peasant loses once, they go to the back of the line, and the next peasant steps up to challenge the king. And in college, we had a ping pong table. I'm not gonna call it table tennis, damn it. We had a ping pong table, and everybody would just come over, and we get these really cheap bottles of wine. And the rule was, the king had to be drinking constantly. So whoever was the best at ping pong would just be the king first, and they would just get super drunk until everybody was at the same level of.
That's good. I like that. Game balance.
Dude, it was so fun. Oh my god. That's like standout memory from college, was just getting hammered playing king. That's what we said. Like, you guys want to play king? It's like, hell yeah, I want to play king. So much fun.
I wonder if you could use that same mechanism to do multiplayer in a lot of things. But then there's no real endpoint, is there?
No, there's not, but like, who cares?
Yeah, okay.
The point was to play the game. That was at least our thing. The goal was actually we wanted to drink, but like
I
You
don't know,
gamify it.
we didn't want to sit in our rooms and just play Dota. That
Yeah.
just doesn't sound like fun. So, you know.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Here comes a super, and I can't do anything about it.
Oh man, are we guys talking about horror characters?
You broke my racket again.
Dead.
What a great game.
Yep, can't stand
This is
it.
seriously one of the worst fucking campaigns I've
Can't
ever played in
stand
my
it.
life. I just don't know what else they expect me to do in this game. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm really not.
I understand,
Luigi
Phil.
always
I've
throws the
also
trick shots
did
and he knows
nothing
where the
wrong.
ball's going. He
Same.
always gets more meter than you even when he does identical moves to what you're doing. There's no way to fucking win fairly. It's complete horse shit. What the fuck? And now I wish
Oh my god.
Here we go.
He
Wait,
still
sit
doesn't know the
Oh,
rules.
great. That's what I
He
wanted.
still doesn't know the rules to tennis. Bro, he's so trash. He's just trying to brute force his way through this. Just if he attempts it enough, eventually the game will give way.
Over and over.
Like if you just bash your face as hard as you can into a brick wall, eventually the brick wall will just say, you know what, fine, you win. That's
DSP
the
has
dark
that power.
side Phil theory of video games.
That's DSP's power, man. I do admire his tenacity, at least back in the day.
Nothing.
He would play games far longer than I would. What
Yeah, I
was-
would have rage quit by now.
Oh,
Out.
definitely.
Oh my god! I was on the line. I was on the fucking line. I got
No, you
completely
weren't. You were
robbed.
out.
The game's cheating, Phil.
Yeah, the game isn't following its own rules. I think that's the problem.
Look at that.
Nothing I could do here.
Yep, it's impossible.
There was nothing I could do. Nothing I could do
Nothing
at
I
all.
could do.
And what a paralyzing sentiment, Phil. What movie sequel is better than its original, and remakes don't count? Terminator 2.
No! Now I'm screwed because now it's tied up.
That was an easy one. Bet you thought you were gonna stump me with that.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie?
Yeah.
It's kind of a tie. My joke answer, like the comedy, because you should have a favorite comedy and a favorite other movie tied.
I timed it
My favorite
perfectly.
comedy is
Game's full of
Kung
shit.
Pao Enter the Fist.
That was bullshit.
It's
Nice.
fantastic.
Yes.
It's so good.
right,
Every
guys, let's see if I
single
can
line
do
is
it.
quotable.
Here we go.
He spends his time at the top of a waterfall, swinging a chain around. And then they cut to the guy. He's swinging chains, swinging chains.
Chosen one.
I'm coming.
I'm coming. Chosen one. I'm not gonna
I'm
do the whole
coming.
bit, but you get it.
Oh man, do you, how many of you guys have not seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist? Because if you guys haven't, we do have to see a particular scene that's super funny. And the thing that I like about the movie is that it's shitty on purpose. And man, it's gonna be kind of hard to find this.
I only watched it once and I was really young, and all I remember is the fight scenes. I was like, what am I watching? But
Here
I
it
thought it
is.
was so funny how bad it was, but it was so deliberate. All right.
So this is a
Chosen one. And I remember Uniboob, and I think that's when my dad was like, all right, I think you're a little too young for this.
I don't know.
Yes.
Hey, who's he?
I don't know.
it's so dumb. I love it. Fantastic. And favorite action movie or other movie is Revenge of the Ninja.
Yes!
Coolest
What a
movie.
block!
Haven't
What
seen
a
it. I'm looking up
block!
right now.
It's Sho Kosugi and some other dude. I forget. It's this white dude, but
couldn't
who
get to it. I
can't
tried.
recognize
I
anything
even
else.
flicked left and you didn't do
Fantastic movie.
I flicked left
Fantastic.
on the
10 out of
stick.
10. Just have ninjas fighting the whole time.
Yes! Yes!
That looks like a classic 80s martial arts film.
It's pure Phil. You're getting the real deal. You're not getting.
You're getting a Muppet.
fake acting Phil. You're not getting a Muppet. Like I like to call some other streamers who they overact for the camera.
That's such
they
a
get
great
in
quote.
there And they have to be this certain stereotype.
I'm not a-
kids. I'm not like that, and you guys know that. For 10 years, I've prided myself on being the real me. Not
Oh,
some
man, these
shit
old quotes.
character to make money.
It's amazing at how much things change and how much things stay the same.
Yeah, it's well said. Remember we saw that as stupid, which it was, but now look at his clown mode. It's even more dialed in. He's like this.
PvP really ripped the mask off.
Dude, it's so good.
Dignity, whatever little there was, is a thing of the past.
Oh, that's so
gone forever.
Finally, fucking shit.
And when will DSP ever learn that he is truly alone? It's tragic. It is tragic that he can't trust anyone. It is. It's sad. It's a very lonely existence. However, dude, you did that to yourself, man. I think Rod Sterling would love DSP.
Who's Rod Sterling?
Rod Sterling, the dude who did Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone guy.
Oh my God! Yeah, this is an episode of the Twilight Zone for sure.
Submitted for your positive content enjoyment. A story, Phil Burnell, isolated in his own halls. An internet streamer, known to many, but who does not ever leave his cell.
Oh my God.
Well,
Good.
what if there was something lying in the corner? Something demonic. Yeah.
That was well done.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Standing ovation, sir. I was there.
What?
It was like I could see the door, the scary door.
Yeah. I would like to, and then again, there's where my millions of dollars and billions of dollars come in, where I say, okay, now once I'm a billionaire, I'm gonna start hiring Rod Serling lookalikes to do DSP videos.
What if he exists on Cameo? You could just do that.
He's super dead.
Oh.
But he's there are some impressionists on Cameo and stuff like that, which I thought about doing because I thought about doing this skit before, but I kind of want to do it in like a real life person. It'd be funnier that way. Because then you could have DSP in the background and kind of turn him black and white and then zoom into him.
Or not the stomps, right? It was like hit. I couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
I almost had it, but it freaking comboed me. How lame.
I think the twist though would be something like DSP is
DLC.
the whole world is.
I already played Fallout New Vegas again, and the
No, I got it. There's been a nuclear apocalypse and the entire world is gone and he doesn't know.
Lucky Clover emote. All right, let's try again.
It zooms out from his window and it's expansive ruin. And there's like lightning in the distance and stuff like that.
Just like, where's my DoorDash?
Right.
Why is my DoorDash not here?
And all the DoorDash and chat stuff is just mental illness to cope with the loneliness.
I beat him.
None of these people, we don't exist.
Oh man,
Yes.
very toxic.
Yeah, he's never gonna talk to these dudes again, man. He's not gonna talk to anyone. He can't trust anybody. He really can't.
I did it.
Yeah, in my opinion, it's the this is the beginning of a very long and dark time period. Maybe possibly for the Vortex as well. You know, by extension, but definitely for this guy.
Yeah,
we're gonna be a great next like 8 or 9 months.
We're gonna have another depression sec. We're gonna have another depression arc.
Go select the Plasma did a 50-bit cheer. Said anyone else want to steal Lucian? Are we sure it's over? What about Toad?
It's over, man. It's over, dude. People know how much you've lost in life. Your ass is exposed. We know you have a bunch of animals. We know that Cat is moribund and pursuing religion to come to terms with that. Like, bro, you can no longer lord over your life. If anything, it kind of makes DSP more of a depressing character. He's keeping up this entire facade as his life falls apart around him.
This was totally not the game at all.
Sad.
Yeah, it's really messed up. There's guy I just looking at like PvP's face when he's talking about like, yeah, it's nasty, it's dark. I think there's gonna be a lot of trolls that are gonna, I don't know, have a lot of sympathy because not like a lot of sympathy, but it's just not gonna be. It's gonna take the fun out of it, I guess.
Anyway.
It's gonna take the fun out of it for a lot of guys.
Fair. Enemies that have more different abilities than you, like curveballs.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, as much as I don't like Phil, I would be scared to be placed in a position where I truly feel bad for him for his life falling apart. Like as soon as he drowns, once because his ship has been sinking for years, But once his
It
hand
was
goes under the water, he
interesting
just
to
disappears
see
from
them
the internet.
attempt
It's
something
like,
different
damn,
with the
dude,
campaign with
that
sports
does
team,
kind of
yes,
suck,
but
man.
I don't think this is a very good campaign. I think
That
it's
is a
more
bummer.
Well,
fun
now he has
than
to, yeah, he has to work at
kid,
Fred Meyer
a
like
little
a
kid
fucking
who wants to play a
peasant.
Mario
That does
game, gonna try
suck,
to
man.
fucking beat this campaign.
That's
This guy's
terrible.
unemployable. No one's gonna hire this dude.
Yeah.
He's gonna maybe
Right.
have a job for
Shit, man.
two or 3 days before he becomes too much of
All
an
right,
issue.
well.
Yeah, he's a liability. What? They fired me because I didn't stock the food properly. You got to put the new ones in the back, huh? When the people want the new ones more than the old ones? Fucking idiot.
They don't have, see, they have book smarts, but they don't have street smarts.
It's very important to me that I hear this. What is going on?
Yeah, I think DSP would be a problem because he would think that he's owed a senior management position because he's been working for 16 years.
Yeah. I've been working full-time 6 days a week since I got laid off from my helicopter job. So I need to be the CEO. I'm a business owner. I've owned my own business. It was successful.
He's playing tennis and he's beating everyone's ass.
I think so. Because that's what the whole thing with the
His
kick,
super is he points and his team of
the
SWAT
kick
come out and shoot the fuck out of them.
verification thing
Everywhere.
really does highlight the depths of narcissism this guy has. Because he's always going to be
Yeah.
narcissistic. Like, I never would have thought he would do something like bark
God,
at them
that's
for it
gay.
and demand they change it.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
What? Who are you talking to, sir?
Like, that's one of the most, like you said, it's one of the most revealing parts of it. And he would demand a position at, like, the board of directors at the local Fred
What a
Meyer.
game.
Like,
But at least
I've
they
owned a
can't
business. I'm not your high
8
school kid.
hours. I beat the fucking
I've been a
game.
business owner.
Dude, seriously,
Did you
that's
see
what-
my
I
button-up shirt?
demand X, Y, and Z.
But
I hope he
honestly,
brings his
why would
LEDs
they
with
do
him to
quicker?
work.
Again, if they didn't have the insanely outdated game, replay
He
one
just sets him up
game,
behind him as he's
yeah,
working.
In 2018, no checkpoints. They are.
Oh, man.
People are like walking by as he's stocking
Well,
the freezer. Like,
Durf,
Guys,
Physical
okay,
Endorsement
this
was a
is
good
the,
watch. I'm glad, and people definitely
I
did
played
it with
Twilight
Genesis on stream,
Princess on
so I'm happy about
stream.
that because, as you know,
So
I
it's
mean,
got
I'm
like the
on
Twilight
YouTube,
twinkle
thank you for that.
sparkle, you know what I mean?
They
That's
told
what
me
the
about
RGBs
Stuff,
are said,
whoever
okay?
gives this game, they're the real
Look,
MVP.
okay, well, you guys don't know what video games are. You probably play like Fortnite too and stuff like that. You got to get some toxic in there too.
Oh God.
That's a good DSP impression, by the way.
oh, thank you. It was inspired. Like I said, it requires inspiration.
That was beautiful.
Wow.
Look at the camera. That was a pretty good. This is how you don't play.
That was seriously ending. Mario drawing his cap on the camera.
Not one of the best, but
That's
it was
it.
definitely funny watching him at the very end, still not knowing the
No.
rules of tennis.
Utterly ignorant on how to succeed.
Like, completely helpless. Like, you can't help somebody that's like, what? It was out. It's like, it's the doubles court, you moron.
Okay, so we got some clips.
Yeah, so there's like a number of timestamps I sent you. Just go through them in order.
Okay.
I have a feeling you'll appreciate these. These are just all the ones I found.
It doesn't come out. I knew it. It doesn't come out in time.
Going back to my ninja intimidation. It would be intimidating to us. One time DSP gets up, he's going to go get a drink of water. His camera falls over, and then it comes up and there's a ninja. Just know, you detractors.
The jump is super
You're within
delayed.
range.
Ridiculously delayed in combat. Stubborn Steve to the $1.50 says, fuck what people are saying, keep fighting the boss. The jump is completely worthless. It's so slow, you can never get it to do anything.
Yeah, it kind of is worthless, DSP.
Okay, he holds up the controller at one point.
Stab and then do the spin tail,
That's
and
those
I
are the
jump.
timestamps I sent
The
you.
jump never comes out. I pressed it, nothing. It's so delayed.
Oh, maybe he doesn't.
Well, I'm still a little ahead.
See, look at this. Roll, now jump, jump, jump.
There it is.
It's
Yep.
so delayed that if I'm dodging the stab, roll, now jump. See, look at this. Roll, now jump, jump, jump. It's so delayed.
Not really, it's
that
pretty
if I'm dodging
responsive.
the stab, which I'm doing. I
Oh,
dodge
dude,
the
you didn't see the
stab,
delay? What?
Then I want to
You
jump
must
the
be a
tail. It's
mouth
too late. You
drooler.
can't jump it.
I don't know how life works.
It's not me neither.
12:47. You sure did chronicle all this, didn't you?
So late. Every fucking
Oh man,
time.
he hated this boss.
I can't believe how laggy this shit is.
This boss was
That's
easy, Phil.
pathetic.
Come on, man. Dude, you played Souls games.
And all you kill yourself, idiot. Just take equipment off. It ain't gonna help.
I love
Look,
that clip.
A great clip.
I'm the same speed, and it's just as delayed. Look. It's just as delayed.
I don't know what
A
this dude is even
monstrous amount
talking
of
about,
delay.
man. It's not delayed. You're on drugs.
Oh my
It's not like
God.
you'd be able to tell as a viewer.
It's just as, it's just as delayed. Look, it's just as delayed. A monstrous amount of delay.
A monstrous amount of delay.
It's
Oh
like
my
maybe
God.
two or three frames, Phil. It's not
But
even that
like you
much.
wouldn't be able to tell because his
Seriously,
capture card
you
has
can figure this out.
delay in it,
Mhm.
and his camera has delay too. So how the fuck would you be able to tell?
I wouldn't be able to verify your claims, Phil.
And plus, his brain is so ginned out
See any
anyway
attack animation at all
that
on
like
screen?
you, even
Or
if
just
you
a
were in the
big fucking
room,
mess?
the only reliable source is a gout-brained, gin-mouthed retard.
Yep. Yep. Hold up the controller. Let's see it. That villain was that monster was kind of an
He was
asshole.
doing his spew attack on the ground. It was behind me. I was in his body attacking him. It says it hit me, even though I'm not even close to the attack.
God, look at how dumb this dude
Mhm.
looks.
His filter era.
Right.
I do not like his new high definition cameras. That's the thing. A DSP evolves himself into meaninglessness.
I don't know what to do with
And
this.
now I
Like,
miss the
you
blurry,
lose that one
shitty
time,
camera.
There's like
Yeah,
there's nothing I
same.
can do about it. I can't dodge either way. It still hits me.
Because that's part of DSP's brand is that everything
No matter
about him
what
is
I do,
trash,
if I
even
dodge
his
it,
capture
left,
quality,
right, forward,
and
the attack stays out
that's
there
been
for
fixed.
so long, it
Yeah,
outlasts
I
the invincibility
fucking
roll,
hate
frames
his
of my
new
roll, it
mic
still hits me.
also. His new mic, like, you can hear the every time he makes the S sound, you can hear it just blow through the stroke mouth, and it's like nails on a chalkboard to me now. And he's like right next to the mic, so he's just like eating his mic. Oh god,
No, you wanna know how
it was
this guy
doable when
raised?
he's like
You shoot
8 miles
a
away
bunch
from
of
his
shit at
mic
him,
like
you stay
now,
away 'cause
and he has
it's
no
not-
idea how to like
distance attacks are
filter
very easy to
his
dodge.
OBS.
So you just stay
But
away.
just now I can't. I like
I'm
can't
not even
stand
out, it was
listening to him
behind me.
talk
I
now.
was in his body attacking him,
It is
says
so
hit
much
me,
worse.
even though I'm not even close to the attack.
Yeah,
So,
he's getting hard to watch. He's getting very difficult to watch.
So what I did is not to ruin it, but I
Oh, in the
I
order that
just
you
searched
sent
in the transcript delayed, and then I just like watched to see if he held up the controller. I might have missed one though if he didn't hold the
Andy,
controller on the
healing,
last
forget
timestamp.
Forget the magic flasks. Give me more healing flasks.
Yes.
Unless I'm gonna go nude. This
Oh,
video
really?
is pissing me
Nude?
off today because it's not fucking working, and I'm about to smash it because I want.
Damn,
my
I already
videos, like,
missed this
actually
era,
working.
Phil. Is Phil over here yelling at his equipment?
I don't know why it's not working today. I might have to change the batteries. I don't know. Okay. Anyway.
Anyway.
Okay. I mean, it's not working as is. I might as well punch it till it works.
That's a good idea.
Right?
That's how an adult
Hopefully that
thinks.
stops it. Sometimes shit like that works. I'm serious. Sometimes shit like that actually works. Just punch the fucking stupid thing.
Sometimes, Phil. Nice. So the next one's at 2:22.
This is the best one.
Jesus fuck, man.
Let's get some
Give it a try.
context to that
Sure,
one.
No comment. Thank you for a $20 tip. Appreciate that.
This is such a great. This is how you don't play. I watched the entire thing on Taking L's, like as one of my like last things I did.
Hmm.
You know, it took multiple streams to get through it, but man, it was so funny.
It's a solid one. Damn good. Souls games are the only things we see classic DSP.
Dragon tail bullshit.
Well, not even really, because again, he's so scared of this is how you don't play that
Oh
he just
my
like
God.
he neuters himself and makes himself uninteresting. He looks up boss guides. His little dents have a little channel in their little
ridiculous.
dent Discord where they
Fucking gay.
tag him and
It's
they're
so
like,
bad.
The Crucible Knight is attacked,
The first
okay?
round of the fight I've got down,
just
the
because
Dragon Tail
they
is
want to
just-
try
once
and
he goes to the
protect
second half of the
Daddy's
fight,
ego.
He just can do whatever he wants. It's like he has no recovery on any move.
There
Any
you go.
move he does, he can instantly do it from
I
any
respect
range,
this
no
guy.
recovery, and then he can follow everything with the Dragon Tail that does insane damage. So it's like,
Man, it's gonna be a while till the next Going Green because
what do you want me to do?
it's gonna resume regular scheduling. So the next one will be in April.
April.
April. All right,
Damn.
got someone
I
lined up
jumped
for
and it didn't even come
April.
out. I pressed jump. He wouldn't even jump. That's how
Details
delayed
to
this
come.
game is.
Thank
As
you
soon
so
as I
much
saw
for
the
coming
Dragon
on,
Tail,
by the
I
way,
pressed
Lefty.
jump,
Oh, dude,
nothing
thanks for the
happened.
invite. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it.
Of course. Of course, you're always welcome over here. Crash the scene if ever you want.
Yeah, sure. I've already crashed Indrid's and Decepticron stream, so I'll have to crash yours when you're least expecting it.
See, that's cool. I look for people who have a good ability to enter the scene, like Ed from Ed, Ed, and Eddie. I'm looking for someone who kicks the door down and it immediately grants me with something weird.
It won't jump at all. The controls of the game are so delayed that when you,
So
you have to
you
wait
got
to see
that.
the dragon tail because it doesn't always come out. I see it. I press jump. He just stood there like this. Because look how delayed it is. You ready? Ready?
Mm-hmm. No delay. No delay. There's not any delay, Phil.
About quarter-second of delay.
Shut up.
So how are you supposed to jump over something on reaction?
Yes.
God, this is such a lame ass.
I love those segments so much. Just blaming the equipment. Just going out of his way to just blame the equipment as much as possible.
I kind of want to just keep watching this. This is such a good to say don't play. Man, I should check on you if you're good to go or you need to leave.
No, I'm probably gonna get off, honestly. I've been streaming for the last like 5 hours. I'm gonna go talk to my mom wife.
Okay.
Let her know I'm still alive because I've been in the cave for like Jesus 6 hours now. So I am gonna get off.
All right, that sounds like a good end point. Let's end it all here.
Well, what I can do is I can tell you I need to go and then hang out in your chat for like 4 more hours if you want to keep watching. So I definitely gotta go. But
I get it. Yeah, I think it's gonna be this is a nice clean stopping point. We'll stop here. But thank you so much, Lefty, for coming on. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for the invite. It was a lot of fun.
It was cool. But yeah, definitely crash the scene whenever you want. And you got anything to shill? You got anything going on?
Yeah, actually, I got 2 videos dropping tomorrow morning.
Oh,
Be very hype. Made a video on the Saab Gripen, and I also made got another Steam Forums video on Assassin's Creed Shadows, and it's damn near an hour long. So
that sounds stimulating.
For the content goblins, that's what's coming tomorrow morning. So get hype for that.
Cool. You do some interesting content, Lefty. I like it.
Yeah, it's very diverse and chill and positive. So
I would like to think so. Chad agrees with me. Sounds good to me.
All right, brother. Well,
right.
I'm gonna get off.
All right, take care.
Well, thanks for having me on. Well, later, chat. Been
All right.
real. It's a fun this I don't play, and I will see you next time.
Big ups, dude.